What's going on? It's your dog Art Man. We're back with another boxing conversation. Oh man, I've been grinding. I've been grinding all week. All week. Finally, I have a little bit of time to talk about boxing before we hit the street again. Um, Ryan Garcia's an idiot. He's an idiot. Anybody who believes he didn't cheat is an idiot. This guy, I'm gonna just wait. I'm gonna wait till we start cooking for real because y'all need to hear this shit. This guy Ryan Garcia, he goes around the system. They think I'm on steroids again, man. Again, again, dude. Again, steroids again, and that's why I like when I hear grown men defending Ryan Garcia, I be like, nah, no way you niggas are in the same age group as me because if you are, either you're lying to yourself or you just an idiot. Because there's no way you grown be a grown ass man like myself and listen to this shit and say, oh yeah, this guy's honest and trustworthy. Oh yeah, this guy seems like a guy that wouldn't use performance enhancing drugs. I mean, look, listen to him. Can't you see? He sounds as clear. He sounds super clear. He sounds like an innocent guy. All this shit, right? You would think that, but nah, these niggas is fucking idiots, bro. They really sitting there just believing his ass, and I'm just sitting back like, I'm not debating nobody about this shit. I'm not arguing. If you want to believe that that he's clean, even during that interview, if you want to believe he ain't on no drugs, he's just sipping on motherfucking apple ci- uh, 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 apple cider. You think he just sipping on apple cider and motherfucking sipping on motherfucking tea or whatever? You can believe that shit if you want to, but I ain't believing that shit over here on this side. But shout out to everybody in the chat, man. We had UFC embarrass combat sports last night. I seen that shit with Conor McGregor. I said, "Oh Lord, Lord, what is that?" Yeah, this shit crazy, man. Yeah, man, it's just crazy. Nah, but Haney ain't gonna vacate that belt. He ain't vacating his belt. In fact, we're about to get an announcement very soon. Actually, we're about to get an announcement real soon. Yeah, but nah, we that fight is happening. It's happening next. My extremely And when I say extremely, my extremely close source told me personally that fight is happening next. So look forward to announcement. Jake, respect to Jake Prince. He's not gonna allow his fighter to take 25% of bullshit. Nah. They're gonna orchestrate, or they already did orchestrate something where he's gonna be making more. He's gonna make 25%, but it's gonna be more than what he would get if it went to purse bids. All right, you think DHP sided with his own like T.O. did? I wouldn't be surprised if they did, but Eddie Hearn has a little bit more experience now when it comes to dealing with Black American fighters like Shakur and Devin. So he's gonna try to get him in some Loctite ass contract. But I'm sure Devin DHP. I'm pretty sure they're gonna come up with something that works best for all of them. But that fight is next. My sources are telling me Keyshawn versus Devin is next. Devin's not dropping that fucking belt. Dev ain't dropping that belt unless Shakur signs a contract to fight. And Shakur, the way Shakur sounding like he's already bitching right now, hell no. Shakur's already bitching. Talking about some, yeah, I don't care if he come in 20 pounds heavier than me, nigga, you are a liar, God. You're a liar. You just said you don't want to agree to 147 because of that very reason. Now the contract signed for you to fight for Zufa, and they putting a microphone in your face. You can't sound like no bitch. So you out here saying, "Oh yeah, I don't care if you got 25 pounds, nigga." Stop the lies. Let me see if I can find that video. Yeah, here it is. Lying ass nigga. Me and Devin is at two different weight class, but I said publicly that I'll fight at 144, and I stand by that. So I don't care if he's going to be 20, 25 pounds bigger. I am cool with it. I'm comfortable with it, and I would go in there and still beat him. He was 20, 25 pounds bigger than Lomachenko, and to me, I felt like Lomachenko edged out this decision that night. So if he could fight him and beat him, I feel like I could beat him too. Why you ain't trying to fight Lomachenko then? Why are you not trying to? If you feel like Lomachenko won, why are you not active to? Why are you not adamant to fight Lomachenko then, nigga? Stop the fucking cap, bro. Shakur is a fucking clear. He's a pure ass Devin hater. Niggas sound crazy as shit. Oh yeah, man. I think Lomachenko won the fight, but you talking about you want to fight Dev? How you want to fight Dev if you thought Lomachenko won? This nigga's full of shit, bro. But it's okay though. It's okay though because these niggas is boxers. They're boxers. I don't expect them to be keeping 1,000 on everything, especially shit that's gonna make them look crazy. Especially if it's something that's gonna make them look crazy. Nigga talking about some man, then I'll fight him with 25. Nigga, that don't make bro, that's what I'm saying. Like with these boxers, I don't know if they feel like niggas is dumb. But how do you say things like, oh yeah, man, I'll fight him at 144 and I don't care if he comes back 20 pounds heavier. If that's the case, then why does it matter if he fights at 147? Nobody's asking any questions like that. Nobody's asking things like, okay, nigga, if you are willing to fight him when he's coming 20 pounds heavier, why aren't you willing to fight him? Why aren't you willing to fight him at welterweight with no stipulations? Oh, what I was different. Nigga, shut up, bro. Shakur not built like that. Did you hear what he said? He said only confident because Loma did good. Newsflash: Loma lost by UD, nigga. Lost by UD. That's why I've been playing. Yeah, I've been just laughing at this shit all week, man. Man, Shakur fans, look, they've been looking real crazy in the light. And they've been looking real crazy in the light because there's some fights I was throwing out there in the air. I was just fucking. Okay, I was trolling Shakur fans. I admit, I was trolling. I was throwing a couple names out there like Emiliano Vargas and Ryu and Conor Ben, and come to find out, those are his real options. Hey, it's just funny because I was trolling. I was like, nah, Shakur's gonna fight Ryu. He's gonna fight Conor Ben. He's gonna fight Emiliano Vargas. And then come to find out, those are the fights that so far are pushing for this nigga to fight. And Shakur fans are even like turning on him. They're like, no, no, I don't want to see a Ryu fight, bro. Please don't do. They're literally begging him, please don't do that, bro. Please, man, please. You know why Shakur fans are begging that he doesn't fight names like Ryu or Conor Ben or Emiliano Vargas, even though those are pretty solid fights. I mean, they're solid fights, they're decent fights. But nigga, there ain't no fights that's gonna draw a lot of attention. But those are solid, decent fights style wise. But they don't want that shit because they know me personally. They know me personally. They know I'm gonna hop on the net. And I was like, nigga, look at this. Look at who he's gonna fight instead of fighting Devin Haney. Like, bro, it makes I don't care what Shakur fans, no matter how you try to spin it, he looks crazy right now because like I said, or said earlier on the streams last time, I said, and on Twitter, I said, man, the reason why Shakur is looking crazy is because he was sold to us as a motherfucking he was sold to us as the motherfucking legacy fighter. Legacy, black excellency, baby, let him see. You know what I'm saying? He was sold to us as that. And now nigga, they talking about he could be fighting fucking Conor Ben and Ryu. Like, what? And then Emiliano Vargas is his number one contender. Could be mandated within the next couple months type shit. Like, bro, what? And you wonder why niggas is looking at Shakur so crazy in the light right now. Said to go, he finna fight Devin nine more days. Bro, nobody's scared of Keyshawn. Nobody's scared of no damn Keyshawn, bro. I actually want little secret. I'm gonna tell you. I actually want Keyshawn versus Devin first. I actually want that fight first. You know why? Because that's gonna make Shakur have to settle for that welterweight shit. It's gonna have to make him settle for the welterweight because he's gonna have the advantage when it comes to the leverage. Like, dude, I'm a champion and I just beat somebody that you said I should have to fight. So yeah, to be honest, you hearing it first. Artman and Pearl. I actually want that fight. And to be honest, I feel like that's the easier fight. Nigga, that's the easier fight. That's the easier fight. You don't even understand that. That's the funny part, bro. Shakur fans don't even understand, bro. They think that Devin about to go in there and get wrecked and get whooped. No, nigga, that's the easier fight for Haney. Says Shakur must look he want an easy fight if the pay this. Of course. Of course. Bro, the last fight that nigga had was in January, bro. Niggas talking about Haney being that inactive. Nigga, November and January are not too far apart, bro. They talking about Haney's been inactive. Nigga, Shakur fought in January. Devin fought in November, nigga. November and January are not far apart, nigga. They're not. So Shakur's gonna want a tune-up. He's gonna want to do a tune-up and he's gonna need a fucking tune-up. See where them brittle hands are at right now. Except 4 months. Nigga, they're not that far apart. What are you talking about? Nigga, it don't matter. It doesn't matter. My point is, those November and January are not so far apart where it's like, oh, well, this guy's been super inactive. No, this nigga is inactive as well. It's time for him to get a scrap in. So who's the next opponent? I know who Devin next opponent is. Devin next opponent is Keyshawn Davis. Who is Shakur's next opponent? Is it Ryu? Is it Ryu? Because Zufa said they want that. They want that. They want that. Said ain't nobody scared of a 15-0 prospects who can't make weight to save his life. That nigga said, man, this weight making shit, it's just not for me. This weight making shit is just not for me. Get the fuck out of here. And this nigga supposed to be scared of this nigga, bro. bro. I can't wait. I can't wait, bro. I got some ideas in my head about what I'm gonna paint for the motherfucking Devin Haney versus Keyshawn, and I got some shit to paint for the Shakur versus Ryu. Shakur versus Ryu. What you trying to tell me? Shakur versus Ryu going to get announced in 9 days, nigga? Oh, let me drop the link in the chat. Let me drop the link in the chat specifically for Tago. I want Tago to hop in the stream. You over here talking about 9 days for the purse bid, nigga? My sources already told me that fight's next. That fight's next. And he talking about some.
What's
Oh,
up?
Devin got his job, bro. Shout out to my dude Blaze. Can you hear me?
Yeah, what's happening?
Shit, not much. I see you enjoying this nice weather out there.
Yeah, I'm over here out here in, Seattle area, Northwest. Sunny out here with my daughter in the park.
Hell yeah, I feel that. I feel that. I gotta do that too pretty soon. But yeah, how you feeling about all this the boxing news today?
You talking about as far as what the news was the news yesterday with Shakur
The,
signing the Zupa?
the news with Shakur signing to
So,
Zuffa, you know,
so my
Ryu might
focus
get a
is
play.
yeah, Ryo and then definitely Devin and Keyshawn. So I mean, listen, man, when I seen Shakur in them Zupa gloves, I'm like, man, what the fuck? He signed a 360 deal? Fuck is going on? Ain't no way he fighting in those gloves with his hands. But I think the pictures right there, them was just for promo because when Ryo fought De Los Santos, he was fighting in his Everlast gloves. But on the promo pictures with De Los Santos, he got the Zuffa gloves on. So we're gonna see if they're gonna let that nigga, wear his own shit
Nah, he's gonna
while
wear
he's
his
over
own.
there.
Obviously,
Yeah,
I think he's gonna wear his own shit.
yeah, he's gonna wear his own shit. And so, man, I don't know, man, because the thing is that Zupa's on the other side of the street, and we ain't seen how they gonna move. Because I don't really take nothing with that Shakur say or any boxer that says they can make any fight. Because every promotional company ain't no boxer on any promotional company can make any fight they want. We know due to the politics or so whatever. You feel me? And so he puts these names out here: Devin Tank, Gary, and Lamont Roach. I'm interested to see how this shit's gonna play out in the future as far as if he's gonna
He
really be
fighting
able
the
to set
tune
these
up
fights
first.
up.
I don't know why he went. I don't know why he went into the news talking about fuck Ryu and all this shit. Nigga, you need to just go ahead and take that scrap. In my opinion, that's a nice little tune up fight because you're
But it's
obviously you're not
but see
fighting
what I'm
Devin.
but I'm looking at it like this though. He don't need a tune up if they done gave him all the money. You know what I'm saying? Because he's 6 months out, he's fresh, and then from coming off of how he got whooped Zapata, then taking that from what he had all that volume of punches with Zapata, then just taking that energy in with Tio and getting him out the way. The nigga don't necessarily need no tune up. The nigga can fight a big money fight now. You know what I'm
That's
saying?
true.
So
That's
it's so
true.
it's
But
like, but it's like
look at his
nobody's
options.
available. Yeah, that's what I'm
Look,
saying. Nobody's available right now. So it's like I think with Zupa, I don't think Zufa feeds Ryo to Shakur at this point. They can make Ryo bigger. They can make that fight with Shakur and Ryo bigger later on. Because Ryo just sparks De Los Santos, right? You feel me? So if they
yeah,
put him in there again, you feel me? They can make the fight in the future with Shakur bigger. They don't gotta feed him to Shakur right now. And you never know the way Ryo looking, the way, man, listen, man, because one thing about Ryan, when you follow his career, you remember when he fought De Los Santos the first time, he dropped De Los Santos. Remember? He dropped him early, and then De Los Santos came back and stopped him. Then, he made the adjustments. He outboxed Pitbull, but then he ran into Gary Antoine Russell. You feel me? And then Gary Antoine Russell got on him, and then he bounces back, but he boxes with precision and then snipes De Los Santos. So man, listen, Ryo's good, and I believe he's convinced that he could have a shot to get Shakur out of there. But the way it's looking, like I don't think they would put him next against him. I don't think, but they might. You feel me? They might.
they
They
might
might. They might.
because
They might do a type of
they
timing
gotta
on
get
him.
Shakur in a nice firefight.
Yeah, but he ain't. But the thing with Shakur, man, is you ain't getting in no firefight with him, bro. Like the one thing about it is, man, people can knock Shakur all he want, but Shakur don't let niggas hit him, bro. And until somebody figure that shit out, like we gotta see it. We gotta see who gonna come in there with a game plan to really hit this nigga. He allowed Zapata to hit him, but if you look at, I just watched that shit yesterday. If you look at that fight, it was all a bunch of arm hitting him in his arm and shit, hitting him all in his arms and shit. And then he was catching that shit and sending 3, 4 punch combinations back at Zapata. And then you see what he did to Tio. He didn't let, and then you see, so it's like, man, his plus minus is the best in boxing, and he got the best defense statistically in boxing. So it's like I gotta see somebody really get in there for 12 rounds and figure out a way for them to hit Shakur. Because then if you hit him, then you might force him to engage if he's down. So but niggas can't get this nigga down on the scorecards. So, niggas knock that nigga style all they want, but it's like that nigga's number 3 pound for pound for a reason. Because if you take your bias out and you watch how this nigga fight, the nigga's nice. And
Yeah,
so,
I say he's nice. The only thing I'm saying, the only person fucking with him, in my opinion, would be Devin Haney. And I
and
honestly, he from based off watching, I just watched the Zapata highlights again. I'm telling you
don't
right
don't
now,
watch the highlights, watch the fight though. Because
yeah,
this
because
is why the
I
highlights don't
watched
do it
I watched the
justice.
full fight, but I watched recently. I'm just saying I just mostly
Yeah.
recently watched the highlights. Um, I think the style that between him and Devin is just too different, and
Yeah, yeah, yeah. It's absolutely.
it's different. And I feel like Devin has more of a pro style, in my opinion. Like he's gonna be doing some things coming at you for a different way than his past opponents. He's not gonna
Yeah.
sit there and be punching on Shakur's arms and shit and fall for the Shakur stepping on his toes type shit. Hell no. Shakur make Devin work
Yeah.
as hard as Shakur make Devin work harder than he's ever worked in his whole entire career, bro.
Man, listen, the most difficult fight for Shakur is Devin. That's why he's serious about that weight shit. Because he already know from a skill standpoint, it's like he got his work cut out for him. He don't want to get a nigga a 20 pound advantage. You feel me? Like the
Because it's
niggas,
not like you about to give a nigga who can't box no IQ a 20 pound advantage. You're giving a nigga you're giving a nigga who has history with you, who got good IQ, who's been boxing
yeah.
since he was a
He
kid. You giving that
exactly.
pound advantage, it's like, oh no, this nigga, you could fuck around, be winning the fight, and he could trap you into the corner and start punching on your ribs and shit, and you feel that shit. Next thing you know, you like, oh shit, you backing on you trying to get on your bike, but he's catching up to you.
Exactly, and he done said as much, and he smoked himself. Shakur done smoked himself out when he talked about Connor being in relation to fighting Devin. He'll
He
go to
did.
154 for Connor, but he won't go nowhere near 147 or at Devin's weight with Devin. And that's how you gotta say the respect is there. His hardest work, yeah, Shakur's hardest work, and the fight is him versus Devin.
His
Now,
fans
and
trying
we
to
know with
deny
the
it.
with the with
This
this with the
the fans
sparring.
trying to deny it though. Oh, Devin's punch and clinch style is not gonna do nothing. I'm like,
I mean,
dude,
bro, but when you
obviously
look at
Shakur knows
fans,
something.
in this climate we got right now, bro, you can't listen to fans, bro, because fans just totally take their fighter's position, and they don't have no objectivity to understand how motherfuckers would line up with them. You feel me? It's just like, oh, they're gonna win, and you ask them how they gonna win, and they can't even bust the shit down, art man. So it's
That's
like we
what
can't really give it
and
to the
that's what I'm
fans.
saying. I be asking, let's break it down. Let's talk about how is he gonna win? Oh well, Devin is chinny, so he gonna win by knockout.
Yeah, 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 oh
Did
yeah.
you see the
You
Ryan
can't.
Garcia fight? Yeah, I'm like, bro, I love when y'all bring up that Ryan Garcia fight because if that's gonna be y'all gonna be picking against Devin based off that every time. I'm just gonna continue rocking in money.
Yeah, nah, you gonna hit on that one because one thing about it, Devin learned from that shit.
Yeah,
Devin changed his whole style up after that fight. He's not giving cats action no more. He's dictating ranks.
even with fighters I dislike, right? I don't base my fight predictions off the worst performance that they have. I based my fight prediction off some of the best performance they have because that's what you have to expect. You have to expect them to come at their best. Why would you expect Devin Haney to show up like he did in the Ryan Garcia fight with a bad game plan
Yeah.
or you know what I'm saying, not hydrated enough, you know what I'm saying, drained? Why would you expect that? Why would you expect that version of Devin in any fight?
I mean, like you said, that's when you're dealing with fans that ain't dealing with objectivity. Because me, I look at the different performances, and I watch different fights, and I try to find the fight first, so one of the criteria is I look at and try to find a fight with a opponent that's most similar to the opponent that they're up against, right? But then I gotta go into the most recent fight as well. And then I just gotta keep watching like how they coming in and how they make weight and all of that because there's so many different factors. Because a cat might not necessarily be at his best, or there's so many different factors that play into it. So I can't just take a cat's best performance because his best, but because of his best performance is against southpaw and he's fighting somebody in orthodox. You kind of see what I'm saying? It ain't gonna necessarily translate to you
Yeah.
predicting how the outcome is gonna be with the fight. So you just gotta take all the factors into consideration. One thing I'm just saying, man, no matter what, man, all these niggas is good art. And these niggas is we trying to see these niggas fight, and we got a whole bunch of different barriers on why these niggas ain't fighting, bro. You know what I'm saying? And this Zuffa shit, we got to figure out this Zuffa shit. So the Zuffa shit, according to like with Shakur, he's saying his deal is designed for him to be able to fight whoever you want. We got to see this shit. So for me, if he's saying that, I want to see him fight somebody that's on his fucking list. But the problem
His
with his
that's
list,
his
but
first
but the
fight
problem with hold on
got to
real
be
quick.
his
But the
best
problem with his
fight.
list is that Lamont's about to fight Zepeda. Well, Gary Antoine Russell is there, right? But they talking about they ain't fighting. And then Devin's got the situation with Keyshawn, but they still might be negotiating with Shakur because he should be at Zuffa. He should be announced pretty soon, right? And then
The
Tank, you
fight
feel me? Inactive
Devin's
with his
Devin's
legal
fighting
issues.
Keyshawn next. My close source
I
told
mean,
me Devin
so
is
okay.
fighting Keyshawn next.
According to your sources, are they going to finalize it in negotiations or is it going to purse bid?
According to my sources, we about to get an announcement pretty soon.
So then they gonna meet it out in negotiations.
Yeah, because you gotta put in this perspective too. Here, listen to this. So Jay Prince, right? As much as we talk shit about him, right? He's not a full. He's not a full. He's not gonna have his fighter. He's not gonna have his fighter Keyshawn Davis fight for 25% of nothing. He's not gonna have him fight for 25% of nothing. They My source was basically already admitting that they're gonna have something announced pretty soon.
Okay,
So
yep, and I respect that. And this is what I don't like about this is how Bill put the spin on it. Is they're trying to make like the fight ain't valuable. Like you can't pay Devin, right? And can't pay Keyshawn for this fight for it to work out. Like you can't give Devin a number that is acceptable. It ain't as a
yeah,
number that is as big as a Shakur or a Tank, obviously, but it should be a number that's acceptable. You dig what I'm saying?
a
Because I was
guaranteed,
wondering if yeah, a
guaranteed.
guarantee. Yeah, guaranteed. But I'm looking at it like this. We was like, even if it go in the purse bid, bro, and you go in a 25-75 split, I'd be like, hey man, say top rank get this shit on the low, right?
Yeah,
Top rank is in their interest. If they can make money on the fight, they ain't gonna necessarily try to beat Devin and lowball him unless they want to just squeeze him out the belt. You feel me? And without fighting them, right? If they want to get that shit back over the top rank. But outside of that, I look at it like this. You look at Keyshawn. I don't know the most he ever made, but I think it might have been that fight with Jermaine Ortiz, and I think that might have been like only $1 million, right? So let's just say if you gave him 1.5, if you gave Keyshawn 1.5 on 25%, 75 split, Devin gets 4.5. Or if you gave Keyshawn 2, Devin gets 6. You see what I'm saying? And it's like
yeah.
them
That's what
numbers
I'm.
ain't
That,
them
and
numbers
that and
that
that's
sound
exactly what I'm saying.
reasonable.
It's not going to purse bid because they're not going to give them an opportunity where niggas is going to bed and that shit only is like bed for like a million 1.5. And next thing you know, they got to give Keyshawn 25% of that. Hell no.
But you're short, but it wouldn't be in top rank's interest. Why would they short their fighter for a
I
title
know
fight?
exactly.
That's what I'm saying. So when people talk, it's like they don't understand the business. This fight has value. It
It
has
does.
significant value. It just doesn't have as much value as a Shakur fight. You see what I'm saying? That's the thing. Especially if you're dealing with Zuffa, we know, hey, this shit is that's what makes the contrast.
But this
That's
fight
what
right
Bill was
here,
pressing.
though, this fight right here, it may not be on Zuffa. It may be presented by the Zone Boxing.
Yeah, that's the thing where we gotta see, man. That's what I'm trying to see with Zuffa. Is Zuffa where are they just gonna be a promotional, or do they have a promotional branch where they just gonna allow to go to the other side of the street? That's what we ain't seen yet. We ain't seen a Zuffa fighter signed on the other side of the street. We seen two Zuffa fighters in Connor Ben and Regis signing his last fight to Zuffa on a ring card. You feel me? So we got the
Oh, the
idea that we
zone
can see the Zuffa fighters on a ring
Top Rank
card,
has a new
right?
deal with
But we ain't seen a Zuffa fighter on the other side of the street. And then when you look at the opposite end with the Zuffa cards, if you look at Zuffa ten's headline matchup is for the IBF vacant 160. So it's kind of like, man, everything's still up in the air as far as how this shit's settling with how Zuffa's gonna play out with traditional boxing and with these belts. You feel me? It's like we don't know yet because the shit keeps shifting. So we gotta wait and see how it play out because, like you said, you make a good point. If the shit ain't on Zuffa, right? Devin and Keyshawn, right? Because
Yo,
Top Rank over here, right now, which we know, Keyshawn's confirmed to be part of Top Rank. We don't know what Devin is. We all suspect
I don't
Devin's
think
with
nobody can
Zuffa,
hear my ass.
but
no. We
we
can hear you. I
expect
can hear you,
Top Rank and
Yonko.
the Zone
Oh,
to be
oh,
wanting to put on that fight
shit.
with
Man, I ain't
Keyshawn
been on
that they
fucking
have
StreamYard in
versus
years,
Devin
man.
because
You
that's a big
lucky I
fight,
fuck with
relatively
you, nigga,
speaking.
because I would not.
You know, they putting motherfuckers on TNT and shit. You feel me? They putting smaller, you know, they're moving up like Mason, and then you got Lamont Roach and Zapata. I think them guys is on the Zone slash TNT, right? So it's like I think Top Rank and the Zone would love to have a Devin Haney. You feel me? On their platform as they fight, right? So
Exactly,
that's what
exactly,
it got, you know, so it's got market value, bro.
exactly. No, it's most. So 9 times out of 10, I'll tell you right now, on a Top Rank. Top Rank's gonna be the fight between Devin and Keyshawn's gonna be on Top Rank, which is gonna be on the zone, pretty much. Yonko, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. I think I accidentally muted myself. I can hear you. What the fuck is going on? Hey, man. This shit trash. Hold on.
Yo, my bad. Whenever somebody backs
Oh,
out,
what's going on? This
whenever
shit
somebody
tripping.
backs out, the microphone cuts out. Can you hear me?
I can't hear you, Art.
Can you hear me?
I cannot hear you. Okay, I can hear you now. Damn, it keep going in and out. I know it's me because everybody else was fine before I got up here. It gotta be me.
Yo, can you hear me? You might have to back
I'm
out
gonna
and
go out and then come back in. Hold on.
yeah, do that. Yeah, do that. Yo, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you now.
Okay, so can you hear me now?
Yeah, I can hear you now.
Okay, so 9 times out of 10, the fight's going to be on the zone presented by Top Rank, and Devin might be the new fighter on Zuffa, but we that's not confirmed just yet. I never spoke to Devin about that specifically about if he signed with Zuffa. I won't be asking them type of questions, but I just tell you right now, the fight with Keyshawn's happening. Devin's not giving up that belt because that's good leverage for Devin going into more negotiations in any future fight. Is
All right,
having that
bet.
belt.
And so look, this is what I was just thinking while I was between me coming back in. The Shakur versus Ryu fight might make sense in the
Yeah,
sense of it happening
Okay.
with simultaneously with Keyshawn fighting Devin and then him fighting Ryu. You get what I'm saying?
yeah, and
Y'all
that's
can
why
y'all
that's
can
why I
hear
was
me?
telling Shakur fans. Yeah,
Y'all can hear
Yonko.
me?
Yeah, we can hear you.
All right. Y'all can finish up. I'll go and hop in on whatever, point y'all trying to make
Yep,
after
bet.
y'all finish.
Okay,
Because they
but
both
yeah,
been out the
and,
ring.
and
Now they
that's why
been
I
and
was
they're
telling
fresh.
Shakur fans, man, y'all gotta chill out. I know I be laughing and joking sometimes, but that Ryu fight, in my opinion, is not a bad fight, and y'all need to
That's a
let him
good fight.
live. Y'all need to let him live off that because that's a fight that's gonna keep him active. And then on top of that, he could be in the play to fight Devin versus Keyshawn winner or Ryan Garcia versus Ben winner.
And it's good for Zuffa because it's in-house, because they'll probably have their biggest ratings on Paramount with the Shakur versus
With the new
Ryo fight.
signees, bro. And that's
You
what I'm
feel me?
trying to
With the
tell him.
new
But
signings.
and everybody keep on playing the video of Shakur denying it. But it's like, no, nigga, they're fucking around and bring that shit right back to the table on his ass.
Yeah.
So wait, let me explain this to y'all, right? And it's like I need y'all to understand that it's like it's not when I speak, it's like I'm not just like a Shakur fan. Like I be talking to these fighters. I be meeting them. They're really cool guys or whatever. I have a certain degree of respect for Devin Haney or whatever like that I do not have for Tank Davis. Okay. So when you see me criticizing Devin Haney, like I was rooting for Devin Haney at one point. It's just that I had to keep it honest when it comes to him in proxy of his peers. But when it comes to Shakur fighting Ryo, Shakur only fights twice a year. He's not gonna waste that fight on fucking Ryo. And I love Ryo.
If
I
Devin
was
is
all
next, he
for him.
would. Because
You
it's a
said
keep
what?
busy fight. If Devin is next, it's a keep busy fight, homie.
He
And it's
fought in
and it's in
January.
Zupa's best interest. Yeah, that's what I'm telling you. If Devin fights, look, if Devin fights Keyshawn this late, then Devin probably ain't available for the rest of the year. You see what I'm saying?
Okay,
Because he gonna
okay.
have his
Then
work cut out for him.
well, we'll see what happens. But as far as like the deal that people got to understand, the deal that Connor Ben and Shakur have is not the same deal that maybe a Ryo, a Hitchison, Berlanga may have. They're not giving
Yeah.
Shakur all this fucking money to fight in a damn garage. They're giving him this money to go ahead and fight, like because it's been pretty much like this. It's like, okay, we're signing you. You fight under our banner. You promote this shit. Go out there and do what the fuck you want to do. That's pretty much his deal. Like, go out and do whatever the fuck you want to do. Like, go fight these other guys. We'll back you. We'll put the money up, or whatever like that, because it's pretty much on some ring type shit. It's not really the Zuffa shit. That's like, what's that, Paramount? That those are
Yeah,
like
it's
for
paramount.
that's for the like the small fries. The shit that Connor Ben and Shakur have, that's where they can go ahead and they can fight on these different events, because the Golden Boy ex Zuffa Ryan Garcia Connor Ben type of fight, that's not going to be in a garage. That's not going
Hey,
to be there.
But Yanko, the other side of it too is they can use Shakur to build up the Zuffa side.
That's
So
what they're
instead of them
doing.
having him in the sphere, no, I'm talking about instead of having a Zuffa card, main card with Shakur at the top of it, if he's fighting, like let's say he fight a Ryo on a Zuffa card, that shit would probably be a Zuffa event, but it'll move over to T-Mobile or something. You see what I'm
I
saying?
mean,
It'll move over to a venue.
you got
So what I'm saying is I'm keeping the options open because I don't know how it's gonna play out. If we,
But
but
you got
like
to
I
keep
said,
in
we
mind
if
with
we
this. What you got to keep in mind with, if correct me if I'm wrong, all right? Because I don't know. Because once again, all these guys are kind of have their hands in everything, right? When you look at the Terrence Crawford with Canelo Alvarez event, was that not on Netflix? Correct.
yeah, that was on Netflix.
Okay, so how the
And
fuck
Zuffa promoted that.
exactly? So what I'm saying is this: these guys like will have their hands all over the place when it comes to this. Like they may just use the big stars that they get to go ahead and let them do their own thing, have their own way, get everybody underneath the one banner, and then that's when we may see some nasty
Watch,
work. You know,
watch it be like
But
this.
Yanko, that's
Devin
what we got
versus
to see across
Keyshawn.
the street.
Devin versus Keyshawn. I guarantee you it's going to be like this. It's going to be DHP Promotions, Top Rank, Zuffa, DAZN. They're fighting on DAZN, but it's going to be brought to you by Zuffa, DHP, and Top Rank. It's going to be that simple. It's going to be
it
shown
is.
on
It's not.
motherfucker. Yeah. I mean,
People are looking at Zuffa as any like they're saying like when crossing the street. The only reason why people look at it that way is because of Dana White's stance on the sanctioning bodies. This all this shit is just a promotional company. That's all the fuck it is.
I
And
know,
it's
but the history has shown that this shit's been a barrier because Jai got stripped because they tried to put that
yes,
Zuffa belt
John
with the
got stripped, but
IBF.
at the end of the
I know,
day,
no.
I'm glad
Listen.
you said that.
I'm not. Hold up, Yanko, because
Go
I'm
ahead, go
not
ahead.
disagreeing with you. I'm telling you why you're getting the criticism because the criticism is based on what they did. That shit happened, and then we ain't seen a Zuffa fighter with Zuffa Promotions on the other side of the street yet. We ain't seen it. You ain't seen a
We
Zuffa fighter on a DAZN card, bro. You ain't seen it yet.
I'm saying, but don't what's my call it? Don't like Turkey and them like don't they fuck with the zone? Like ain't the zone like
I know, but what I'm
But that's
telling
what
you
I'm
is it
saying.
just
It's kind of
hasn't
like
happened yet, bro. And it
it's gonna
should
happen
happen
with
with a Shakur.
it's
It
gonna
hasn't happened
who
yet.
is Connor Ben and Ryan Garcia fighting on?
Remember that was we don't exactly, but that's what I'm
That
saying.
shit
It
all over
hasn't
the place.
happened.
Really
It
respect
hasn't
that.
and
happened
Nobody
I
yet.
feel
asked for
like
that
there's
fight.
the reason why that fight's not announced yet with
Nobody asked for it. First off,
Ryan Garcia versus Ben is because they're probably still ironing out exactly the details of how's this shit going to be broadcasted. And this is not something
Yeah.
that we haven't seen before in boxing. Like Wilder versus Fury, 2 and 3, you're able to watch that shit on ESPN and motherfucking PBC.
yeah, yeah.
You can watch
Yeah,
you
with the
you
with
could
the
Yeah, niggas watch
And
that.
there's been
You
a
had
couple
they
fights
had two
already on
different
what Amazon
broadcasts.
Prime and in the Zone. I think they've done that already. They simul.
Uh,
Like so,
okay.
They
this shit
simul
is
on the
not
same
Well, well,
it's not impossible.
well.
It's
Let me
not.
go
It's
back.
not
Let me
impossible. We
go.
just ain't seen it yet.
I want to
It
go
just
back to
has
the
to
point
make.
that you were making
We have
about
seen it. We've seen it with the Wilder versus Fury, uh, uh,
No, I'm talking about with
Joshua.
Zuffa though. I'm just saying
but that was a
Zuffa. We
Oh,
ain't
with
while
seen
Zuffa
ago.
Zuffa do
That
it
was a
specifically.
yet.
while ago. That
Yeah,
was
we
so
ain't seen
long
Zuffa
ago
yet, and I
to
believe we're about
where.
to see it, but we ain't seen it yet, bro.
But listen, I want to go back to the point that you were making with Ja Pataya, and for me, this is where my irritation comes in when it's like I understand he made the best decision for himself, and he did because at the end of the day, no, it was what Bottom Jack up there. It was Zero Ramirez. None of them wanted to fucking fight him. Okay, he really. And I don't like yeah, I'm a go off on a little tangent when it comes to David Benavidez because at the end of the day, Jacques Patai is the Ring Magazine champion. You cannot become undisputed without that belt. So
No,
when
you
it's
can't
like
because
God,
it's the four sanctioning body belts.
well, I'm saying to be undisputed, you have to fight the number one in that division. Like you
But he
can
don't
go
got
after
the
the
but
you can
he
go
but
after
if he
four
don't
belts all you want, but you're not going to be seen as the king of the cruiserweights until you get that fucking ring belt.
but
And if it's
but then
occupied,
you but no,
it,
but then you talking about the politics of
there
with
is no
Turkey owning
politics.
it and all of that. Yes,
The
there
ring
is.
is not a sanctioning body.
I
The
know, but
ring
what
is
I'm
not a
telling you is
sanctioning
if you
body.
got the four belts, then then there's got to be some type of politics in the way for you to not have a ring belt, homie. Like
No, it's
you like you
not. There is no politics in the way. David Benavidez outright said that. Oh, what are we going to be fighting for the Zuffa belt? No, we're going to be fighting for the fucking ring. That's what we're going to be fighting for. But people are using Zuffa as a way to put up a barrier to why they can't fight with this guy. You don't think
but
that they can put John Patai on a ring card with David Benavidez, who has been on ring cards?
I know, but if you're trying to go undisputed and Jai don't got the belt and he just got the ring belt and you're trying to go undisputed, it's like,
Ain't
hey,
that the
it don't
belt
make
that
sense on your side. And but what I'm trying to tell you is this is where the issue with the criticism you gotta like with me, I'm objective, bro. I don't hate Zuffa, and then I ain't like
I,
a Zuffa fanboy. What I'm telling you is how
I don't
Zuffa
like
moved.
Zuffa at all. I'm just
Hold
keeping it
up.
real.
Zuffa done, but that's the point I'm trying to make. Zuffa fucked up the game with the fight with Jai and David Benavidez. Because just think,
No.
if no, listen. If Jai doesn't get stripped, then David has no argument to say we ain't fighting for a sanctioning body belt. Because Jai would have the fucking belt and they would unify. That's
But
the
just,
reason
but
why they're
no, but
not
check this
fighting.
out. No, check this out. When this was actually before the fight was on the table before Jai had signed with Zuffa. Who did he
I
chose to
know
go after?
he had
He
the
went after
IBF
Zero.
champion.
He
At the
no, he
IBF
was he
champion.
was the IBF in the ring. Who did David Benavidez go after? When he had the IBF, this before he signed to Zuffa, who did he choose to go after? Zerto.
Are you talking about
He
before Jai would
yeah,
sign to
before
Zuffa?
Jai the fight was on the table. Yes. He chose to go after Zerto Ramirez over Jai Pataya. He could have
Wait,
swung the block on
hold up. I
Zerto.
gotta look at the timeline because from my
The
understanding,
timeline
like
was correct. He was not
the
signed to
no
Zuffa by the
Jai.
time that they was hitting that one to fight each other.
So
He was not
hold on.
signed
When
to
did Jai
Zuffa.
fight his first Super fight? What month was
Shit.
that?
I ain't gonna lie to you. I didn't. I
And then
felt.
when did David fight Zerto? Because I know David fought
But you
Zerto,
gotta
but it
look
was
at
like
when he
months
was
after.
signed. You gotta look at when he was signed. When he was signed, it was already when because you gotta keep in mind like he had fought Anthony Yard. It was that November, right? Throughout that time, I don't. John Bataya was still IBF reign champion, all of that. When he was talking about fighting Bevo, better BF, that shit is still getting resolved to this day. We don't
And
know what
so
the
who
fuck's
was
going on.
Jai signed to before he was signed with Zupa?
Was he with Matchroom? He was with Matchroom.
Was he?
Yes, he was with Eddie.
Okay.
So that's what I'm saying. There was time there. It's just that I don't like the timing of oh yeah, like what are we gonna be fighting for the Zuffa belt? Motherfucker, you could have fought him before you signed the Zuffa, but you chose to go out to Zerto after. I don't like
See,
all this
it'd
waiting
be hard for
around.
me to get caught up in like the negotiations and these guys fighting each other and not fighting each other. And
I just
then
don't
when you
like the
got something
PBC
with the
timing.
promotion.
That's me. The PBC timing, the PBC protection program. That's what I don't like. I
I mean,
don't
I
like
don't think David Benavidez is in no protection
yes I
program
do.
though, bro. I
I
don't.
think it's a lot of
I
smoke and
don't.
mirrors when it comes to him. I do.
I
I
don't. Look,
believe
I
so.
like both Jai and I like both David Benavidez. And it's like, nah, man. Nah, the way that nigga be fighting, that nigga's not in no
Bro,
protection program.
okay. Let's see if David Benavidez can fight somebody who not gonna stand in front of him and move their feet that's his size. Let's see. Who is the only fighter that fits that description? Ja Battaglia?
And then the thing, like I said, with the jive, but this circles right back to Zuffa, bro. Like, listen, man, the
I just
Zuffa shit would fuck that fight up because he got stripped in Zuffa, and he was under the impression that he was gonna be able to fight with that
but as long
IBF.
as he has the ring belt, the fight can be made. As
Man,
long as he has that
no,
ring belt.
no, no. That's
Yes.
you might be satisfied with the ring belt, but David Benavidez ain't satisfied with just the ring belt if he's got his aspirations of being undisputed, homie.
Dude.
Like that,
I
like
don't
that. That's your argument, but on his side, he got a valid point. It's like, hey, I'll fight
no, he
you, and
don't.
it's
His he
like,
didn't have a
it's like
he
you
didn't have
talking
that
about they
point
can
but
fight for the
until
ring, and you
Ja
don't
had signed
necessarily
the
know if
Lufa.
they can fight for the ring.
What is stopping you from you know that he can always win the block and collect the other belts, right?
David clearly said, "Hey, man, you ain't got the belt no more. I don't want to fight you because you ain't got the belt."
No, he said all that shit after there was already a bridge between like okay the Zuffa and this other shit. That's what he said that, but
Hey, bro, like
beforehand
I said,
it
I'm not
wasn't that
defending
type of
them, bro,
time.
because I don't know these guys like that. But I'm just telling you from the outside looking in, it'd be like, hey, man, there's forces bigger at play for why cats ain't fighting. And cats is like, whether cats is being avoided or not. And David Benavidez, hey, as far as I know, let's see who he fights next because Jai
He fight.
ain't no
He's
one
fighting
fighter
with the
bigger than
WBC
covering.
champion. He's fighting. And here's my thing. Here's how you
And
know
that's
it's a lot of
consistent with him
bullshit.
going for them belts.
And listen. Here's how you know it was a bunch of bullshit when it came to John Pataya and a bunch of the other cruiserweights because we seen Eddie be able to get Bam unification fights, Boot unification fights. Fucking Connor Ben like brought him back to life. We've been able to see Eddie do that, but when it came to getting the Zerto Ramirez fight, couldn't get that. He was there for a while. When it came I think when Bottom Jack still had the belt, couldn't get that right. Like, but now since David Benavidez is a unified champ at cruiserweight, now he's able to automatically get a unification with Zerto. He's able to get a fight with what's his name? I can't remember the current because he just won the belt back not too long ago. But like he's able to get a fight with him for the WBC. That's what I'm saying. All these fights are coming. Like John would have never signed to Zuffa if most of them niggas wasn't ducking him in the first place.
And then that's no fault on
No, I'm not that mad at David
David
Benavidez for that.
Benavidez because like you said, yeah, Jai's the boogeyman. Jai couldn't make that move, and he was stuck in Australia. He went and signed with Zuffa, and honestly, I think Zuffa fumbled with Jai because they put Jai in this fucking sphere in his fight. They bring him all the way for his first fight in the United States and had him fighting in that little ass fucking venue against a nobody.
But that
When
but
they could
that's
have put
that's
that
on
shit in
job
T-Mobile.
that's on job Pattaya. You got to read your fucking contract, dog. That's
Yeah,
on that's
yeah,
on
he
him. I'm not
agreed to that
above. I'm not
shit, but it's
above.
like nah.
I'm
And
not
then
above
no, it
criticizing
ain't
him.
on him. Because also too, it's like you gotta be it's on him because it's like how you don't understand that IBF might strip you if they run this belt up against this Zufa belt.
I don't think any of that was in the. I'm not. I think that's where the politics come into the play because it's like they put their sticking and saying like, "Hey, look, we don't recognize none of the sanctioned bodies," which is kind of confusing because Ryan Garcia is fighting with Conor Ben for the WBC, and Conor Ben was ranked number one mandatory.
Because
I don't
at
know how
the
the
end
fuck
of the
that happened.
day, it's all about money.
Yes. Oh,
So
well, the
it's like,
WBC for
so that's
sure.
why I feel like I ain't gonna lie, brothers. I feel like y'all making this shit a little bit more complex than it actually is. If the money makes sense for all groups, it's going to happen. There's no real roadblocks. The point is they have to make money. Each group, if they're satisfied with the money that's on the table, they're going to make the fight happen. We've seen this in boxing already with Wilder versus Fury, Tank
I agree.
versus what's his name, Ryan Garcia. It's gonna happen. But so far as Devin Haney versus Keyshawn, that's something that most likely is gonna land on the zone with Top Rank presenting it.
Okay,
And I
so let's
look
talk about
forward
that.
to it. I look forward
Let's
to it,
let's
bro.
talk
You know I
about
got
that.
Keyshawn, Art. You know I got
Yeah,
Keyshawn.
and yeah, I got Keyshawn too. Let's talk about it,
Y'all
Art.
niggas is crazy as hell.
I
Nah,
know,
bro.
I know. I know I'm in the
Y'all niggas,
minority.
hold on. You
I
niggas
know
is
I'm in the
crazy as fuck.
minority,
Let me put
Art.
this shit down. Let me put this shit down. You niggas is
And just
crazy.
to be clear, Art, listen, Art, people automatically say when I got Keyshawn, oh, you just a Devin Haney fan. I
No,
had to go
I ain't
excuse
gonna
me.
say that.
Not you,
I
Art.
don't gotta say none of
I,
that because
I had
I
a
said
one cat. Go ahead.
I don't gotta say the reason why I don't gotta say none of that is because see where I'm sitting at right now is where I work. I literally work from home, so I'm sitting back. I'm watching all the film or whatever. I'm watching the film, and I'm seeing since Keyshawn only has a handful of fucking fights. I'm watching all of them. I have time to watch it. I'm watching the amateurs versus Andy Cruz. I'm watching the Bueno fight. I'm watching the Albright 1 and 2, Ortiz, all of them. And I'll tell you right now, Keyshawn was a lot better at 135. He was a lot faster. He was sharper, and he had a better coach. Better coach. Seems like he had a little bit more discipline too as well.
You got to
That's
keep
probably because of, hold on, probably
there's a
because the team was.
caveat. You got to keep in mind there's a caveat to
Hold
that
on,
because
let me continue.
go
Let me
ahead.
continue. Let me continue. So I'm saying that because I'm actually watching this fight. I ain't just blindly picking Devin because I like Devin. No, I'm watching all of it. And I'll tell you right now, Keyshawn was faster at 135. He was a lot sharper, and he had a better coach, better team. But now he's kind of just doing shit on the fly. You expect this guy to come up to a whole new weight class he's never fought in. He's going to be adding muscle rapidly. He has to add muscle fast. It's not something that he's going to build up. And honestly, I would be more concerned for Devin in this fight if Keyshawn had like a year to add this muscle on. You know what I'm saying? He had good people in his corner like a Bomac or whatever. And he's beat a guy at welterweight before, or even a catchweight of 144 or 146 or something. But no, he's jumping straight into a fight with Devin Haney. And Devin Haney, he's already what you call it, acclimated to the weight class. You can see it. You can see it right now in the training footage. His punches, he can punch. I don't want to hear that. Oh, he can't punch shit because every opponent that he fought, they all said he can crack. And the last guy, we just seen his fucking eye looking like a fucking plum. So
That was from the head, but come on now.
come on, man. He was doing a lot of the clinching in the fight. Let's be real. Keyshawn, him moving up to 147 so fast is gonna cost him. And you know what's gonna happen? Once he feel that 1-2 down the middle, he's gonna say, you know what? This weight class is not for me. It's not for me. Keyshawn is not a 147 pounder. He's just not disciplined. He's supposed to be fighting at 135, 140, not no 147. But y'all gonna see. I'm gonna let y'all land on that.
Okay, can I go before you go, brother? Okay,
Go
I'll just
ahead, man.
go. Okay. So let me explain to you how these weight classes work, right? So what Devin Haney truly is a middleweight, all right? Or one fit
Based off your
one
opinion,
no, let me explain
based
to you,
off your
right?
opinion,
No,
because he's making weight
no,
comfortably.
listen, let me go, let me go.
Go ahead.
What I'm saying when you're saying that Keyshawn has to put on this type of muscle, right? How fighters do this, right? Because I'm supposed to be fighting in December, okay? Shoulder injury, all that. I'm supposed to be fighting in December regardless. So what you do is that you diet down to a certain weight, and then you drain yourself of that water, and then whatever time that they have to rehydrate, you rehydrate back up to there, right? What Keyshawn Davis actually is a national 147 pounder, and what for him
No,
he
the
doesn't
fuck.
have to put on any muscle in order to fight at a stronger weight. He struggled to make 140 because he is a bigger fighter. He struggled to make 135 because he is a bigger fighter. He's been a his timeline is no different than Devin Haney's. Devin Haney just had to emaciate himself a lot more to fight at 135 and 140. That's what I'm saying. So and he's a better professional in terms of sticking to his discipline than Keyshawn Davis. But both of them are big ass dudes. And both of them should have been fighting at 147, but you do what you do to gain an advantage, correct? So Keyshawn Davis does not have to build up any muscle. He's already fucking there. He just is
I
fighting in the wrong weight
disagree. I
class.
disagree wholeheartedly. You know why I disagree wholeheartedly? Because the man posted the footage. He posted himself on the scale. What is he? 154, 156. If you're somebody weighing 154, 156, and you're not in serious training camp, you are not a fucking welterweight. You're supposed to be fighting at 140 based off your own logic. Nigga, that's not enough pounds where a guy's eating heavy and then boiling down to the weight class that he wants to be at. No, that's not it at all. Your man Shakur Stevenson Your man Shakur Stevenson even said it today. I think it was today or yesterday, whatever. He said basically a fighter that's 147 usually sits around at 160 on their offseason, 165, 163 on their offseason. Keyshawn is not that. Keyshawn sat, he did his own video. You can go on his YouTube or whatever, Instagram, next to welterweights, Tiger Johnson and whoever this other guy is that he was next to. And looking at him compared to these guys, Tiger Johnson is not some big welterweight, and Keyshawn was visibly smaller, smaller than Tiger Johnson,
but
bro.
listen, you're going off
Let
of
me go. Let me
you're
go after
going
you too.
you're going off of eyes and this and that. Not every fighter is fighting three divisions above their natural weight. Just
Bro,
be sure.
he's not
If
no
sure. No,
140.
listen, listen,
Hold
listen.
on, hold
If
on, hold on, one
listen,
second.
if no, listen,
One point
if
before you go. One point before you go. He's not a another reason I just remembered. He's not a 147 pounder. The reason why he's not fighting at 140 is because this guy said it himself. This weight making shit is not for him. He's not disciplined. That doesn't mean he's. Why are we celebrating or making some type of narrative to say, hey, this guy is something that he's not because he's undisciplined and he missed weight? No, he's just a fighter that missed weight, and that is just that. Period. That's it. There's no, oh, he's really supposed to be a welterweight. No, you miss weight because this weight making shit is not for you. I can't unhear that. But go ahead.
words and you're taking them like in full force, like, oh, he just can't not this plus enough to make weight. His body has outgrown 135, 140. That's what it is. Keyshawn Davis was never a fucking natural lightweight, was never a natural super lightweight. He was never at any point in his career. He was always seen as big for those weight divisions. So what the hell you think he was supposed to end up? Welterweight. Like he was
Well,
always supposed to be a welterweight.
the folks in the chat said,
Here,
my dude KBJ, he says, literally said his walk around weight is 156. That boy is a lightweight.
No, you
156,
guys, once
bro.
again, you guys are under pretense that every guy fights like three divisions above
Okay,
that.
hey, hold on. Let me jump in real quick.
I'm just looking at his frame, bro. I have eyes, man. I'm in
You
the gym
can't just
myself.
look. You have to
I'm in
also
the
have the
gym
fighter
myself.
feel.
I'm in the
If the
gym
fighter feels
myself.
better at
I
147, it is
see.
what it is.
I'm in boxing gyms as well. You know what I'm saying? I'm not some guy just looking at this shit from the outside. I'm looking at this shit.
But you can't say
No,
how a
I'm
fighter
looking
feels
at
at a
this shit.
certain weight.
Tiger Johnson was in training camp and Keyshawn was not in training camp. And with that, he is still smaller than Tiger Johnson, who is not known as a big welterweight. I'm trying to tell you, bro. Come fight night. Devin's gonna be like 160, 163, 165 on fight night. And Keyshawn most
No,
likely
Devin's gonna be
Keish and
170.
Keish and Probably 170,
I
160,
don't, I
like you
don't,
guys like to
and
say.
another thing,
Hold on, hold on,
I don't think
hold on,
Devin is as
Yoko.
big
Hold
as
on.
that
And
on
then
fight
and then
night.
Keyshawn is gonna weigh in probably like 151, 153 come fight night, bro. And I'm trying to tell you, Devin is not some big ass guy who's just, slow and lethargic or whatever. No, he's going to be a bigger guy. Plus, his hand speed is going to be there because he's naturally fighting at 147. He's not a blown up lightweight trying to fight at 147. He's a natural guy fighting at 147. So his punch is going to be coming a lot faster, a lot crisper, and he's going to be more durable than Keyshawn. I don't think Keyshawn's going to be
All right, here.
durable in this
Let
fight.
me. All right, man.
Go ahead,
I
brother.
don't
Let
think
me jump in
Keyshawn's
right
going to
here.
be durable in this fight. I
So
would,
look,
and like I said on Twitter, Brian Norman, y'all say, oh, Brian Norman, he trash or whatever. Brian Norman, he's a welterweight. He's a real welterweight. He got dropped. He got his nose twisted by Devin. Keyshawn, he's not a real welterweight. Devin put that hot shit on him, bro. I'm trying to tell you, man. You might get that stoppage that y'all say never happens. Y'all might see that shit come fight night.
He ain't Brian Norman Jr.
yeah.
He's
All
not
right,
no
here. Hold
wel-
up.
he's not no
Let me
welter. He's not
hold
no
up, Yoko. Let
welter.
me jump in real quick. Let me get mine off.
Go
Okay,
ahead.
so look, first I got to give you your good observations in the beginning on what you talk about, and what you was talking about is this would be Keyshawn's first fight at 147, right? So and Devin's acclimated at the weight at 147, right? So I got to give you that part, right? But what I also got to point out to you is your bias towards Devin, because Devin, and as far as his discipline, he got extreme discipline and measures on how he took to weigh himself, to get himself down and stay at 135 for where he at and where he was at 140 as well. right? Because when he fought Regis and stepped in the ring, he was at 165. So that means if he was fighting for the IBF, that means he would have to be a super welterweight because he's coming in the ring at 165. That means you can't even be make weight at 154 if you was fighting for the IBF title. You see him rehydrating with
But
that
but that
amount of
is
weight.
not the
Hold on,
case.
hold
They're
on,
fighting for
hold
the
on, hold on,
WBO,
hold
so
on, Art. I
that
know, no,
got to
that's
bring in
I'm just
relevance
making
there.
I'm just no, I'm making a sub point in the sense of Devin's process and how he uses his weight and his weight discipline is not the same for everybody else's. Like in the sense of everybody ain't cutting weight like Devin cut weight. You see
That's
what I'm
fact.
saying? Like you're equating how Devin cuts weight. He has an extreme or outlier process on how he cuts weight, and then he makes weight into his fight for
the
him to have a
fact the
size
fact
advantage
that
over his
both
opponent.
the fact that both you brothers know come fight night, Devin Haney is going to be way much bigger than Keyshawn. Let you know that Keyshawn is not a welterweight because Devin
That
is not the
doesn't
only
mean that
Devin
doesn't
is
mean
not the
Hold
Keyshawn
only
on.
not a
fighter.
welterweight.
Devin is not the only fighter in boxing who does this. Xander, we've
No,
seen Xander Zayas.
But
We just seen Boots
that's
at
not an indication
147.
of where
but them
Like,
but them are
Keyshawn
hold on, hold on.
outliers
fighting.
Let me cook.
though.
Let me cook. Let me
Them
cook.
are outliers.
Y'all both know. Y'all both know. Come fight night. Devin is going to be way bigger than Keyshawn. Keyshawn is not going to be able to take those punches. And speaking of the fight alone,
Why would you think
hold on.
that?
Speaking of
Hold
the
on, you
fight,
guys gotta let me. You gotta
speaking
let
of,
me finish
yeah,
too, Art.
no,
After
no.
you.
Speaking of the fight alone, like I said, I've been watching the film on the dude. He dropped that left hand. That right hand is the money. That straight once you down the pipe. I seen
If,
Andy
if,
Cruz. I
if-
seen Andy Cruz do it. I seen Medueno chop him with a right hand. I seen motherfucking Albright do it in both fights. These are four fighters. In his very last fight, he just got stunned once again by a guy who's not even a puncher. So I want you guys to tell me, convince me how you see a guy who's getting rocked by guys who are not known punchers gonna move up to a new weight class and fight a much bigger fighter with a
or yeah,
bigger
listen.
punch.
Let me continue because you just stopped me right in the beginning of me cooking because you didn't like what I said about the weight
No,
cut.
no, go, no.
Like I said, now
Just,
look,
I
like I
understand
said,
what you're saying, but I'm saying you
like
basically
again, let me get
you're
to
not
it.
going to be able to
Let, let,
convince
let,
me
let,
Let
let's
me
that
hold on,
let
hold
Keyshawn
on.
is
Let
a
me get to
cook.
it.
welterweight.
Let me get to it. Let me
Let's let
get
each
to
other
it.
You
cook.
can't
Let's let each
convince
other
me he's a
cook.
welterweight, bro. You
I know,
can't.
Let's
but
let each
listen,
other
listen.
cook.
Hold
I'm
on, hold on,
not
hold on. Let
banking
me
on
just
that.
let me
Let's
just
let each other
continue
But
to
go
cook.
look
ahead.
Every time somebody
because, like I
cooking, we turn the
said,
stove off.
no, it's good. It's
No,
good.
go
It's
ahead.
good. So look, Art, like I said, he's an out. Like I said, Devin's an outlier. Everybody's not coming in, rehydrating like he
And I argued
rehydrates.
he's not the only fighter doing this.
I
This is
know, but we
basically
even
the norm in
I,
boxing.
but what I'm telling you is it's a norm for you to rehydrate. But there's certain fighters that rehydrate to extremes, like Xander did with his strategy of trying to bully Boots, and that shit blew up in his fucking face by coming
Yeah.
in at 181, and then Boots coming in at 168, right? And then that's where we can get to if we get to this. So if we get to, hey man, when it comes to skill, the weight disadvantage can be neutralized by skill. And that's what I was going. Now, then
and
when we come
and
in with
and
skill,
and
hold on,
and,
hold
I,
on. Let's get
and
it.
I'm
Let me
glad
let me
I'm
get
glad
there.
that you're
Let
bringing
me
that
get there.
up
Let's get the skill. Let's
because
get the skill. Let me
even in the skill set, this guy 15 fights he's not ready.
okay.
You fight a guy like Albright and he hurt you the same way in
Let
two
me
fights.
cook.
When
Let
was
He
me
hurt
cook.
him
Keyshawn
the
hurt?
same
No,
way in both
hold
fights.
up,
I don't recall that. I don't
hold up,
recall
Art.
Keyshawn getting
No,
hurt.
He
hold
did.
up, Yanko, hold up. Y'all
Okay.
gotta let me finish my point real quick. Just let me
No,
make
go
my
ahead.
point
Go
real quick
ahead.
so I can get out the way. So
Go
look,
ahead.
you're talking about him getting hit and caught in the fifth round. He wasn't hurt.
The
He
same
got caught
way,
stunned
bro.
and then he kept it moving. He won every round in that fight with two judges' cards.
Mm-hmm.
He lost one on one and he got the two
He
points
won the
deducted
fight.
when he body slammed him. So
He
look
won
what
the
I'm telling
fight.
you. He washed him. And that gets me into the point where this last fight is like, hey, you're talking about this slowness. Hey, that motherfucker got punch speed against Albright. That motherfucker was punching
Bro,
fast. And one thing about Keyshawn, see, if you're looking at all the tape, then you know what I'm saying right here is true art.
Go ahead.
One thing about good fighters and great fighters or above average fighters, and we can't say Keyshawn's great, Keyshawn's chasing greatness, right? But one thing we can say about dominant fighters is that when you look at their tape, their style dominates the fight. And one thing about Keyshawn's style is Keyshawn knows how to fight off the front foot, know how to fight off the back foot. He knows how to switch levels. He throw feints. He has a jab that hurts. That's worthy of respect. He sits on his punches and he throws combinations and he mixes it up to the body early and often. And he does that in every fight, every
Okay.
single fight. Art man.
Hmm.
So it's
Yep,
like
yep,
so. My
yeah.
whole
And
thing is
look here,
so the
and
work
here.
is going to be
I'm
cut out
agreeing to
for
what you're
Devin.
saying. I agree. I agree to what you're saying. Keyshawn is a good fighter, but the kid is not ready yet. The mistakes that he is making against fighters on the level of competition that he's fighting, and he still has these mistakes, lets you know that when it's time to
But
fight
then
somebody who's elite,
You have to
those
search far and
mistakes are
wide for
going
but
those
to
mistakes,
no,
cost
though.
Art,
him.
you're calling
Those
Let's
him
keep it.
mistakes
Art.
You're
are going
looking
to
far and wide
hold on.
for
Let me
those
Art.
cook. Let me
mistakes.
cook. Let me cook. Let you cook, and I want to respond. I want to respond to what Blaze basically said. Yeah, Keyshawn, he lets off those combinations. Yeah, when his opponent is sitting right there for him, because Keyshawn, he is a flat-footed fighter. Believe it or not, he is a flat-footed fighter. He's letting those combinations off when his feet are planted to the floor. He's not chasing guys and letting off three, four punch combinations. The guys are sitting there right there for him to let it off to the body, let off on top. We know you and both of you brothers know Devin is not going to sit there for him to let off those combinations. I say Devin's going to pick him apart from the mid range because I've seen this guy fight in the mid range. Yeah, he's good, but when he throws that jab, he drops his left. I mean, he drops his right. When he throws that right, he drops his left. That shit is going to
Hey,
cost him in that Devin fight. I'm trying to tell y'all right now. And Devin being the much bigger guy, him making those mistakes like, oh, shooting that right and dropping your fucking left, nigga, that's just gonna cost him in that Devin fight. We just seen Devin drop and twisted a bigger buff of a real welterweight. We just seen Devin drop the real welterweight and twisted his nose and had him fucking leaking. The last fight with Keyshawn, yes, he did get stunned in this fight. I don't know why y'all acting like it didn't happen. He did get stunned in that fight against Albright. I'm trying to let y'all know the level of competition. If they're able to hurt this guy, what do you think a somebody who has just amount as knockouts as this guy Keyshawn has fights is going to do to him? What do you think's
he
going to
didn't
happen?
get stunned. He caught a clean punch, Art. And one thing you got to
Dude,
look at
he
is
got
range.
stunned and he clinched. He got stunned and he clinched. Now he's about
Okay,
to
he caught a clean
and
shot,
now
clinched,
he's
and
about
came
to be
back and still
fighting
got the
somebody.
round cap.
Hold on, I'm gonna let you get off because I hear fans saying, "Oh, the clinching style, the clinching style." Keyshawn, when he gets hurt, when he feels the pressure, what does he do? He clinches. I watched all those fights. He clinches. Devin Haney is going to be punching him in the clinch, outside the clinch, and Keyshawn's going to get frustrated. Devin is more disciplined. I wouldn't be surprised if Keyshawn mentally checks out by the sixth round.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. You're expecting something to happen that you ain't even seen before. But what I want to get to is range, bro. One
You
thing that's good
expecting
about
him to come up to 147 and look dominant as if this
no,
guy.
no. What I'm trying to tell you is he's a good. Is he gonna be able to fight? My thing is this. Let me get to listen
No, go ahead. Go
the
ahead. No,
analysis of
hold
his
on.
skills in the ring.
Am I lying though? Am I lying though? He's able to get off those combinations because those guys are sitting right there in front of him.
But
No,
no, and that's
no,
what. Let
not
me
no,
respond. Hold up,
because
Bianco. Hold up, Bianco.
when Jermaine tried to, you see that you remember that ankle shift that he hit on Jermaine Ortiz with that body shot that dropped him the first time.
Jermaine Ortiz
Yeah,
is fucking garbage, nigga. Like,
no, he
what are
is
you
not.
talking
He is
about?
way better than
What are you
fucking Brian Norman
talking
Jr. I can
about?
tell you that shit.
Bro,
Jermaine
it's
Ortiz
He
like
is a
comparing
better
it's like
boxer than
comparing
you don't
Brian
get
fucking
Norman
this
Jr.
Mick.
here.
It's like comparing McDonald's to a fucking five-star restaurant.
Dude, Jermaine
Top
Ortiz
rank
is
knows
a
how to
better
build these prospects
boxer
up,
than
bro.
Brian Norman Jr. That is a fact. Jermaine
Bro.
Ortiz has fought more
Jermaine
competition
Ortiz put
than
the
Brian Norman
pause on
Jr.
Albright. On Albright. And
Albright is a better
Albright,
boxer than
what?
fucking Brian Norman Jr.
These are the
But what I'm
fighters that we're
telling
talking
you,
about.
Art,
You
hold
cannot.
on, because
So,
what
so
y'all
you're
ain't.
telling me
Hold
that
up.
Devin Haney, stylistically, not even accomplished wise, not even accomplished, stylistically, attributes, speed, a decent pop on his punches, footwork, IQ, size advantage. You think that he's comparable to Albright and Ortiz? Is that what we
No,
talking
Dude,
about?
they're different fighters.
I'm saying that it's let's say this. Let's say this. And you want to know what I want to happen if Devin Haney ends up fighting Shakur Stevenson? I would love for Brian Norman Jr. to be up next, so you could see how easy Keyshawn Davis makes this shit look. in comparison to Devin
Nigga,
Haney.
that bro, and
He's going to make that
and
shit look very
I
easy.
love that you brought that up. I love the fact that you brought
He
that
will
up,
wash
and
the fuck
I
out of
feel
Brian
like you
Over.
fans are crazy for just automatically giving
Keyshawn
Keyshawn
Davis is an Olympic silver
some
medalist.
win over
That is
some.
that experience trumps
Hold
beating
on, hold on, hold on,
bums and
hold on.
mixed.
Let me. Can you hear me? Can you hear me?
I can hear you. I got you.
Okay, because sometimes when people back out, my mic goes off.
I'm here.
Look, I feel like you niggas are crazy, or you in general. I feel like you are crazy for saying that Keyshawn basically has some hypothetical win over
I don't say he
Brian
has a
Norman. You
hypothetical
know
win.
why?
I'm rooting
You
for
know
him to
why?
win.
Because we've never seen Keyshawn fight at welterweight. Keyshawn,
We've
yes,
never seen.
if you're looking at the eye
We've never
test,
seen
hold on, Yonko,
Devin
let
Haney
me cook.
fight in an
I swear I'm gonna let
athletic,
you cook.
skilled black boxer. We've never seen him.
Yonko, I swear I'm gonna let you cook.
Go ahead.
Keyshawn Davis. Yes, you could look at him right and say, "Oh well, this guy fundamentally he's better." But nigga, this is the pro game. This is boxing. You can be stylistically better, but if somebody's putting some hot shit on you and you can't take it, nigga, you're gonna get your ass either knocked out or you're gonna fucking skate around the ring until you lose a fucking decision. Keyshawn Davis is not a welterweight. He could be winning 6 rounds and Brian Norman can put some hot shit on him and stop him. We don't know if this guy's durable at 147. We don't know if he can take a punch because regardless if y'all like to deny it or not, I've seen him hurt in both Albright's fights. Brian Norman is a way bigger puncher than Albright, bro. If Brian Norman lands on Keyshawn, I don't know, and you don't know if he's able to take a punch at 147 like that from a monstrous puncher. And we can't say he has the best defense in the world where he's not going to get punched, because best believe he's going to get punched. I don't think
Okay,
he's. My question is his
can I cook? Can I
durability.
cook now? Can I
Go ahead.
cook? Can I just like? And the thing is, I want the chat because the chat has asked a question, and me, unlike
No,
most
cook, cook.
people, I'm able to articulate what the strategy that I'm laying out. What I ain't laying out because he's gonna do whatever the fuck he wants to do. A lot of people don't quite understand. Keyshawn Davis is not only one of the best body punchers, he's one of the best counter punchers in boxing as well. He punches in between shots. He does not. Keyshawn Davis, I know a lot of people get caught up on his legs. You have different types of footwork, right? You have footwork that may be aesthetically pleasing. That's more so on the back foot, such as a Devin Haney, Alberto Puello, weather fighter, Hitchinson. You may be able to see that style or whatever, but when you see a fighter like him, he can go forward and backward. Yes, it may not be aesthetically pleasing, but it is effective. So when that's in the Jermaine Ortiz fight showed that. And even when you have Albright fought the fight before Keyshawn Davis again. He fought one of the guys, even though his gas tank is shit, Frank Martin. Frank Martin has some of the best feet in fucking boxing. If you guys go watch him, okay, he has some of the most best feet. He's one of the most athletic fighters I've ever seen in this generation. But too bad, undersized, gas tank, trash. So, and Albright was able to neutralize that, right? But at the end of the day, when it comes to Keyshawn Davis, the way that he would beat someone like a Brian Norman Jr., he will come forward. Keyshawn Davis, one of the best counter punchers in the fucking game. He will let Brian Norman Jr. do whatever he wants to do, and he's gonna fucking counter him. Okay. I'm not gonna sit up here and pretend. I don't know why Top Rank took that shit down. You can't find that shit anywhere. But Brian Norman Jr. had been dropped before Devin Haney, and he wasn't dropped by a very
He's
let's
been
say he
dropped
wasn't
by
dropped.
other welterweights.
But
Other
regardless,
welterweights.
are you under the assumption that Keyshawn Davis power will not carry?
Yeah. I don't look honestly because like
So
I
that's
said,
what it's about.
like I said, I've been watching the film, right? He looked faster at 135, sharper, had a better coach. At 140, the person that he stopped is I can't even rate this guy high at all because I've seen every time I see this guy on my screen, he's losing a fight.
Who?
Ortiz. He can't Ortiz cannot
But
crack.
he's giving
Y'all talking
the
about
quote unquote
Devin.
cream of the
Ortiz
crop
cannot
guy
crack.
such a hard fight.
Ortiz cannot punch his way out of a fucking wet paper bag, bro. He's all fucking muscle, no fucking punch. I'm sorry.
You
Maybe
mean
if
Brian Norman
he
Jr.?
Brian Norbert can punch, that's real country power. That's real punching power. What you
I'm
talking
from
about?
Georgia. The only reason why, and listen, me and my friend had this debate, right? We was going back and forth. I wasn't necessarily rooting against Devin Haney because I wanted to see him lose. I said he was. more experienced than Brian Norman Jr. He had the skills to beat Brian Norman Jr. But my perception on Devin Haney was I'm not sure if he's going to be able to let his hands go enough to give Brian Norman Jr. respect. So I was 50-50, but I was definitely not rooting against Devin. I'm like, bro, he has everything to beat this guy. But once again, it was just coming off the Ramirez fight. That's my take on it. You had a lot of people that did want to see Devin Haney lose because, like, oh, like I ain't gonna lie, the Ramirez fight that was horrible. I'm sorry, but
It
it is what it
it
is.
was it,
But
folks. Like I
it's cool. It
said,
was his first fight back. It was
people
his
are
first fight back.
people. Yeah,
First
they're
fight back.
looking at
We'll
boxing
give him a pass.
through a hating lens. I'm gonna tell you this, Keyshawn, right?
I wasn't hating. I was rooting for him. I was rooting
Like I
for him.
said, with Keyshawn versus Devin, can you? I don't know if you can agree with me or not. I feel like it would be more of a threat to Devin if Keyshawn is not jumping into this fight straight away. I can see if Keyshawn actually fought a Brian Norman Jr. And had a year to acclimate to the weight class and add muscle the right way. But instead,
I don't think.
he's jumping straight into this fight. It's
But
like even
but
hold on. Even if you took the name Keyshawn and Devin Haney, it's not even logical to say a guy that with 15 fights and two of his fights were against a fucking part-time CNA, they all went the distance, that this guy is going to just beat a guy who's what in his what third, fourth weight class, and
but but here but here
he just
but
dethroned the fucking number one guy who just put
no
his
no no no
last
no
opponent
no
in a coma.
Yo,
no
yo,
no. Let me go.
Yeah,
Let me go.
like
No.
yo, hold on,
that
hold on,
is
This
hold
is
on.
true. If
fine.
you
You
take
let
away
no no
that,
no no
that's
no
not
no.
logical.
No, let me
Yo,
go. Let me go ahead and break that whole shit down to you, right?
wait, hold on, hold on,
Since
Hold
a
hold
on,
lot of
on.
people were,
let
a lot of
Devil.
people, a lot of people were not
Can
paying attention
y'all
to the welterweight
y'all can
Hold
hear
division.
me?
on. Yeah, shout out to Devil. Let him. What's popping, fam?
Nah. I'm not even trying to cut off. I just want to know y'all if y'all can hear me. My first
No,
time
we
on
can
here.
hear you. We can hear you. Okay.
Yo, shout out to the show, man. You can go ahead, Yonko.
Yeah. Do you think Yoko?
All right, a lot of people wasn't paying attention to the welterweight division, right? Because keep in mind, I went to the Boots and Standing on this fight. Um, I actually ran the Bozy and it's at the Caesar Hotel. The shit is very expensive for no reason. But basically, Brian Norman Jr. had the opportunity to fight Boots. He did. He chose to fight Jin Sasaki after Stanionis got packed the fuck up. So that fight was supposed to be on the table, and Boots was like, we saw his last weigh in against Stanionis. He was about to die. Okay, so he moved up. Then that's when Brian Norman Jr. became the number one guy in the division. It was Stanionis and then Boots. Brian Norman Jr. was never at no point the number one guy. What the number two
Brian
guy
Norman was
lost.
the number
The
one
number
guy.
one
He
guy
was the
moved
only
up
standing champion at that weight class.
because
Boots
the
vacated.
second one got stepped on and the number one moved up. He didn't earn that.
It doesn't matter. That is still the number one welterweight in the
I'm
division.
saying, but we not finna act like he was some
He's
fucking
still.
demon.
We can't say because
Right? He
he
wasn't
dunked
no
or
fucking
nah.
demon.
He's still the number one division because the guy who was the number one in the division moved up and moved out the weight
And the
class.
number two got stepped on by the
And the
number
number two
one.
got smashed. So who's the number one? Yes, the guy who has the belt who just put his
But that's
opponent
not
in a
indicative.
coma.
But listen,
The
that's
guy
not
who just put
indicative.
his guy.
That's
It
not
doesn't
indicative of
look,
how good
and
he
that's what I'm saying,
was
Yoko.
going into the Devin Haney fight.
Everything that you're saying, everything that you're saying,
That's not. We're not
you
finna
can
give
feel
him.
that
We're not
personally.
finna give him. Hey, he
You
was the
can
number
feel
one
that
guy. That
personally.
shit means nothing if you got it after
No, you can
everybody else
feel
got
that
out the way.
personally, but
That don't mean
but
shit.
he's the number one welterweight,
He
bro.
got, bro.
That's how
He
the
got,
sport
bro.
works.
No, 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 no.
I didn't make the rules. You didn't make the rules. This is how
No,
the
no.
sport works,
He became
bro.
the number one after the demon moved up. After that, goddamn, what two
It
tone arm,
doesn't
the
matter.
overall nightmare.
It
Yes, it
doesn't
does.
matter.
It
He
does
beat the
matter.
number, bro.
It does matter. You can't. You
Regardless of
cannot.
how you
You're putting
feel,
extra hot sauce on some shit that's just it's like that on
he's
paper.
the
But when
number
you
one
dive into it,
welterweight in the
it's like,
division, bro.
was he the best welterweight in the world? Really? Was he
Yeah.
really the best welterweight in the world before
Wait,
Devin
Yes.
Haney?
Yonko,
No, he
Yonko.
Yes.
wasn't. No.
Hold on. Let Devo cook. Go
Nah,
ahead, Devo.
Yonko. But who was better than Norman like at that time though? Like when Devin moved up at
None of them
welterweight.
dudes. None of them. That's why they all had Norman by KO.
Exactly. Devin
The
was the
fuck?
underdog, bro.
Devin was the
Go.
underdog in the fight. You know why? Because he's moving up to a weight class, a new weight
Yeah.
class he's never fought in.
And the thing is, like Norman defended his title twice after that. You know, like he knocked out Sasaki. I understand we don't know who the fuck Sasaki is. You know what I mean? And but and also
I
Derek
can't hear
Cuevas.
Devo.
Oh
Look,
damn, you
man.
can't. Hold on, you might have to back out and back right back in.
Yeah, bro. But like I was saying, bro, but let me ask you a question, Art, man. Like, who else is after the Ryan fight? After that Ryan fight, bro, like take a tune up and then go up and fight a Norman after that shit. Like most guys, bro, they taking like way more than one tune up after that Ryan fight, bro. Like
You
that's
you
some
know
dog
you know
shit.
what it is to me. What it is to me is that these niggas just don't. They don't respect Devin Haney and what he brings to the table. They don't respect it. They feel like this guy's just winning this fights by sheer luck or something. Because
Exactly.
anybody who's truly watching is saying, maybe I may not like this style, but it's giving his opponents a very difficult time where this nigga is winning by UD. And maybe this
Exactly.
can happen to the fighter that I fucking like. Niggas making it
Exactly.
seem like Devin is just waking up as the winner of these fights. No, he's the winner of these fights because he's doing something that these other guys cannot do, which is stay disciplined in the ring, throw that jab from round one to round 12, use your legs in ring, clinch, utilize the clinch. These boxers,
Exactly.
and that's what one thing's gonna fuck up Keyshawn in that this Devin Haney fight. He's not gonna be strong enough to fight Devin out the clinch. Not at all.
For me is lack of it. Can
Not at
Yonko
all.
hear me? Can Yonko hear me?
Maybe Rolly.
Uh Yonko, can you hear me? I don't think you can hear me. But what I'm
Hey, Chad,
saying
I'm
is
I'm about to put him on the spot with this one.
Keyshawn's lack of experience is gonna hurt him in
Oh
this Devin
man,
fight, bro. It's his lack of the experience.
Bro,
He ain't fought no one like Devin, bro.
that
God
is
damn it, can't hear
that.
your art.
You can't hear me? Can you hear
I
me?
can't. I came back in. How come I can't hear nobody now?
Hold on.
Yeah,
You know,
bro.
StreamYard is not that good, man.
Like, bro, I watch Keyshawn
It's
fights. I
not that
watch
good,
all of
man.
his fights, bro.
Shit been
Like,
trash.
Keyshawn's a hell of a fighter,
That's an
bro.
exception.
And
I can
he's
hear
gonna
you
be
now.
hard to beat. You talking to me, Yonko?
So I got a question for both of y'all, right? Since I'm picking Keyshawn Davis, right?
Wait,
Not sure Devin Haney is great enough to make it
Yonko,
12 with him, but I got Keyshawn Davis winning. Would y'all
yeah,
be willing to put y'all money where y'all mouth is? Do y'all believe in Devin Haney that much to
Duh,
where
nigga. Bro, what?
how much y'all trying to put up, man?
Nigga, I got $100 on Devin. What the fuck?
Let's
Bro, you
do
know
it.
how much money I made from the Brian Norman fight, nigga? And how
But that
look,
but that
that's what
but
I'm
that
trying
was
to.
a
That's
full
what I'm
but
trying to tell fans. When fans be like, "Oh, our man don't believe," nigga, I believe this shit because, nigga, bro, when Devin Haney beat Brian Norman, nigga, I have a store, artmanapparel.com, best boxing merch in the game. You know what I'm
still
saying?
still
I'm
still waiting
shipping
on
you.
I'm
I'm
waiting on the
shipping your
hoodie.
hoodie
I
this
see
week.
you shipped it.
I'm shipping your hoodie this week.
Right.
Nigga, when Devin Haney cooked Brian Norman, nigga, my store looked like motherfucking like a million people was calling. I feel like I had notifications of people calling me. All I seen was cha-ching, 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 the Shopify notification because that's how much faith I had in Dev. I had bet niggas so many hoodies on that fucking fight, bro. So many hoodies on that fight because people were talking just like you, Devin. He's just the skills. They feel like he's not skilled, which is crazy to me. I'm like, I don't see how you don't see this guy as fucking skilled.
I
People
did
don't
say
look.
Haney is
They
good.
don't. They don't look at the fact. They don't look at discipline as a skill. I don't think fans look at discipline as a skill in boxing.
Yon,
Discipline, like, because even right now, once again, I'm cutting weight right now, so that's the reason why I respect Devin Haney on a completely different level. May so like the only time I give Devin Haney criticism when I rate him against his other elite peers, but against a guy like Brian Norman Jr., I'm gonna give him respect. You saw my tweet about the fucking Tiger Johnson shit. I was there. I was there at the event. I talked to me a little dark skinned John, but you saw what I said though, right? You feel me? If I really hated Devin Haney, if I had hated my heart for Devin Haney, I would be
It's
back
it's
at
it's
Tiger
it's not
Johnson.
about hate. I don't care if you hate. You
No,
don't
I
have to.
no, I
You don't
kept
have
it
to like them.
real.
I feel like you are underestimating and you're not
I'm not
giving
right,
respect to
right,
underestimating.
his
right,
I
right,
skills.
just,
right.
respect his peers as well as I respect him. And you got to make a
Why do you
decision
think
on
his
who you go
peers?
with
Why do you think his peers are throwing in stipulations to fight him?
because he's in a different fucking weight class than they are. Like it's
Nigga, if
dumb.
it doesn't matter
Dumb. Like right?
if somebody was considered food that is at a higher weight class, you would still say skills pay the bills. I.e., Shakur Stevenson saying he would fight Conor Ben because we all know no matter
Everybody
how
would
big
fight
Conor,
Conor Ben
because
without
we
eating.
know no matter
Everybody
how.
would fight Conor Ben because he's not as good as
Can you
them.
agree, Yoko? Can you agree? Let's be real.
Everybody
Can
would
you
fight Conor
agree?
Ben.
Can you agree that not only having a size advantage is a plus, but having a size plus skill is a very dangerous combination in boxing? Can you agree?
Yes,
Having
but
size and
yeah,
IQ.
but listen, when your skills don't compare to the guy across from you, then it's like
So
then
you telling
skills.
me 15 fight key is more skilled than Devin
Yeah,
Haney,
yes, I am.
who we seen on the
Yes, I am.
highest level display his
I'm
skill?
telling you right now, Keyshawn Davis. When if Keyshawn Davis got a fucking big ass
Nah,
toolbox compared,
you
like,
don't
like I'm
respect that
talking
nigga.
about, like
You don't respect
Keyshawn
that
Davis
nigga.
has
This
way
nigga
more
said
tools,
15 fight key is
way
more
more
skilled
tools
than
than Devin
Devin.
Haney.
Yonko,
Wait, when
like
you looking at the fights, he's an Olympic silver medalist.
I don't
That
care,
makes up
bro.
for a lot of the bumps that Devin
Nigga,
Haney has fought.
gold nigga, I know gold medalist who's pawning his motherfucking
How many?
medal, bro.
Check this
That
out.
shit
How
don't
many
mean
black?
nothing.
How no? Look, how
That
many
shit
ass
don't mean
black Olympians do
nothing.
you know? How many
Yo,
terrible
look,
black
bro.
Olympians do you know?
Self-made undisputed
Yonko,
fighters do you know?
How many black?
How many
Answer
self
me.
hold on,
How many
hold on,
black?
Yanko. Hold on, Yanko. How many self-made undisputed fighters have you seen? And how many fucking medalists get knocked out in boxing?
hella medalist, bro.
How many gold, silver medalists in boxing have you? How many of them have you seen get knocked out? And how many fucking
And
self-made undisputed fighters have you seen in boxing?
Devin beat a gold medalist too.
That's what I'm saying. Like, bro, like, what are we talking? The Olympics don't mean shit,
That shit
bro.
don't mean shit, bro.
It doesn't mean shit. Deontay Wilder was a bronze medalist. A bronze medalist. Deontay Wilder is somebody that they say has the least skills in boxing.
Right. And Yonko, while Keyshawn was winning that medal, like Devin was a champion,
Already
bro.
known
Like
that the guys
Already a
one twenty
champion.
six through one what 54. One, like those are the guys that are cracking with skill. Inoue is a
now,
fucking outlier. Bam is an outlier. Like,
all right,
so, like, you
okay.
got to keep in mind the pedigree. It's about pedigree. It's not just about how many fights you have. You want to know why he started because he was going up against the guys that were going to be
It
elite in
is
the pros as well.
it is
Look
about
at
how many
Gary
fights
Antoine
you
Russell.
have.
Who did he fight in the amateurs? Boots, Hitchinson. You feel me? Are those guys not champions now? Hitchinson, he dropped his belt. Those guys are champions. Those guys are considered the elites now. You got to keep in mind pedigree matters. It matters. It
And I'm
Hitchens is
trying
a
matters.
to
You guys
tell
can
you,
look at fights, but pedigree
based off of
matters.
Keyshawn's handful of fucking fights, he is
He
not
is
ready
an
for
elite
Devin Haney,
fighter.
bro.
bro,
You
because
No,
want
he's
bro,
not.
you
experience
act like
matters, bro.
Keyshawn Davis is not a
One
fucking
one could say
former
the nigga's
champion.
chinny. One could say the
Who
nigga's
he's
chinny.
Kenny? When did
One could say
Bro,
the
Keyshawn Davis
nigga's
go
chinny.
down?
Keyshawn
Shit.
ain't fight no punches,
When did
bro.
Keyshawn Davis go down?
Keyshawn ain't fight no punches.
I've seen Keyshawn rocked by
I've
motherfucking
seen
guys
Keyshawn.
who are
I've
not
seen Devin
punchers.
Haney get rocked by Brian Norman
By
Jr.
guys who are punchers.
No, he never got robbed by
Punchers.
Brian Norman
Dude,
Jr., bro.
Devin Haney has been rocked by Linares, right? Booty shaking back to the corner. We've
By
seen that.
punchers. By
Yeah.
Dude,
punchers.
dude, Devin Haney,
By
Devin Haney.
punchers. Niggas who are
And what the
champions or
fuck do you
former
listen,
champions,
listen, listen?
not
And what the fuck do you
CNAs.
think Keyshawn Davis is? He's a puncher with fucking skill. What do you think?
He is a puncher with skill. But
Hello?
the thing
Your
is,
He's
own
a
point.
puncher.
Hello? Keyshawn Davis is a puncher with skill, with good punch placement, good
Why did
timing.
Albright see the final bell in both fights
thank
versus
Because
you,
guys who
you're
thank
can
not
you,
going to
punch
be
him?
able to stop
thank
every
you,
guy. Is Albright
thank
not
you.
known as a
And you think
durable
he's
guy?
gonna stop Devin?
Who's to
That's a
say?
great
Who's
point,
like?
bro.
Listen,
That's a
Albright is
great
just one of
point,
those
bro.
guys that you can't stop everybody. Albright was allowed to
Nah,
fucking
bro.
clinch and survive to the bell. That's the ref's fault.
Albright was
Keyshawn could have
tailor
got him out there if
made.
the ref didn't allow him to clinch for the whole
Keyshawn,
second half of the fight. That's a
bro,
fact.
it was supposed to be a
And
10 round
Keyshawn Davis
fight.
really wasn't even stepping on him as hard as he could.
Hold on, one at a
Keyshawn
time,
wanted
one at
it.
a time.
Keyshawn wanted that shit to be a 12 round fight so he could stop him. It was supposed to be a 10 round fight. He had 2 extra rounds to stop Albright and he still couldn't. The thing is, right? When you talking about medals, right? When Keyshawn was getting his ass whooped to get that silver medal by Andy Cruz, Devin was already at the top of his division beating champions. You know what I mean? It's
Being
experience.
champions, former champions. The experience
Exactly.
matters, bro. I don't know.
It
And,
matters.
and that's why I honestly feel like Yanko, he may not say it, but I feel like he just does not respect Devin Haney and
He
his
just
skill set.
nah, and it's gonna take it's gonna take like probably like a boots fight or whatever for him to finally get that respect. But because the thing is, like, I want to ask Yonko this, right? And Blaze, because I've been chasing Blaze around. I can't get him. How is Keyshawn gonna beat Devin? Like, no one explaining that shit. Like, they
They're
explain the skill
they're
set
saying
of
they're
Keyshawn,
basically they're saying he's gonna knock out Devin Haney. He's gonna
but
knock him
how?
out.
Like, break it down, because Art man, you've been breaking down the fight for a minute. Like, three fucking lives, you've been breaking down the fight
That's what I'm
and
saying.
how
When I'm
Devin's
when I'm
gonna do.
telling people the breakdown, I'm telling them exactly how. I ain't saying, oh well, I just think Devin's gonna win because he's my favorite fighter. No, I'm saying, look, that 1-2 down the pipe is gonna frustrate him. Keyshawn is not a
Exactly.
disciplined fighter. The minute
He's
he
not,
feels like he's not able to get shit off, he's fighting dirty. We've seen
and
this
he
in
don't
many fights. He's picking niggas up, he's grabbing them, all types of shit, trying to wrestle with them.
exactly.
Nigga, I've seen fighters just use their brain and beat this guy. Andy Cruz, all those fights,
Right.
Andy Cruz is not some monster puncher. He was just using his brain to beat this guy. Like, oh, let me use distance on this guy. Oh, let me punch in combinations. Let me fake him
Mhm.
out with the flinch, and then I'm gonna catch him with the motherfucking right hand over the top. Just
Well,
little shit. It's not like he was
Hey, hey,
using crazy
hey,
shit.
listen,
And then
listen.
and then
I gotta
and
go.
then
I
we
gotta
seen
go.
him go. Go ahead.
Listen. I gotta go wash. But I will say this: if anybody, you are man. If any of y'all, you know what? I don't even want. I don't like say. I'll bet you the money. But what I want is a whatever I want to say. Whether if it's shirt, hoodie, it'll probably be cold by then if the fight happens. You feel me? I want a graphic of Keyshawn Davis doing whatever nasty work he does to Devin Haney as the prize for when Keyshawn Davis wins as a bet with you. I'll bet you the money. All
Yonko,
right, but if Keyshawn
Yonko,
Davis wins, which I think he will, then that's what I get back in return. Okay,
Yon-
we got a deal on that.
Yonko, can you hear me?
Your mic muted. I can't hear you.
You talking to me? Oh, I think you can't hear me. Shit, I don't know. Can someone in the chat ask Yonko what round? Like, how does
I
he have
cannot hear
Keyshawn
any of
winning?
y'all.
Can you see the comments? Because I'm curious, bro.
Hold on, let me leave and come back. Since
I'm curious, man. Like, how is Keyshawn gonna beat Devin? Like, can someone break down the fight from round 1 to 12, please? Blaze, I've been looking for Blaze for a minute, but he dipped before I got on. Like, I want him to break down the
I,
fight, man.
I
Like,
forgot. I had to. I had a phone call. What did he say? What did he say?
he's talking about a bet. Like, he want you to bet him a shirt or some shit. That
Bro,
Keyshawn's gonna beat
these
Devin.
niggas acting like I'm fucking scared of this fight. This is actually a very easier fight than. But look,
Then Norman, bro.
they don't want to hear it. 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 They
They don't
just feel
want to
like
hear it.
Devin. They just want to go into it thinking Devin's just some bitch. This nigga can't punch. He can't take a punch. This nigga's fighting on Bambi legs all fight. I don't know. I
You
don't
know
know,
what it
man.
is, Art man? Because Keyshawn, if you really watch Keyshawn's career, he ain't fight no punchers. So he looks scarier than what he actually is. So like he's grabbing niggas, slamming niggas, and ripping off all these crazy combinations on these fighters like Pedraza and
Medueno,
fucking Madueno and Barinchek and shit and Albright. And Jermaine Ortiz was a good fighter, but if you really study Jermaine Ortiz, that man was tailor made for
nigga can't
Keyshawn.
punch. Every
He
time
can't
I
punch
seen
for
Jermaine,
shit.
every time I seen Jermaine Ortiz, he's getting beat up and he can't punch, bro.
He doesn't have
Exactly.
any
You
IQ
know,
either.
so that's why people was looking at Keyshawn. He ain't never really lost a fight or been losing a fight. So it's like, damn, how is Devin gonna do? Because we've seen Devin in vulnerable positions. But what I'm saying is that's because Devin fought competition, and that shit
Yeah, and
matters.
they don't understand that part. They don't understand like. Okay, they're like, oh well, Devin, he got rocked by Linares. Nigga, he was fighting Linares at like 22, 21 years old, nigga.
Exactly.
Yep.
Nigga, who you
Exactly.
talking about? And then, oh well, look at the Ryan Garcia fight. Oh yeah, you mean the fight where the guy who was on fucking steroids and outweighed his
Exactly.
opponent? Did y'all forget that Keyshawn's fight got canceled because he was overweight? And Devin had to fight a nigga that was overweight and on pads. And this is the fight that y'all saying, oh, he's gonna look like that in every single fight. I'm like, man, if y'all keep
Right.
on thinking that shit, I'm just gonna be cashing in, bro. I'm just gonna keep on selling
Exactly.
hoodies. I'm just gonna keep on doing my thing because I thought niggas would have learned from that Brian Norman fight, but they didn't. They didn't. You know, and I was actually trolling. I'm not trolling. I was laughing on Twitter before the Brian Norman fight. I was saying things like, man, once Brian Norman get cooked, niggas gonna say he's trash. Nigga, I was just joking. I didn't know
Exactly.
niggas was really gonna do that. They're really doing that. They're really
They're
saying
doing it.
basically they're basically saying, damn that Brian Norman fight. Keyshawn Brian Norman is just absolutely garbage, and Devin Haney doesn't deserve any credit. He's still garbage.
Right. Right. But you know how I know they know Devin not garbage, bro? They just talking all that shit. It's because if you want to, all right, who should he fight then? It's always Boots or they mind you, they never say 154 division. They ain't never say Virgil. They don't ever say no fucking other
Hold on,
shit.
let me respond to this guy real quick. He said you can't use the weight shit Haney accepted. You can use the weight shit because
You
yeah,
can.
he accepted the weight, but he didn't accept the weight in combination of a nigga being on pads. That's different, nigga. That's way
Right,
different. That's
right.
way different. You can't say, oh yeah, I accept you fighting a nigga that's what you all can. Yeah, matter of fact, let's cook on that shit, man. I can't wait. I've been waiting to cook on this shit because Yanko. I was telling you this morning, right? Because we were talking about the performance enhancing drug stuff, right? And
Mm-hmm.
I had to reiterate to you, I'm like, bro, I understand that you may have these conversations with other people, but
Other boxers.
I'm 31 years old, right?
I'll be 30 next
I'm
month.
not a kid. I'm not a kid. I'm
I'll
not
be
a kid,
30
right?
next month.
I'm 31 years old. I actually work in healthcare. I work for one of the top companies here in Minnesota, right?
Congratulations.
Tomorrow, when I clock into work, I'm gonna have to hear people talk about the medications that they're taking and how they need it because they help their performance in life. It helps their everyday performance in life. So I'm not gonna sit here and talk to boxing fans and tell me, hey man, he because he took a combination of Nandrolone and Ostarine, that's not helping him in the fight game. It's not helping him at all. You might as well have taken a fucking pre-workout. You're not gonna sit here and tell me that shit, and I'm supposed to sit here and be like, yeah, you're right. I'm not gonna hear that shit because he has four fucking samples that were taken, and they're fucking all dirty. They all came back dirty, and the first two came out with fucking nandrolone in the system. He has footage of him fucking being on illegal IVs, which is illegal in New York, which was mentioned in the lawsuit that y'all hate. And Ryan Garcia's team,
I never criticized Haney for
his
the
lawyer
lawsuit.
never refused. His lawyer never refused, never even brought it up, never denied it because they know that is fucking illegal in New York. He had hold on, let me go off
Look,
before you cook. He had nandrolone in his system, the same thing that took Tyson Fury's hair out and had him talking with a raspy voice. You know, kind of how the same raspy voice Ryan Garcia had in the build up to the fucking Haney fight. Yeah, he was on nandrolone and fucking ostarine. The combination of both while being overweight and fighting a fighter who did the right things, who made the weight, like you admitted, he's a big guy. So he's draining himself to be fighting at 140. You cannot tell me a drained fighter fighting at 140, fighting a nigga that's overweight and on a combination of two pads, that shit did not affect his performance and had the fight looking the way it did. You
who
can't
drained him?
tell me that.
Who drained himself? Who did that?
You know that. Devin Haney fighting
Who
at
drained himself?
he fought, he did things the right way.
Well,
Fought
is
at
that the
one.
right way?
No,
Why are you
no,
draining
he fought,
yourself?
he did the thing the right way. He made the
Why are
weight
you
for the weight
draining
class.
yourself?
No, no, that's neither here nor there. No, that's
Ah!
neither here. Oh shit, my bad. I ain't mean to cook. I ain't mean to kick you. I ain't mean to kick you. I ain't mean to kick you. Nah, that's neither here nor there. He made the weight. He made the weight. This was fucked up about it. They signed an agreement to both make weight and show up clean. This guy
Hey,
did neither. And then this is the fight that you're judging him off and say, oh well, he's the. I think fit guys with 15 fights can beat him because somebody on pads that outweighed him was able to get over on him.
Once again, the dude in the chat made a great point. Y'all act like Ryan never knocked nobody out with that left hook before he dropped Devin Haney, which is just the reality of it. He was stopping motherfuckers with that left
Because he
hook.
was not taking VADA testing then.
So but I'm saying, why did
That's
the
why.
other? So you're saying that Ryan was always on some shit? That's what you're saying.
I'm saying when you test positive for performance enhancing
But
drugs, it is not wrong for somebody to speculate that you are on
but
drugs
that's what I'm
prior
saying.
to
But you're
that.
saying it as a fact. You're saying it as if Ryan
No, no,
Garcia.
I just told you what it is. Because somebody
Okay, okay,
tested
but that's what
positive
I'm
in a
saying.
fight,
So
you
so
cannot
is
say
that
it
what
is
is that
wrong
what
to
you're attributing?
speculate that he was on some
But
dope in the
are you
past.
attributing the knockouts he got from the left hook and the
No,
rest and the other
I'm telling you, in the crazy how in the fights that he had to take testing, his performance looked a little different. The performance against Tank when he had very uh extensive testing with the Tank fight, what happened to him? He got knocked out. The fight with Devin
didn't he have a
Haney.
rehydration
Hold on, hold
clause?
on, hold on, hold on. Let's continue. The fight
Dang.
that he fought Tank in with the testing, he got knocked
Rehydration
out in.
clause.
The fight with Devin
It was a
Haney,
rehydration clause.
he looked the best he's ever looked in his career, and he tested positive. The fight after he tested for VADA again, he came back clean and he looked the worst he's ever looked. So
Okay,
it's
what
like,
about
come
Mario
on,
Barrios?
bro, come on, man.
What about Mario Barrios? Let's not act like Ryan was not a TikToker now. Let's not act like he was the most locked in boxer out of the quote unquote four kings. Let's you know.
Bro, the fight alone showed you the nigga was on pads. If you're breaking it down from a stylistic
Okay,
part,
so was he on
because
pads
you
against
know why?
Barrios?
Because you know why? Because niggas they like to bring up the highlights of him knocking down. They're not bringing up the highlights of actually Devin Haney boxing him. The reason why the scorecards were very close, it wasn't just a blowout. No, he looked like a nigga that was on pads. His biggest moments is when he was able to hurt his opponent, and his opponent was looking like he has never been hit like that a day in his life before.
Who?
Maybe somebody could say, huh, based off of him using a pad that naturally makes you bigger while cutting weight, makes you retain weight while cutting weight,
So
retain
listen,
muscle
listen,
while
listen,
cutting weight.
listen, listen,
A pad
listen.
that
Oh,
helps
check
you
this out.
recover.
Hey, hey,
Maybe that pad
let's use
helped him
this.
in the
Hey,
fight.
let's use this as a good example. Did Matias not test for Austrian as well? And did he not
Bro,
get his shit stopped?
like I
He
said,
got his
like
shit
I
beat
said,
in by fucking
like
Dalton
I said,
Smith.
Yonko, like I said, I am 31 years old. I work in healthcare. Medication works completely different on everybody, on every type of patient, bro. You cannot. That's why when you're filling out and you're when a patient first signs up for any type of treatment, they fill out their demographics. They put their race, age, nationality, all that, because these things affect their treatment. Certain medications that they take, like prostate cancer, black people are more prone to having prostate cancer than anybody else. People, different body types. So you can't say, oh, well, because one guy won on Ostarine. I mean, one guy won on Ostarine, the other guy got knocked out. It's the same thing. No, it's not the same because we all have different body types. There's a reason why we have to fill out forms with demographic forms saying that we're black, we're fucking Latino, we're fucking white. You know what I'm saying?
Well, I'm
Etc.
glad that you said that, Art, because that kind of goes into my point with Keyshawn Davis. He ain't Brian Elmer Jr. But your
Yeah,
own point that
he's
you're
not a
making.
welterweight. He's not a
But
welterweight.
that's what I'm saying. You're over here trying to put him on your type of understanding, but we don't understand Keyshawn Davis' body. We don't know his body. We don't know. We don't know his body. He knows his body. He wouldn't be moving up
Not
to
banking on that.
147 if
I
he
wouldn't.
didn't.
Me personally, I would not bank on that.
But
So
I
that's why I'm
am,
looking at
which
y'all
goes
like
back to
shit,
because it had cut out.
shit.
So will you be willing? Not only will you be willing to bet me, I will put up the $100. I will put up the $100 for Keyshawn Davis to win. To if he loses, you get the $100. But if Keyshawn Davis win, which I'm confident he will,
It's a
okay,
bad bet.
you make me a Keyshawn Davis putting in work on Devin Haney hoodie. Let's do
Bro.
that.
We
Are
can
you down for that?
we can do that. And you so it just sounds like, it's just crazy. I first
I'm
of all,
I'm
first of all,
excited
hold
to
on, hold
make
on,
the
let
bet
me
because I
cook.
believe.
Hold on. First of all, it's crazy because I I agree with the bet. We can do the bet. But this shit is like fucking deja vu. I'm trying to tell you, bro. If y'all
Literally.
go back
I'm
and
not rooting
watch,
for Brian
go
Norman
back and
Jr. I'm rooting
watch,
for
bro.
Keyshawn
Go back
Davis.
and watch. I made the same bet with somebody, man. And what happened? I have yet to see this fucking person. I made a
Well,
bet
you
with this
can you
coach.
you
I
know
made a
me.
bet with this coach right on the
I
channel. I said,
listen. I done broke bread
just
with
like
you
how this
though,
guy is
Art.
asking me, just like
I
how
done broke
Yoko's
bread with
asking
you,
me.
Art. Can you? It's
The
like
same guy. Hold on. The same guy, not Yoko, but same another person said, man, when Brian Norman beats Devin Haney, I will need you to paint the picture and da 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 da, and I'm buying all this shit, bro. I have yet to see this nigga, bro. So it's like hearing this shit again. It's like it makes me feel like I'm in the Twilight Zone or something, nigga. Like I've been hearing this shit for so long, dog. It's crazy. But go ahead.
I
And
done
it,
broke
it,
bread with
it
you though, so you already know my money good for
Yeah,
real.
I believe you, but
and
it's
it's
like,
crazy.
can you put yourself in my shoes for a second? Like these,
No, but I'm
folks are
saying
just
you're
saying
not dealing
this.
with that nigga. You
Folks are
dealing with
just telling
me.
me this, and I
You
just
dealing with
cashed
me.
in.
But that's
I just cashed
Like
in.
say, you dealing with me, and I'm putting my money in front of everybody. I stand on my word. I am so confident that Keyshawn is gonna whoop his ass. I don't know if it's stoppage or by decision.
you don't
All
know.
I know is that I think Keyshawn Davis is gonna beat Devin Haney. I'm very confident enough to put my money where my mouth is in front of all these folks. And you can go to
But
Twitter. You can say we
I
had
got
this
an
bet.
even I got an even better bet,
What's up?
right? $100, right? But
Hmm.
if that fight gets stopped, and I'm not saying it just has to be a flat out KO. No, if that fight gets stopped in a TKO or a KO,
For
and
either
Devin
side.
Haney's the winner, we doubling. You buying $200 worth of merch from Art Man Apparel.
Hmm. You said so. What if Keyshawn Davis stops
Damn,
Devin
that's a
Haney?
win-win because it's like if
But
he only got to pay 200 to buy the merch for a loss, he's still getting good
yeah,
grip.
yeah. No. But I'm saying, what if Keyshawn Davis? So I get $200 worth of merch.
Yep.
If that's you know,
Yeah.
I think that's kind of like
Yep. Either how you want to play it.
okay, bet down.
Yeah, you
Let's
got to
do it.
take that bet.
Yo, Blaze and Yonko, because can y'all hear me?
Yeah, we
Yep.
can hear you.
Yo, can y'all break down the fight? Because Yonko seemed like he's going off his gut feeling that Keyshawn could beat
No,
him.
it's not good.
I
It's
want
not
y'all to
gut
break down the
feeling. Like
fight.
it's not. Do you want me to break it down for you?
Yeah,
Do you want me to
break it
break it
down. I
down
want to
for
hear
you?
it. I want to
Yeah.
hear this. I want to
Okay,
hear
let's
this.
do it. All
Round
right.
one,
Like, do you want
round
me to
one
do?
through 12, bro.
I have to do round 1 through 6 first. The
Okay,
second
no,
half is
no,
gonna be a
let's make it more
no.
clear.
Listen, the
Let's make it
second
more
half
clear.
is gonna be a different story. We
Yeah.
gotta keep the
What are the
Just make it
keys to
quick.
victory for Keyshawn Davis in that fight?
constantly keeping pressure on Devin Haney, speed him up, make him make decision,
Beat
make
him
him
up.
make mistakes because
Doing
Devin
what
Haney does.
exactly?
Devin Haney is not a high output puncher. Keyshawn Davis is. Keyshawn Davis is going to force Devin Haney to throw with him, and he's going to catch Devin Haney. Devin Haney is not. We can talk about this one too. We don't see it often. Keyshawn Davis is going to speed Devin Haney up. And he's going to go to that body. He's going to make Devin Haney want to move a lot more. Devin Haney does have a good gas tank to where I'm not worried about him getting tired. But at the same time, if Keyshawn Davis starts to land those body shots, that's going to drain his gas tank. That's going to kill his legs, right? And when you kill the body, you know the
How do you get to Devin's body if Devin is throwing them good jabs?
but you're assuming that Keyshawn
How
Davis
do
does not
no
have good jab defense.
how would he get to that? How would he get to that? Because you know
He
Devin
doesn't
has the
have
reach.
good jab
Devin
defense.
has Devin has the reach advantage, and Devin has the defense advantage in that
No, he
fight.
does not. No, he does not. No,
Devin definitely does
absolutely.
has better defense than
Keyshawn, no, he
Keyshawn.
does not. Keyshawn Davis is a much better defensively sound fighter
And Sean
than
got
Devin.
good defense mid range in close range.
I'm
He
saying that.
catches punches, he parries, he slips, he do everything,
He do have good
I-
defense.
I'm saying you're going against two
and he
elite
comes back with some
fighters,
shit hot too.
two two elite fighters, but one is better at timing. Keyshawn Davis is a fucking dangerous counterpuncher. And it's like,
Yeah.
and Devin Haney, not only that, Keyshawn Davis mixes in feints more than probably any boxer in the sport of boxing. His feint game and lead hand game is fucking elite. He can draw Devin Haney out into throwing some shit that he don't want to fucking throw and catch him. He can do that. Keyshawn Davis,
And so
that's his
Do you
most
think?
underrated
Do you
skill.
think? Do you think that in any point in this fight that Keyshawn can be hurt by Devin Haney?
Anybody
I
can be
think they
hurt.
both
It's
can hurt each
boxing.
other. I think they both
Anybody
can
can be
get caught,
hurt. It's
man.
boxing.
Hey, but the thing where the fight's gonna start at, it's gonna start at at range. Both of these guys is good at trying to measure and control range. And so the fight's gonna start off with them guys both trying to control range, and then both of them guys trying to establish the jab. You know what I'm saying? So that's what it's gonna be. It's gonna be a high level chess match in a sense. And but what's gonna happen is whoever gets to catching the other one first is gonna force the other one to press the issue. Because one thing I can
and
say
here's a
about Devin
Plays.
is
go ahead.
because if Devin gets down, like Devin's gonna fight. I learned that in the Ryan fight.
In
Like
the
if
Loma
Devin gets
fight, in the
down,
Loma
no,
fight
no, no,
as
no.
well.
The Loma fight's different because the Loma fight, the whole strategy with Loma was he was way bigger than Loma. It was to drain his body. That's why he sold out. The strategy against Loma was to take away Loma's ability to get that angle on the outside.
The angle
Usually
of
Loma was
yep.
able to get that outside, and Devin Haney. That's why I had Devin Haney winning the fight. I don't care what nobody say
He
because
did win the
the
fight.
scouting report
I
going
had
into the
Diddy winning
fight
that shit
was
wide,
the
super
footwork.
wide.
I don't have him
He
winning wide, but
neutralized.
I
He
had him super
neutralized.
wide,
He
he
super
won.
neutralized
wide.
He
Loma's
definitely
footwork.
won.
I wouldn't say it was wide, Art man, but it
Yeah, he
was. He
won.
was winning.
No,
He was winning
I
earlier
got
in the
that shit.
fight, and
He
Loma was playing catch up. The problem with that fight was Loma outlanded Devin Haney 20-2 in the 11th
I
round,
and here's my
but he
thing.
was already
Even
12.
behind
Oh,
even
though.
let's
You
talk
even
can't
about the
just win
even
it
12.
with
all
those
in one
punches,
round.
folks claimed Loma landed. Nah, hell nah. I went back and watched
No,
that
he
fight.
was tagging that boy though.
I watched that shit. Only shit was able to land was a couple straight right
Then
hands.
them lefts. He was
Those
jumping. He
flurry
was leaping into those lefts,
only
bro.
lot of only punches that was really able to land was the straight left. A lot of those
Yeah.
punches and flurries and but
Yo,
those flurries that he was throwing were getting caught on Devin's gloves. The
who
optics look crazy because you have a taller, much bigger fighter and a smaller guy, and he's throwing a lot of punches. But if you watch the fight without the commentary, slow it down, you can see a lot of those punches were
But
getting caught on Devin's gloves, and
you
Devin
can't
was
win multiple
catching
rounds
them.
in one round, anyways, though. So it
Yeah,
don't matter.
and
You know what
here's
I'm
the
saying?
thing:
It don't
the
matter.
thing, the reason why I have it like that is because the judges understand it. You cannot have a 10-second burst of little flurries and think, oh well, we're gonna negate all the body work, the dictating of the pace of the fight, the guy throwing the hooks, landing the jabs, straight hands, and then the unanswered body work,
Yeah, the
the
unanswered body work was like
unanswered
40 to
body work
9
all night.
all
He
night,
had
Right.
no answers for that. I don't
early and
care what
often.
nobody say. He had no answers for that body shot
But
because he
let's
did,
but let's
and
be
that's
real.
one. And hold on, look,
Does
because I'm
Devin
going to
Haney fight
segue.
like that now?
I'm going to segue that into the
You
fucking
know he can't fight
into the
Keyshawn
Keyshawn
like that.
fight. You know why? Because boxing, these fighters who fight Devin, they always go into the fight thinking one way. Oh, Devin is going to do the exact same thing he did in the last fight.
He
So
does.
I need to work on this. I need to work on hell
He
no.
don't. He don't.
Hell
Yes,
Not
he
in
no.
these
does.
last two
Hell
fights
no. He
because
could because I've seen it in
Devin's gonna
real
land more
time.
than 70 punches,
Hold
bro,
on.
in this
I
fight
seen it
because
in
he's
real
gonna
time.
need to.
Devin
He's
Haney
gonna
is
need.
not the
Hold on.
same fighter that he
Let me
once
cook. Let me
was.
cook. Let me cook. Let me cook. I see this shit in real time. Niggas, they're fighters, they'll say, oh, well, I need to work on the jab, avoiding the jab, because that's all Devin is known for, the jab. I've seen the training footage of Lomachenko. He has the little stick, the post, he's sticking that shit out. And Lomachenko slipping the fuck out of that shit. Oh, ooh, slipping it. What happens? Round one, the very first round of Haney versus Lomachenko, Devin Haney out the gate. Body shot, all fucking body shots and hooks up top. You These fighters, they go into the fight thinking Devin's gonna do one thing, but he has many styles, and that's why I feel like it's going to be very hard for Keyshawn to beat Devin. Because how are you preparing to fight Devin? You're gonna work on your legs and cutting off the ring like Norman just thought he was gonna be able to do.
Keyshawn Davis is a far, 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 far superior boxer than Brian Anderson.
No, he's not.
That's what we
No, the
keep
fuck
Way
he's
better
not.
footwork,
that's what
Art.
we
Way
keep
better
missing.
No, he's
We're
footwork,
not.
Art.
talking
No, he's
player.
not.
The
I'm
footwork
Listen,
gonna
alone,
argue.
Art.
You know why I'm gonna argue that? You know why I'm
The
gonna argue
footwork
that? You
alone.
know why I'm gonna argue that? Because I've seen Albright push this nigga shit back. Brian Norman is a puncher, bro.
One punch,
He
bro.
is
I'm
a
talking
dude,
about
puncher.
Nah,
one
that's a good
punch.
I'm
When he
point.
trying
was
to
That's
getting
a
tell.
good
punched
point,
he's
Look,
a
though.
this is
puncher that
boxing.
does
That's the
not have
same
the
shit they be saying
skills
about
of a
Usman.
fucking Albright.
This is
That's what I'm
boxing. Hold on, hold
saying.
on. This is boxing.
Albright
This
is
is
a more
boxing. Hold on, hold on. I swear I'm gonna let y'all cook. But this is what I noticed for boxing fans, bro. Y'all look at the flashiness and say, oh, well, because this guy is able to look more flashier in the ring, that he's a better fighter. No, this is the fight game, bro. You can be fundamentally better than somebody, right? But if you go into a fight where this guy is bigger and he has the bigger punch than you, and your defense is not on point, nigga, you can get your ass beat the fuck up. You can get your ass beat the fuck up. On the eye test, Adrian Broner versus Maidana. Adrian Broner, look at him. Speed, IQ, popping his punches. Maidana, he's not like fucking. He on the paper, you would look at it and say, okay, AB is gonna cook this motherfucker. No. What happened when they got into a real fight where niggas is slugging it out and banging it out, which Keyshawn will try to do, which I've seen him do in many fights. You fight somebody who's gonna try to bang it out with you, that motherfucker might be able to crack your fucking chin, and next thing you know, all your fundamentals is out the fucking door. So that's why I'm not quick to say, oh well, Keyshawn, you just beating fucking Brian Norman Jr. We don't know if this nigga can take a punch at welter.
You're not
We don't
letting
know
nobody
that.
cook, Art. You're not letting nobody cook. You turning the
Nah,
stove
go
off.
ahead, cook.
I'm saying every time I get to cooking, you like to turn the stove off and throw the pot
You
out
know
the
why?
damn window.
Because I don't like I like
But
answer
that's
shit.
not fair. That's not
I like
being
answer one.
objective.
I like answer shit one at a time. I don't like because
But
the
I'm saying, but
conversation
I'm not asking a
it
question.
goes into a whole bunch of other shit.
But I'm not answering. I'm not like all I'm saying. I'm trying to get my shit off. You keep throwing the pot out the window. So I'm saying like when it comes to Brian Norman Jr., he is not like everybody has said this. Even Haney out his own mouth, and he showed levels. He showed that Brian Norman Jr., despite having all those fights, that he was not as good as people may have thought. People were so down on Devin Haney stock again after the Ramirez and Ryan fight to the point that they gave Brian Norman Jr. a better chance than he had deserved because he knocked down Jen Sasaki. Who the fuck was Jen Sasaki? Right?
Who the
So
fuck is
like that
Albright?
Albright is a more skilled fighter than Brian Norman Jr. I don't know why we keep acting like Brian Norman Jr.
Bro,
is
oh
this
my
motherfucking Swiss
god.
Army knife.
Nigga,
Yes, he is.
Albright is a he
What?
this man, he doesn't even dedicate his life into this fucking sport. He's a he
No,
is a
we're
hey bro.
not
I'm
finna
trying
do
to tell you.
that. We're
I'm
not
trying to
finna do
you
that. I'm not finna shame a man
put Brian
because he
no,
got.
I no, because this is boxing. This is boxing. This ain't no friendly
You don't
ass
think
no nigga.
Albright got paid for got a
Yeah,
bag for
we
fucking
no
Keyshawn?
no no nigga. We talking
Keep
about
his day
boxing here,
job.
man. I don't care what if we know the difference between niggas who can put their full time into this sport and niggas who are not. You're not gonna tell me that Albright's some fucking superior talent where he can go up to 147 and beat Brian Norman. Hell no. This nigga
I'm gonna
damn
ask
near
you. I'm
get
gonna ask you.
stopped by
Is Brian?
Ortiz.
Listen, listen.
What?
Is Brian? Listen. Styles make
What?
fights, but listen. But is Brian Norman Jr. a more skilled fighter than Frank Martin?
Yes.
Lies.
Yes.
Lies.
Brian
Lies.
Norman
This,
would
these
knock
are
Frank Martin fucking
lies.
lights
These
out. Are
are
you fucking
lies.
crazy? Are
These
you
are
crazy?
lies,
You see,
dog.
and
These
this
are
is what
lies.
this is boxing right
These,
here.
these are
This is boxing right here.
lies.
This is boxing right here. Everybody Devin beats all of a sudden becomes the worst fighter in
I'm not
fucking
saying he was
boxing.
the worst. I'm just saying he's
All
not better than the
e-
motherfuckers that
look,
Keyshawn Nixon can
let me
watch.
tell you, what Devin did to fucking Brian Norman, not anybody can just do, bro. I'm trying to tell you. It took a lot of discipline to beat Brian Norman. The reason why it was
Did it?
70, you know why it was 70 punches? Because Brian Norman was a strong puncher from round 1 to round fucking 12.
What
Devin
about
said,
Ramirez?
let me neutralize this guy's fucking punches. Let
What
me
about
fucking
Ramirez?
Ramirez, you talking about Ramirez? That's the fight that he had coming a year off
Okay, but the
after
same amount
fucking
of
fighting
punches
somebody that
though.
was on Peds. And what
So
happened in Ramirez fight?
okay,
He
see,
won. He won. Hold on.
it's a lot of
What
excuses,
happened in
man.
the Ramirez fight? What happened in the Ramirez fight? He won all 12 rounds and hurt fucking Ramirez and had him going getting checked out by fucking the EMS people. Is that not true? Is that not true?
You said what happened?
After the Ramirez fight, he had to go get his ribs checked out because Devin hit him with a good fucking body shot that damn near broke his fucking rib. He
Did it
even
break his rib?
his
You,
team, yes, niggas had to get checked up because they're
but I'm
fucking
saying,
rib.
don't mostly every fighter go to get checked up? They do testing and all that after fight. It's a fight,
Look,
Yeah,
so
after a concern, a
it
health concern,
happens.
after a health
Yanko,
concern,
What's up?
uh,
after a health
so
concern, nigga, bro, medical
you
bills are
you
not cheap, niggas,
you
and
have
especially if they're fighting in states that they don't normally fight in. They don't have health insurance in these states. The shit is not cheap, bro. You don't
I
get
mean,
checked up for. You're not getting checked up for fun.
the
so you
promoters
think
usually cover that shit.
so
I
do you
mean, but
think
this is boxing we talk about, not the NBA or the
do you
Yeah,
NFL.
think
go
Yanko,
ahead.
do you think
So, but
Keyshawn
yeah,
could
like I'm saying, bro,
outthink
He trying to ask me a
look,
question.
this is. I'm gonna tell you, this is how the fight's gonna play out. This is how the fight's gonna play out. Keyshawn's gonna go in that ring, right, and they're gonna start trading off jabs. And Keyshawn might be able to land a good jab, a good stab to the body. But once Devin settle in and start using his legs and stick that 1-2 down the middle, and Keyshawn feel the difference between fighting at 140, 135, he's gonna say, you know what? All that style that y'all see, the combinations, all that shit, is going to go out the fucking window because it's going to go from fighting to survival. Because he's gonna understand that this is not the weight class that I'm supposed to be in. And y'all gonna see that. I've seen many niggas like that. I've seen many good fighters go from boxing to fucking surviving.
Right. Do
But
you
don't
think
believe me. Don't
so
believe me.
Yonko,
Just
you
continue
do
to
you
put that money
believe
on Keyshawn. I'm gonna be right here. I ain't trying to convince nobody. I ain't
do
trying to
you
tell nobody
believe
not to bet on Keyshawn.
I don't
It's
think
already
yo,
up.
Artman, can you hear me?
I'm trying to tell you, bro. Chris
I don't think you
Colbert,
can hear me.
the man Chris Colbert. Shout out to him. This nigga said when he
You
moved
you
up
you can
and
ask your question. No, you can ask your question.
Yeah,
He
yeah, I can hear you.
Uh Yonko,
okay,
you
you can
think
ask your question. What's up?
you really think like Keyshawn could like outpoint Devin in a 12 round
Hello?
fight? Like outpoint. Can you hear me?
You know,
Yo, you can ask your question.
you don't hear me?
no, can y'all hear me?
Yeah,
Can y'all hear
yeah.
me?
Like he's trying to ask me a question.
Can you hear me now?
Nah,
Oh.
go ahead. But I'm saying, look, so check this out. Like Colbert said when he moved up in weight and he fought Ryu, he said, man, it wasn't even the punch that hit me. He threw a punch and it fucking hit my glove. When I felt that shit, I knew it was time for me to fucking move right back down because that is not my fucking weight class.
Yo? Okay, yeah, y'all can hear me. Y'all can hear me. I don't know. Somebody was trying to ask me a question. I'm trying to answer it. I just don't know what the question is.
Yeah, can y'all hear me?
Yeah. Who was trying to ask me a question? Somebody was trying to ask me a question. Like
I,
Yeah,
I, I don't know.
he was the other dude.
Okay, so when has Dev ever put a fighter in survival mode? And
never.
Brian Norman fight, we just seen him in survival mode in that second round.
What happened after the second round?
Devin stuck to the game plan and you would him.
Dude, you know Brian Norman Jr. was winning those the second half rounds, right? You know that, right?
Bro, Brian Norman lost that fucking fight by UD.
But yes, he lost it by UD, but the rounds that he won was in the second half.
Bro, I don't know what rounds you get fucking Brian Norman Jr., bro.
You can look at the fucking
That's what
scorecard.
I'm saying.
He
I
was
don't
winning rounds in
maybe
the
It
second
was
half.
maybe me and you me and you
117, 111,
me and you are,
116,
are watching
112.
boxing differently because
I'm not
obviously
watching
we're
boxing
watching
differently.
boxing
I'm
differently
watching the
because
full fight.
you're picking
You
you're
you you
picking
think you think I'm watching it from a standpoint
no,
of
no, I
hate,
don't
and
I
I'm
don't
just
know
being
how you're
objective.
watching it because you're picking a guy with 15 fights who had
Why
very
you
competitive
keep
fights
bringing up
with a
the
nigga with
15
CNA
fights? You
because the
keep
nigga's
bringing up
not
15
ready.
fights.
Because
You're
he's not
assuming,
ready.
dude. He has a better pedigree. He has a
No,
better
he doesn't.
pedigree than fucking Brian Norman Jr. He's a better boxer than Brian Norman Jr.
He
He's
has a
beat
better
better
pedigree.
names than
What?
Brian Norman
Beating
Jr.
the Timu version of Lomachenko?
Dude, he has a better resume. Keyshawn
Beating
Davis
the
has a
beating
better
the Timo
resume
version of
than Brian Norman Jr. with 15 fights.
bro.
That's a fact.
I seen Medueno get knocked down in like 2 rounds by a nigga. Like, what are we talking about here?
Buddy in the chat said he needs a link.
Oh, I'm gonna drop the link in just a second. Just a second and say.
Gotcha.
But nah, dude. I'm gonna tell you right now. Once Keyshawn feel that hot shit, that boy gonna be like. And then on top of that, the nigga don't even have a good coach to teach him how to beat Devin. So you saying he just gonna beat Devin just off his head, off his own personal thinking? No, they're gonna
He
fuck the
has a
game plan.
coach. He has a coach. It's just
He don't got
we
no
got
fucking Bomac in his corner.
you. So you think niggas once they leave their coach, they just forget everything?
No, I think
you
niggas who don't have a good coach may not have a good game plan to beat a
you
veteran
don't
in this
think
fucking
you don't
sport.
think he learned enough in his career to beat Devin Haney?
No, because he has 15 fucking
Nah,
fights. Nigga, no. Nigga, no.
This shit finna be so
No.
easy, bro. This is actually gonna be the reverse of Brian Norman Jr. Like say everybody's rooting for Haney. Like Haney just is so experienced, and then when Keyshawn goes, this dogs walk his ass. This shit gonna be fun. I'm not only betting you. I'm betting a lot of other people, bro. That's how
Hey, bro.
confident I am. Keyshawn Davis gonna dog walk Devin Haney, dog, and niggas gonna be like, no, how is this possible? Test him. Like niggas are going to look like, how the fuck is this possible? He has 15 fights, and then that's this is going to open your eyes to where there's levels in boxing, man. It's going to open your eyes. This fight right here, I want this fight more than any other fight right now because it's going to open a lot of people's eyes that. You can't judge a fighter based off of his fight. You have to judge him based off of his pedigree. And
Nigga, I'm
Keyshawn Davis
just
has a
I
great
look,
pedigree.
look, look, look. I'm judging that nigga off of his own words. This nigga said I called Devin Haney out, and I just knew I wasn't ready for Devin Haney. I knew I wasn't ready, but I'm supposed to just hear that shit and just ignore it, right?
But who's been chasing who?
I knew I wasn't ready.
Who's been chasing
I
who?
was talking trash to Devin Haney. I was like 7-0, saying I'm ready now. I'm knowing damn well I wasn't ready now. I was going 8 round fights. I know I ain't ready now. You didn't sound that way though. You don't
Like
believe. I know how it go. You don't that was like
not
what 2, 3
not
fights
not
ago.
not
So
not hey
like
not hey like now let's go play when he pulled up. Let's see about Craig with the brick. Let's see Devo talk. Yeah, I want to hear that shit too. I want to hear that hot shit.
I have never heard Devin Haney say any shit like this.
I
I knew I
said
wasn't
Keyshawn
ready.
Davis.
Like, but you want me to just ignore that and believe he's just gonna dog white
Do
walk
you
Devin
actually
because
want
why?
my question is?
I
Do you
was
actually
talking
want the
trash
fight?
to
Do
Devin
you
Haney.
actually
I was
want to
like
see the
seven
fight?
and zero, saying I'm ready now. I knowing damn well I wasn't ready now. I was going 8 round fights. I
All
know
right,
I
I
ain't
have
ready
a
now.
question. Do you actually want the fight, or do you
You
just
don't
want to
believe
root for
it.
Devin Haney? Do you actually
Huh?
want the fight? Do you actually
Duh.
want to?
You know I want. I just before you tuned in, I said I want this fight the most because a lot of people believe that Keyshawn is going to beat Devin Haney with these 15
A lot of
fights.
people think that Devin Haney's gonna beat Keyshawn. The betting odds are gonna be in Devin
And you
Haney's
know
favor.
why I truly understand why y'all feel like Devin Haney's like this because if you
It's
live
not an indictment on
hold on.
Devin
No, I'm not
Haney.
saying you hate Devin. I'm not saying you hate Devin. Let me cook. If you're looking at Devin Haney through the lens of this, right, where you say, damn the Linares, damn how young he was in that fight, and who Linares is. No, he got rocked in that fight, so he's chinning. If you think like that, right, and then you go into what the Lomachenko fight, and you listen to the commentary in the crowd, and you say in the fans, you say, you know what, that was a robbery. Lomachenko really won that fight, and then you watch the Ryan Garcia fight, and then you see Ryan Garcia drop Haney, right, and then you say, you know what, I don't think it was the performance enhancing drugs. I believe it was actually the left hook. If you're looking at boxing through that lens, of course, I will say, yeah, of course, somebody with 15 fights is going to beat Devin Haney. But if you're actually
No,
looking
why
at it
can't
from a
why
if you're
why
looking
why
at if you're
why
looking at
can't a
from an
mother? So
actual
you're telling me? So you're
boxing
telling
knowledge,
me?
knowledgeable boxing fan, you would say, Keyshawn, he's talented, but his pedigree shows that
I
maybe
am a
he's just
knowledgeable.
not ready
You want to know something? You want to
hold
know?
on hold on, let me cook. I'm gonna let you cook. Maybe he's not ready because I've been watching ESPN, and ESPN does a really good job at marketing their fighters where they have them fight 15 fights of fucking cans, but we're gonna make it seem like these guys are valuable opponents, but we all know they're fucking cans. And then he's gonna win a WBO belt specifically, and he's gonna re-sign with these guys, and then he's eventually gonna venture off. But what Keyshawn is doing, fighting Devin Haney so early, it's not normal in boxing. It's not normal. They only do that for certain fighters. And I'm trying to tell you, Keyshawn is not that fucking fighter. He's not the motherfucking Lomachenko. He's not a motherfucking Terrence Crawford, bro. Keyshawn is a fighter who won a silver medalist who's able to beat up C plus fighters. You've never seen him fight an A plus fighter. But you're viewing this fight as if Devin Haney is some type of C plus guy, and he's just able to get knocked out by anybody at this point.
No, what I'm viewing it as, I'm telling you what I'm viewing it as. Okay, it don't get no more honest than this. I look at Devin Haney as A minus fighter. He's an elite fighter, but I look at Keyshawn Davis as a fighter that has yet to have that moment in the
What?
life to show that he's a fighter.
What has
That's what
Keyshawn
I'm looking
done
at.
to show you
Hey,
he's
hey,
a
hey,
A?
He's trying to
What
salute to
show
my
you
what?
nigga
niggas. Do
Art.
y'all not understand? You have
Hey,
to get the
salute to my nigga
opportunity to
Art.
show these niggas. You have to show these niggas. Like if a person never gives you the like say nobody knew how elite Boots was. People are like, oh, he
Hold on,
passed the
hold
eye
on, hold
test.
on, hold on,
But
hold
when you
on,
start
hold
throwing
on,
Hey,
hold
can,
motherfuckers
can
on.
in
I
there
say
with
one
him, he
thing real
walks
quick?
shit down.
This will take me 10 seconds to say one
Right.
thing, brother. I just want to
Go
say one
ahead.
thing, man. Salute to my brother Art Man, who got the best apparel in the game. And that's artmanapparel.com, the best merchandise in the game, where you will get some of the best quality and fabrics and all that, best illustrations. Art Man got that in the game. Art Man, I personally want Devin Haney stepping over Keyshawn Davis
after the fight over with, I need that shirt made, man. Just say
I
give,
think
just
we
say
all need
15 and
that. You
1.
heard? We all
I
need
need
that,
that.
fam.
That's check that out. That's
We all need that. Start
artmanapparel.com.
working on that
The
right
best
now, Art.
merchandise in the game. That's Artman Apparel, best merchandise in the game, man. Artmanapparel.com. Check it out. Definitely. I'm trying to tell y'all, check that out.
Hey man, art man, apparel. I'm wearing a lot
Heard,
of it too.
heard, heard. But what about Keyshawn career is different than anybody else career? Why is his first 15 fights different from everybody else? Your
You can look
first
at
10
his fights.
fights,
15
yeah, your
fights.
first 10 fights, they give you people you supposed to be able to beat.
The first 16, 17, brother. The
Yeah,
first
the
16,
first
17
16,
at
17, they
top
give
rank.
you people you supposed to be able to beat in a convincing fashion. What's
Hmm.
different about Keyshawn? What gives him the experience? Answer that, fam.
You want to know something which most people don't know is that Keyshawn Davis' opponents just win loss record combined, right? In 15 fights is better than Devin Haney's at what 33. You know that, right?
Uh,
Nah,
nah, I just
It
got
is.
something to
That's
say.
a
I got
fact.
something to say to the brother because he said that Keyshawn had a better resume than Brian Norman Jr.
He does.
I don't think so, brother. Neither now he's not more skilled than Brian Norman Jr.
A
He
word.
don't definitely don't have the more power than Brian Norman Jr. And he
We don't
doesn't
know.
have a knockout history of Brian Norman Jr.'s. Now the thing is, we can't even name 5 people on Keyshawn Davis's record. But it's cool. I understand that you like
Jermaine,
Keyshawn
what?
and you want Keyshawn to win, and I
It's
like to
not.
take
It's
that
not that
bet with you.
I
I
yeah,
like to
I
take
want
the
him to
bet with
win,
you,
but it's
brother.
not because
We
I'm
can send the
against
money to
Devin
Keyshawn
Art
Haney.
Man.
best win was
We can
Jermaine
send the money to Art
Ortiz,
Man.
bro.
I'll bet you $200. I'll send it to Art Man. You send the money to Art Man, and we can just do it like that. We ain't got to argue. Do you accept my bet? And when can you send your money so I can send mine?
If the fight gets made, yeah, I will. I will send the money to Art
That's
Man.
a
My
two
sources
hundred
tell me
dollar
that's just
bet
next. My
with
But
sources
at
tell
the
me
you
that's
same,
just
but at the
insane.
next.
same, but at the same time, respectfully, you could
I
directly
didn't
bet with me.
disrespect you, brother. I didn't
No,
dis
I said
no.
no. No, I'm just saying respectfully. I didn't say you
I,
disrespect me. I said
I
no,
mean
no, because like what I have to say, it's no indictment
to
on
keep
Art Man.
to keep the bet fair, bro. I don't know you. You don't know me.
But
Let's
that's what
go
I'm saying.
through a
I don't know
middleman.
Art Man to deal with my money to in proxy to you. That's what I'm
I
saying.
know the
If
low.
I'm
I
betting
know
him
the low.
directly, me and him already have a bet. So
I know the
betting through him for you, that doesn't necessarily make sense. If I'm
well.
betting
I know the.
directly with you,
I
you can
know
bet
him
with
and
me.
I know
Said
him
this
and
dude
he
gonna go
good.
missing.
I know him and he
You're
good,
assuming
and
like
I'll send
everybody
my
already
money.
knows me on Twitter. I'm not gonna go missing.
No, it's, you know why? You
That's
know
a
why they
good
say this.
brother.
You know why they say
We
this?
seen plenty dudes like you go
Because we
missing,
just had
fam.
this conversation with somebody
I put my
not
money
too
where my
long ago in
mouth is. I
November.
go to the events. I meet up with the
brother,
boxers. I
brother,
put my
we don't
money
You
have
where
to
know
my
do
how
that.
many
Just
fucking
people
tell
mouth is.
me,
disappeared from the
I'm
grind
standing
these
on
just
niggas
business
tell
when
me
it
fight?
you
comes to
would send your
Keyshawn
money to Art
Davis,
Man, and I'll
Boots,
send my money.
Shakur, Bam,
Can you
Bevo.
tell me
It
you're
don't
gonna
fucking
send
matter.
your money to
Abdullah.
Art Man, and
Then
I'll
Yo,
I'm
send
yo,
going to
mine?
these
how
events.
many
I'm putting my money
people,
on
Can
the line.
you
I'm
fam?
buying the
tell,
merch. I'm
From
brother?
the
taking these
Can
longest
planes.
fight
I'm
brother?
that
I'm buying
Can you
these
disappeared.
send
the
your money
cheap
to Art
ass
Man, brother?
hotels. I'm doing what the
Can
fuck
you
I gotta
send
do
your
to
money to
support these
Art Man, and
fighters.
I'll do
So
the
if I
same?
say I'm
Mm-hmm.
finna
Can
bet
you
on a
send your
fighter,
money to
that's
Art
what the
Man, and
fuck
I
I'm gonna do.
will? Can you
Plain and
send your
simple.
money to Art Man, and I will? I will do the same. Can you send your money to Art Man, and I'll do the same? He's a good
We don't
brother.
got
Everybody know
we
him.
could do it on fight day
Bet.
How about
I
that?
bet. Bet. I'm down.
I don't
I'm
want
down.
this
That's a
dude to get
bet.
away, Art.
That's a
I don't want
bet.
him to get an easy $200,
Talking about when he
bro.
owe $1,000, I got it. I ain't worried about it.
Devin Haney is gonna beat this dude. Devin Haney gonna knock
I
this
ain't
nigga
worried
out
about it.
Hey,
within three
this shit
or
funny though
five
because
rounds. It's
the way
over with.
it's either this. He must look at
Don-
Keyshawn at
Keyshawn best win with Shemaine
Donko
hold
is
Ortiz,
so
on,
bro.
Yonko.
scared that
It must be
Shemaine
this.
Ortiz, you
You
serious?
must be
I
looking at
want
this
this
nigga.
fight.
You must be looking at him as
Shemaine Ortiz, my
you
guy.
must be looking at Keyshawn as a super talent, or you must be looking at Devin as a pussy.
Either way, I don't give a fuck.
That's the only
I
reason
just
why
want the bet.
Keyshawn a
Keyshawn
super
want to
talent.
fight.
I
I just want
don't
the
see
bet.
Devin Haney
Keyshawn
as a
think he
pussy.
pussy.
I don't.
That's it.
He think
I just
Keyshawn
Devin
want the
think
pussy.
he
bet.
That's what it
pussy.
is.
I
That's
just
really what
said.
it is.
Did
That's
I
the
just
only
say that?
reason why
If
Did
he
he
you
was
want
a
to
even hear
fight.
me?
super talent, why he didn't get
Did you
fast
hear me?
tracked in his
I
first
said
10
that I see
fights?
Keyshawn Davis as a super talent. I
Can
see
I say one
Keyshawn
more
Davis
thing too,
as
Well,
brother?
of that ilk like
It's
so
Boots
not.
why
and
he didn't get
Shakur
fast
that were
tracked in
not
his
proved like
second
Keyshawn
Bud
fight?
at
Davis.
one point. They haven't had the
Keyshawn
opportunity
Davis
to
could
be
have
to
fought.
show that they are at that fucking level.
If
And
he
when they
was a
finally get the
super
opportunity,
Hold
talent,
on, one at a time,
why
one at a
didn't he
time.
get
Let
fast
Yeah.
Yonko
tracked?
cook. Let Yonko cook, because I'm finna
oh,
fuck
oh,
around
my
and
bad.
drop it to Spring
I
Replay.
can't hear them. I can't hear them. So that's the reason
I'm
why
asking
I
you if
didn't
he
know
was a
if I was
super
talking to them. But I'm
talent.
saying I see Keyshawn Davis as a super talent that has yet to be given the opportunity to show that he is that talent,
Uh,
like a Bud Crawford, a Boots, a Shakur. Like that's how I see Keyshawn Davis, and
he
this is the
got 15
opportunity
I
And I
ain't
think
Well,
he's gonna
disagreeing with
show
you.
up. It's that
well, what
simple. It's
about
no
his
indictment or
promoters?
against Devin Haney to say that, oh, he's a pussy, he's this and that. I think Devin Haney can beat a lot of good fighters. I
So
just
his
think Keyshawn
promoters don't
Davis,
see the
Nah,
like
same
there's
thing.
very few fighters.
and when I
Listen,
hear that,
listen.
and when I
There's
hear
very
that,
few fighters.
hold on, and when I hear that, Yoko, I hear that you're saying Devin
So
Haney's
his
a
promoters
pussy. You
don't
know
see the
why?
same thing in him
Because you're
that you
saying a
see.
nigga with 15 fights will
Why
be
they ain't
able to
fast
get
track
over
him?
on him.
Nah. I mean,
So
can
so
I?
you
Can I
telling me what I'm saying opposed to what I'm actually
I
saying.
know. I'm telling you what I'm hearing. I'm
Yo,
telling you what I'm
yo,
hearing.
Yonko,
wait.
You're
Keith,
why can't I just believe in Keyshawn Davis that much? Why? Why
Yonko,
does Devin have to
bro.
be a pussy? Why?
No, because the
Because
only
that
reason
makes
Why?
why
me that
Key,
We
because you
don't
know
the,
understand why you
because
believe in him
Yonko
the
so
only
much.
because
reason why
Yonko
Key want to fight
that
Is it
makes
him
something
me
that he
is
did in his
because he
career
think
to
he
make you
from the
believe in him that much?
Key think he
He
from the
beat the people he was
suburbs.
supposed to beat. He
Key think
hasn't
he
fought a
from the
Bro, I
challenge
can't
yet.
hear
suburbs. He don't
nobody,
think he
man.
from the mud, my nigga.
Y'all
That's the
can't
only
hear me? You
reason
can
why
hear
he
me? You
want to
can hear me?
fight.
Hold on. Hold on. I'm gonna go out and come back in
no.
because my shit.
Yeah, I'm gonna do just three, just us three, real quick, y'all.
Because
Y'all,
I can't hear I can't
okay.
hear the other dude that's in there. So
Yeah,
I'm gonna
go
go
and
out and come back in.
refresh your mic. We gonna pop it off right. Go ahead, refresh your mic
I just want to know why he
because
believe
this shit right here
Keyshawn
crazy.
is this talent that he say he is, yo. What he doing his career besides beat the people he was supposed to beat?
Hold on, I'm just trying to get the dude Yoko on my dude sneakers. Can you hear me, sneakers? Now I'm trying to get my dude sneakers box in here. You can hear me?
I can hear you, fam.
Okay, let me add Yoko here. So just be us three real quick. So
All right, I'm back. I
I'm
can hear
telling you,
y'all.
Yoko, you could believe in your whole heart. Oh, I feel like he's showing a actually talent. But I'm telling you how I'm perceiving that is that you feel you're looking at Devin as if he's pussy.
No, I
Because you know
don't.
why? Because that goes against my whole entire boxing knowledge. I cannot believe a nigga with 15 fights against CD level niggas with the top ranked diet that we all before even Keyshawn was born. Top rank was doing the same method, feeding them fucking bums to build them up at first. So you're not gonna. I just can't believe it.
I kept asking
It
him
sounds
why.
like you're telling me that Devin is pussy. That you feel like this
No, I
nigga
don't.
beat none of the C
It's like
class fighters is going to
listen.
jump up and beat Devin in a whole new
Let,
weight class. This
listen,
nigga
listen, listen,
never
listen.
fought in.
The thing with top rank,
I was
right?
asking him if
Let me
Keyshawn
explain
is a
what top rank
prospect, he a
is.
new fighter.
Top
Why is
top ranks,
his career
you can't be
different
a
than
prospect
everybody
after
else?
you're a champion.
Why didn't they feed him people he was supposed to beat his first 10 or 15 fights like everybody else? What's different about him?
You can go look at his
It's
opponents.
nothing
His
different.
opponent, yes, there is. His opponents were not tomato cans. As much as y'all
You can hear me?
yeah, I can hear you. As much as
Yo,
y'all want to look at Keyshawn Davis and look at his opponents like,
yo,
oh,
you can
who is
hear
he
me?
fighting?
Yeah, I
Yeah,
can
we
hear
can hear
you.
you. Yeah, we can hear you. But what I'm saying is this: y'all are assuming
But
that
I'm
it's
not
15
understanding his
bombs on
whole
that.
energy with the whole Keyshawn, bro.
He probably can't hear
I
me.
don't understand that
Shit.
at all.
He probably can't. I don't think he can hear me.
No, he
I don't
can't.
think he can hear
Can
me.
you hear me now?
I can't hear you, Art man. I ain't gonna lie to you.
Okay. So now it's just me and you. We gonna cook and I'll let them at him in a minute. But so yeah, the reason why I
From
said
man
I
or
feel
T
like
to C
you're
plus.
looking at it
Damn,
because nigga, you're
that's how
telling me
niggas
that they're
feel.
not
I
no
can't hear you,
nigga.
Art man.
Oh shit.
I'm reading comments. Damn, StreamYard is trash, y'all. Like you would think in 2026, people wouldn't have to go through all of this shit. You feel me? Technology. I
Can,
feel like we are going backwards as a society. But
can you hear me?
I can't hear you. Let me go out and come back in.
Hold on. Yo, can you hear me? So your shit tripping. All right, I'm back. So I know y'all can probably hear me now. Yo, can you hear me?
Hmm.
Can you hear me?
Where's my mic?
I can hear you. Can you
Why
hear
can't
me?
I hear nobody?
Shit.
This is crazy, man. I don't know, man. I guess I was cooking too much and, audio got messed up. I'm trolling. Oh, shit.
Can you,
Um, yeah, man.
I can hear you.
Um,
Hold on.
I can't hear.
Said it's too glitchy, but I don't know. So I just feel like, man, Devin, he's just too experienced for Keyshawn. Keyshawn, I don't think he's ready, man. I don't think he's ready for Devin. Not at all. Yo, can you hear me? Said, does Keyshawn beat a Lamont Roach? We don't even know.
All
Yo,
right,
can
I
you hear
can hear
me?
you. Yeah, I can hear y'all now. That shit was ass. I hate StreamYard. Y'all can talk. I can hear Art, man. I heard him.
Yo, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Okay, so here's my thing, bro. I don't think you can't really convince me because I haven't seen Keyshawn fight anybody elite. And you could tell me that Ortiz and Albright are good, but I'm sorry. I'm not gonna take that in. I reject that claim. I'm gonna reject it respectfully.
I
I'm
mean, but
gonna
you got, but
respectfully decline to claim that Albright
at the same
and
time, so
fucking
so what?
Ortiz are somebody
So
to
if
keep an eye on because
listen.
they're
So
not
if he
decent
push
fighters, but
Loma,
not
if he
elite.
push
Not
Loma
elite.
and he
You
push
cannot
Tio,
compare
what
these
does
guys
that
to
make those
Devin
fights?
Haney.
I'm not comparing them. What I'm saying is this: Keyshawn Davis would make easy work of everybody on Devin Haney's resume. That's my take. That's my big take. He would stop Loma. He would stop Brian Norman Jr. That's my take. If I could bet my money on it, he stops Brian Norman Jr. I saw Devin Haney try to stop Brian Norman Jr. He couldn't put his punches together to get him out of there. Tried. He tried.
Bro,
He 100% tried to
he did
stop Brian
not
Norman Jr. after that
bro.
knockdown, and it just didn't happen, which is fine.
He showed
And
respect to
you got to
Brian
give
Norman.
Devin Haney credit,
He
right?
showed respect to
You got to
Brian
give Devin
Norman.
Haney credit for taking a fight against Brian Norman Jr. when he's coming off that Jin Sasaki. Devin Haney didn't necessarily have to take that fight.
Yo,
But
bro,
the
can you
thing
hear
is,
me?
he saw something. He saw the inexperience in Brian Norman Jr. that you guys may see in Keyshawn Davis. But I think you guys are getting stuff confused that Keyshawn Davis is a lesser fighter than Brian Norman Jr. And across the board, that's just not true. Keyshawn Davis is a better fighter. It's a massive gap between Keyshawn and Brian Norman Jr. But once again, nobody's trying to diminish Devin Haney's win against Brian Norman
Yo, can
Jr.
you hear
He
me?
beat him. He took the belt off of him.
I don't
He's
know
the
why
number
this
one
shit is
ranked welterweight
tripping.
in the world, and that's okay. But at the same time, you guys can't wrap your head around keep my Loma was fucking winning chips, winning titles and shit without having crazy bums on his record. You want to know why? Because of the type of pedigree that he had. But you guys want to ignore that when that comes to Keyshawn, right? Look at Alexander Usyk, right? That shit matters. You don't have to fight a mountain of fucking bums in order to be elite in the pros. Even though Andy Cruz lost to Ray Morataya, it was a very competitive fight. That's something that y'all gotta understand. It was a very, very competitive fight. What the fuck is life and death? What are you talking about? He beat Albright in both fights. You can't. I don't recall. You cannot win every round in a fight and be it called life and death.
Yo, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. That's not. That's just
So,
not
so,
possible.
so let me tell. This is why I go back into saying that I feel like you think Devin Haney is a pussy because Albright and Ortiz, you could not compare these niggas to Devin at all, nigga. Like what? Are you? That's why I'm like, nah. There's no way. There's no way. There's no way. Albright is a fucking CNA dog, and no disrespect to his profession, but this is somebody who does not dedicate his full time to fucking boxing. And then
I wouldn't.
you are comparing that to somebody who's been doing this shit since he was a jit, who's been trained by the likes of Floyd Mayweather Sr., James Toney, Sugar Shane Mosley, all these fighters, Zav Judah's father, and some more shit. All these fucking fighters, excellent fighters. And you're comparing a nigga who's a CNA to that and saying, "Oh yeah,
I
well,
didn't say
shit. If
I
he's
didn't.
if
I'm
he's
not
able to get
comparing.
over on that,
What?
he's
No,
based
listen,
off of
listen, listen to
based
me.
off of
Listen
those
to me.
performances."
Listen
And
to
it's like,
listen to me.
hold on. And then
But that's what. But listen.
my
But that's what
argument
you're
is
doing
like,
with
look at
Brian
those
Norman Jr.
performances,
That's what you're doing with Brian Norman Jr. You're saying because Devin Haney beat Brian Norman Jr. That means that man,
bro.
he's gonna
Brian Norman
wash.
is a
Like,
welterweight, was a welterweight champion.
but he
Already,
was
he's
not
never even
Brian Norman
smelled
Jr.
a
What?
belt.
No, let's talk about what did people talk about with Brian Norman Jr. In the buildup. He's flat footed. He doesn't have the skill. That's what y'all were saying. But after y'all
Compared
beat
to
him, y'all act like this nigga
Devin,
was a world beater.
compared to Devin, nigga.
Exactly. So who is Brian Norman Jr. compared to fucking Keyshawn Davis?
He's a proven welterweight. Keyshawn is
What?
not. We
A
not,
proven
and that's
welterweight
what I'm
in
saying. You
what?
don't. I don't know about
Beating
you, but
just
I
Sasaki,
don't.
nigga.
I don't know about you, but I don't know
Beating
about
just
you.
Sasaki makes you a
I don't know
proven
about you.
welterweight.
I don't know about you, but I don't give hypothetical wins to niggas, and I
I'm
ain't
not
never
giving
seen them put in no
hypothetical
fucking work.
wins.
I'm a let's see it ass nigga. I have
But
to see that shit.
but exactly. But you're saying I think Devin Haney is a bitch because I think Keyshawn Davis is better than
Nah,
Brian Norman
you
Jr.
think he's a bitch because you're comparing the level of opposition to Devin Haney. Look at them niggas. Look at them niggas. It's like you're talking about you're acting like there's no level of threat to move up a higher weight class you've never fought in, fight against somebody who has more experience than you, that has a history of beating people from
I mean,
your
I see a lot
fucking
of niggas
from the same
talk. I see a
from
lot
the
of
same
listen.
company you're signed
Hold
to.
on, Art
He
man.
beat
Hold on,
those
Art
same
man.
niggas. Bro, hold on. I feel
No,
like you're not
no.
looking at Devin as a
I'm letting you
threat.
cook. I'm letting you cook. I want
You
to talk
feel
to the
like it's
chat
not
real
a
quick.
fucking threat.
I want to talk to the chat real quick. Listen, a lot of you niggas, right, in this chat, respectfully, and all due respect, right? Most of y'all don't even know how to throw a fucking jab. Most of y'all have no idea what it takes. Yeah, like say, most of y'all, if y'all came to light sparring, y'all will understand the levels that it can turn into heavy sparring if you hit a motherfucker with a good shot. You feel me? Like it's like a lot of y'all talk a certain way and y'all quite don't understand because me, there's levels to it. When I was talking about Tiger Johnson and Devin Haney is a massive gap. People will root for Tiger Johnson because they hate Devin Haney. I see the levels. I don't rate Tiger Johnson like that because he is extremely a B level fighter. Just like wow, when people looked at Oshaki Foster versus Ray Ford, people were rooting for Ray Ford because I guess they like Shakur Stevenson. I've always rooted for Oshaki Foster, right? When you just understand, you just see certain levels, right? None of you niggas understand the levels to fucking boxing. You feel me? Most of y'all have never been punched in your face with a weight actually behind it. You feel me? None of y'all have had know what it takes. Okay. Most of y'all, y'all sit on here and blah blah blah. I'm actually sparring niggas. I'm actually fighting niggas. I done got touched up. I done touched niggas. Okay. I know what it's
And
like
then peep
to
this.
just see levels when you just see there's an eye test, and then when you actually got to go in there and prove that shit, it's completely fucking different. This is
Yes.
nothing
Look,
different. Keyshawn
look,
Davis
Yoko.
passes the eye test.
Yoko, can you hear
Okay,
me?
it's time for him to go and fucking prove it. Y'all
Can you hear me?
believe in Devin Haney. I believe in Keyshawn Davis, and I believe that he will come out on top. This is no different than where Earl Spence and Terrence Crawford. Not saying the fight is that big, but I'm saying everybody thought that Earl was, it was like right there 50-50. But the people, Bud was like less proven, right? Fought lesser competition. But it's like when he finally got the chance to fucking show, like, oh, Bud is like that. And I'm not saying Keyshawn Davis is, but it's just an analogy.
Nigga,
I'm saying
Keyshawn A. Bud and Devin is not a fucking faded Errol Spence Jr.
Yonko is a nerd. I would literally put hands on you, brother. Like no respect. I'll knock the bow tie off that shit. It's like I'm not an athlete. Literally, I'm a calisthenics athlete and a motherfucking boxer. Like I don't know what we're talking about. I'm like the pinnacle of that. I don't lift weights at all. I use my own body weight. Like what are we doing here? Like so. But anyway, but I don't like people. You said people had Norman beating Boots. Yes, they did. They did. They had people. Listen, everybody has a pick until it's time to fight.
Yo, Yonko, can you
I
hear me?
would never in my fucking right mind pick Tiger Johnson to beat no fucking Devin Haney. Are you insane? Are you insane?
Oh, let me add him again real quick.
Johnson literally is tailor
Yo,
made for
y'all go.
Devin
Can you
Haney.
hear me?
Tailor made. But people will say, "Oh, Devin Haney doesn't want that." Devin really is. It would be like beating up a kid. It'll be like beating up a kid, but that is not the same with Keyshawn Davis. Keyshawn Davis has all the tools to beat him, and Devin Haney vice versa. This is a good styles matchup. People don't want to accept it. It's a great stylistic matchup. We can't just say I believe that Keyshawn Davis could stop Devin Haney or could just step on. That's what I believe. Y'all don't have to believe that. Y'all don't
Yo,
have to believe that.
can you hear me?
Y'all can hear you.
Okay, so nigga, you're talking to somebody who's also trained in boxing, who's sparred
Yes.
before. You see me on timeline. I've been in boxing gyms. They know me in the boxing gyms. I get paid to paint the sport, talk about the sport, and all that. And that's why
Hmm.
I'm trying to tell you, nigga. I don't know if you haven't seen me a couple years before. You looking at me now. I'm weigh 173. Back then I was like 150, 152, 154. I'm not no natural 170 guy. So me sparring a 170 guy who's actually a lot bigger, that's coming down to 170, Nick, that's not in my best interest. I've tried that before. I felt the difference in punching a fighting guy that's 154. And that's why I'm trying to tell you, Devin Haney versus Keyshawn is not going to be what you think. Once he feels those punches from Devin at welterweight at 165, he's gonna feel, because we all know Devin's gonna rehydrate heavy. Once he feels those punches, he's gonna say, you know what? Let me get on my motherfucking bike. Because you and
I
I,
don't think that's gonna happen.
you and I know the difference between fight naturally being 170, sparring somebody 170, rather than being a blown up 154 guy trying to fight at 170. You
Hey,
know?
hey, hey,
You know what
Art man, have I ever said that I was a Ryan Garcia fan? Do I not talk shit about Ryan Garcia? This motherfucker said I'm a Ryan Garcia fan. I'm not even fault to Ryan Garcia. Like I don't like anything about Ryan Garcia. I'll give him props on his last performance, but the fuck, like that's what I'm saying. When you're rooting for the opposition of a guy, people just automatically assume the worst. He has to hate Devin.
I'm not saying that you look at Devin as a pussy. What I'm
No, still my favorite fight from Devin to this day is just his fight against Regis. I was so happy. Like I still go back and watch that fight. It was just complete belt to ass. Like that's still I like Devin Haney, but at the same
you know,
time, I have to be
you know,
honest when it
you know,
comes to his
do that to
peers.
Keyshawn, a nigga with 15 fights, bro.
It is what it is. It's not nothing is going to change
This
what
nigga
I know to
Devin
be
is
true.
pussy. That's what it is, y'all.
You said
I,
what?
you think he's pussy. That's why I'm
I
taking
don't think he's pussy.
because
Devin
because
Haney
like I said,
fought Loma.
I,
Listen.
feel
Devin Haney fought Loma when Tank wouldn't. Why would I think a person? So if I think Devin pussy, what the fuck you think I think of Tank? If he fought the nigga that Tank didn't want to fight,
nigga, you not picking the niggas with 15 fights to beat Tank. I tell you that.
I would beat Keyshawn. I would bet Keyshawn Davis to beat Tank just off of size. I think that the both skills, like I
Yo,
think it'll be competitive, but I would pick Keyshawn Davis just
so
off of
so
size.
if Devin won this fight by unanimous decision, would it be surprising to you?
Against Keyshawn Davis, right?
Against Keyshawn, if they say and still by unanimous decision, Devin the Dream Haney, would you be surprised?
Yeah,
Fuck, nigga with 90% UD ratio, you'll be surprised.
but it's not against niggas like Shakur, Keyshawn.
So,
It's not
so
against them.
another question: when Devin beats Haney, when Devin beats Keyshawn,
If
is Keyshawn the best fighter Devin Haney ever fought?
in my opinion, yes, he's a,
hey,
he's the more he's the
hey,
most.
Keyshawn,
He's a
hey,
fighter in his
them
fighter
50,
in his
them 50
prime. That's a
fights,
former champion. That's undefeated. That has an Olympic pedigree. Yes, I would definitely. I would give Devin Haney credit for beating Keyshawn Davis. I would give him a lot of credit for beating
those
Keyshawn
15 fights
Davis.
must have been a fucking crazy.
But you're not listening to what I'm saying. I would give Devin Haney so much credit for beating that nigga. We're talking about top 5 pound for pound conversations. That's where we're at. Like that's how much credit I would
Why
give
you
him
think
for beating
pussy?
Keyshawn.
Because he's already that nigga, and you got a
He's
young.
not.
He's not. He's not.
Is he at the top
He,
five or is he like six?
and that's why I'm saying you think Devin is pussy. You feel like this
I
nigga,
don't.
he's just around the fucking pound for pound list. He ain't in it for real.
He being on the pound for pound in
Niggas
general is just
15.
let's be real. Let's keep it real. Let's keep it real. That nigga that Boo's about to leak that nigga. You know that, right? Boo's is about to leak him. You know that, right? Boo's is 100% about to leak him. I don't know why Usyk is still on there, but you know Boo's is about to leak him, right?
Why? Because the eye test.
No, Boo's nigga Xander Zayas. Xander Zayas is the back-to-back standing on is Lima is Lima. Okay,
Bro, I
whatever.
remember when they said Devin was gonna fight Xander and niggas was saying that was a cherry pick for Devin.
Because niggas are dumb. Niggas
Nah,
had
nah.
no idea that
Why?
Xander
No,
Zayas was that
because
fucking good because niggas are casuals.
they look at Devin.
Niggas are casuals. Xander Zayas would have stepped on Devin Haney.
They look at Devin.
Respectfully.
Devin
That
has.
nigga would have stepped on Devin
That's
Haney.
what I'm saying. You think Devin is pussy? You think he's
Because
pussy?
Xander Zayas, a unified
It's
motherfucker that's
pussy.
bigger than Devin, that has the same skills as Devin, that punches harder than fucking
Not
Devin to beat
has
him.
the skills as Devin too. So like, yeah,
Dude, we've seen more
niggas
from Xander Zayas on a fight-to-fight basis than
they
from
look
fucking Devin
at
Haney. I'm
Devin.
sorry, it's just a
They look
fact.
at Devin and say Devin is pussy. They
No, I don't. I just know that there are better fighters.
it is what it is,
Every nigga
bro.
at one, at
It
all
is
the
what it
top
is.
niggas at 154 step on Devin.
It is what it is.
Facts.
Oh, a nigga with
All the top 154 pounders step on Devin. Mazurmov beats Devin. Virgil beats Devin. Boots beats Devin. Fundora probably kills him. Okay? Like I'm just keeping it
yeah,
real.
and you know what I noticed? As long as I've been a boxing fan, Devin never wins any hypothetical matches, but he wins real ones though. I'll tell you that.
Against who?
Against fucking really qualified fighters. He was 21 fighting Linares. Your guy Keyshawn's 21 fighting a fucking
And guess who
almost
Keyshawn Davis trying to fight? The same guy that's the same age as him. Keyshawn Davis moved up knowing that he was going to be
bro.
the
They're
mandatory
looking at bro. There's a reason why people look at Keyshawn Davis and look at Devin and think that Keyshawn is a younger fighter than him.
because he has
Because
lesser
this nigga is
fights.
not fucking ready. Because he's
Uh,
not,
but but but
bro.
can you agree that we about to
They're gonna
find
go hit
out
him
if
with
he
that.
fights him?
I'm
No, wait. So what happened was, hey, so can we agree that it's about to happen and we can find out based off of your sources? That's what you say.
nigga, based off the man himself.
But hey, I said your sources. I don't talk to them niggas.
Right.
So that's what I'm saying. I only can go based off what you're saying. So if the fight is happening, we can sit up here. We can sit up here and give our hypotheticals all we want. But
Hey,
at the
this
end
shit
of the
about
day,
to
the
be
fight's
crazy.
gonna
This
happen.
shit about to be crazy though because I'm about to cash in like a motherfucker, bro. I
We
love
gonna
it.
see.
You don't get tired of the same cycle. Oh, Devin,
I'm
oh,
not
he
in
had
the
a
cycle. You see, I'm very calm. I'm very calm because I'm confident.
this is the
I'm
cycle.
not. I'm not betting.
Hold on, Yonko. This is the cycle. Oh, somebody challenges Devin Haney. See, Devin, he's not really like that. This guy, he has more power than Devin. He's gonna stomp him. He's gonna knock him out. Oh, the fight happens. Devin outclasses him. UD boxes him up, clinches him up, boxes him up, winning UD. Fight was boring. 70 punches. The nigga wouldn't really like that. I'm so used to this shit, bro. I'm so used to this. That's why I'm not getting mad at you picking Norman. See, I'm getting confused because it sounds like the same fucking story. Nah, I'm not getting mad at you picking Keyshawn because this shit is so common. They do this shit all the time. They feel like Devin is some pussy. And then when he beats these guys, they say the nigga was trash or the nigga wasn't ready. Or the next person can stop on him.
Different fighter. You're taking it personal as an attack against
No,
Devin
I'm not.
instead of understanding it as a belief in the other fighter. Why does Devin Haney have to be pussy that I don't believe in a
No, because
John Davis? Why
because
does he have to
the
be
man could
pussy?
do so much in the sport, and after him doing so much, they fans still look at him like he's some unproven guy.
Devin Haney is proven, but now it's time for another fighter to try
But
to prove
he
himself.
must not be proven
No,
because
no,
a
no.
nigga,
You
a
can't
nigga
you
with
can't
15
gatekeep
fights
greatness.
can
You cannot
a
gatekeep
15
greatness.
nigga with
When it's
15
time when it's
fights.
time for a fighter when it's time for a fighter to challenge and to stamp his name on some shit, we gonna see. We are gonna see. Keyshawn Davis, like how y'all say, inexperienced, right? Keyshawn Davis has put his career in jeopardy. There's no
No,
shame in
he's
losing to a
not.
Devin Haney. But
He's
there
the
is
guy.
shame in how the
This
public
is he has
perceives Sean
everything.
Davis and Devin Haney losing
He
to
has
him.
everything to gain because once he lose, he can be like Brian Norman. Well, I fought Devin Haney, excellent fighter. Somebody who is, regardless if you agree or not, somebody who is going to the fucking Hall of Fame.
I never said like once again, you keep
I'm not.
getting me
I'm
confused with a
not saying.
Devin Haney
That's what I'm
hater,
saying.
bro.
Whether you agree or not, I'm saying. I'm not saying. I'm just.
Devin Haney is a first
Bro,
ballot. If fucking
bro,
Tim Bradley is in the
but
fucking Hall of Fame, god damn it.
saying,
Devin, like you feel me? I'm just saying.
if
Like
you
I'm just saying. Like
if
if
you're
if
just saying, if you know that, but listen to what you're telling me, Yanko. You're telling me that a guy that's going to the Hall of Fame who's still in his physical prime, undefeated, and at the top of
yes.
the class is going to get knocked off by a nigga with 15 fights, and his most competitive fight was against a nigga that was a CNA. You're telling me that. Do you know
If
how
you call if you call if you call if
that
you
makes my
call two
you
if you
not
call two UDs
Yanko, Yanko,
competitive, bro,
Yanko, do you
Keyshawn
not
Davis might be the greatest of
do you not
motherfuckers, bro.
not
If you're calling two UDs stepping on shit,
how,
like
how
if
did he
you
step
really
on
call
shit?
that
This guy hurt
competitive,
him. He hurt him, and then he became bro. Not only did he hurt him,
he
not only
beat
did he
his
hurt,
ass for
he
12
hurt him
rounds,
both
man.
fights. He had two.
He
He had
beat
two
his ass for
do
12
it
rounds, bro.
in a new weight class. He had
But
two
listen,
do it in
but
a new
listen.
weight class.
But listen, there's no shame. Listen, the reason why I would like say if I was you, like just like you gotta start giving Keyshawn Davis some type of credit because you don't want people to see him as the way that you see him if he
I don't.
loses to
I
Devin
don't.
Haney. Because if he does lose to a guy with 15 fights, the people don't have the knowledge to understand how great Keyshawn Davis
Well,
was to where he was able to accomplish that.
that
Just
would
seeing him as a scrub
that would
or inexperienced, that's not going to help
no
your
for real.
agenda.
No,
That's
real.
going to destroy Devin Haney's
No,
career in his PR.
Devin's not supposed to lose to a nigga like Keyshawn. So yeah, that's the
From
type.
from the public perspective,
And you see why
like, but
why
from
yeah.
the purists, yes, Keyshawn Davis has all the tools to beat Devin Haney.
This is
He
why
has the IQ.
my
He has the skills to beat
one of
him.
my favorite fighters in modern boxing because yes, he's not supposed to lose to a guy like this, and he's taking on the challenge. He's doing the heavy lifting. You're having back and forth with me about if he's gonna win or not. We can't do this with fucking Shakur fights or tank fights because these niggas ain't doing shit. I'm trying to tell you, Devin is the fucking chosen one out the pack, but you're looking at him as if he's the fucking pussy out the pack because you got a nigga with 15 fights who had very competitive fights with a CNA. You're saying that this guy can jump off the porch and knock this guy off the porch fast, just like that.
You got niggas in the chat really saying that Devin can beat Boots. Wow,
Bro,
nasty word.
let me tell you this. Let me put this in perspective, right? You can take it as how you want to take it at.
I'm
Right?
saying it's
Hold on.
boxing,
Let
man.
me put it in perspective. Let me put it in perspective. Boots Ennis said, "No, I'm not. I don't feel comfortable fighting a fighter like Devin Haney at 147 on my way out the fucking door." You know why? You know why? Because he understands that somebody like Devin Haney can knock him off his position and give him a fucking L. There's a level of respect that Devin's peers have with him that boxing fans don't understand. Boxing fans look at Devin as pussy. His his peers are like, if I fight this nigga, he has to come in 144 and a fucking rehydration clause. I'm too little to fight him. No, nigga, they're looking at him as a fucking threat because they know that maybe, just maybe, this guy can fucking win. This guy has a high chance of winning because he knows how to fucking box. He knows how to box. He knows how to fucking bang if he has to. Said they don't understand our man. Nah, they don't. They feel like Devin just woke up as the motherfucking champion, bro. He just woke up as the champion, and anybody could just knock him off. Boots even said, "Nah, man, hold on. I'm not gonna do that at 147. Not on my way out. Fuck no."
Y'all don't even understand I've already made the bet. So it's like all the talking is just like kind of like it's a fact, like and it's nice and all. But the truth of the matter is like
They
I don't need to I don't talk about Devin Haney's amount of fights. I don't need to I'm not trying to convince y'all. I'm not trying to convince myself. I already put my money up. I said what's gonna happen, and we gonna see. Like
yeah,
you feel me? That's the difference between
and
real
that's
confidence.
hey, we're
You
just
gonna see.
you're just a we gonna see ass nigga. You're basing it off hope. Hold
No, it's
on.
already said.
It's
When Drake said
over.
it's already made, I ain't making my mind up. It's already made.
Hey, it's
It's
over
already made.
shit, bro.
You're hoping that Keyshawn Davis is as
So
green as you think he
Keyshawn
is.
got the discipline to beat Devin though, for real,
In the ring, yes.
in the ring. I
Yes.
I seen niggas lift a nigga up and slam him because he was upset because the nigga punched him and clinched him
But he kept beating his ass in a composed way. So
in a composed way. How you say?
yes.
Albright, he lived to tell the story on how he went the distance with Keith.
Because the did the ref not allow Albright to just hold up, tie him up
What
every
do you
single time?
and that's why I'm trying to tell you, if niggas is complaining about that, what do you think is gonna happen when he's fighting
But the
somebody
difference is
who knows
Albright was trying not to get
who knows
stopped.
knows how to
It
use?
wasn't part of his style. Devin Haney's part of his style is kicking the air out the ball. Albright was legitimately trying to fucking survive. Like we not finna act like that was part of his game plan. He had no intentions on
If the
going
clip
in
was
there.
able to slow Keyshawn down, what do you
It
think that?
didn't slow him down. He was beating his ass. Like, if you're going to put Devin Haney in that same scenario, you will have to look at it from the same context. Is Devin Haney constantly clinching to try to stop Keyshawn Davis from stopping him after he's pretty much done broke him down and is beating his ass? Or is Devin Haney going to clinch to try to frustrate Keyshawn as a strategy in the fight? That's how you got to look at it. You can't say in the same context as Albright because Albright was getting his ass whooped. So we could he could slow him down from what? From stopping him, okay? From stopping him, not because Albright was letting shots off and tied him up. No, Albright was getting his
Look at that.
ass whooped.
Look, I don't know if you can see the screen. Look at this. That 1-2 down the pipe rocked his ass. And what he do? Immediately clinch. Immediately clinch.
All boxers
I
clinch.
go
All boxers clinch.
and put
At some
and
point, even offensive fighters.
I'm trying to tell you, put it in perspective. Let's put it in perspective.
That's sparring.
Let's
That's
put it in
sparring. And
perspective.
isn't that Hitchison?
Put it in perspective.
That's sparring. You cannot
Let's
compare sparring to a real
let's,
fight.
let's put it in perspective. This guy,
How? It's
this
not a
guy
real fight.
want me to play a real fight where he get okay. Since you want to do, I go ahead. I'll show you a real fight of him getting caught with the same shit. If that's what you want,
Okay, but
I'm
show,
if
but
that's,
show, but
that's
show,
what you
but
want.
show. Show a full minute of show a full minute. Let's not show just he landed a punch. Show the full minute of what happened after. Show 2 minutes of straight footage.
I won't even
We
pay.
can't we not finna isolate the push and narrative. We actually want to see what happened in the actual fight after the clinch, after the good shot that was landed. What happened after that? We can't just look at, oh man, this person landed this shot. It's boxing. You're going to get fucking hit. Plain and simple. Plain and simple. Let's go ahead. Let's go ahead and see the
From
full
the
footage.
amateur's right hand, straight right hand down the pipe.
Amateurs, what
Just
the fuck are we doing?
look,
Art, come on, man.
I just showed you the amateurs. I just showed you the sparring. Now you want to see the pro game fight?
Yes, show me the full minute after Keyshawn Davis got clipped by Albright. Show me the full minute. Show me.
No, I
Show
don't.
me.
No, you know what I'm showing you? I'm showing you
You're
that
showing me, you're showing
I
me a boxer that got hit in a boxing match. You're not showing me what happened to the fighter that hit him.
straight right hand down the pipe. Straight
Now
right.
continue it.
You look,
Continue it.
no. Look,
Come on, dog.
hold on, Yanko. I'm trying to tell you my point. My point is not he came back and beat the person up. I'm showing you that nigga from the amateurs, from sparring to the pro game, he gets hit with that straight right hand down the fucking pipe because he does not know how to avoid it. Now he is going to be fighting a master fucking boxer who watches film. Trust me, I know he's beautiful. We already talking about it. Nigga, he's watching fucking film, right? You don't think that this master boxer is gonna say, hey, the shit that I'm really good at will be very effective in this fight. You don't think that can happen in this fight with Keyshawn? You don't feel like, hey, maybe if he moves up in weight, If he's able to get hurt by these guys,
That's a
that
lot of assuming, my boy. That's a lot of assuming. At the end of the day, they got to
this
go in there and show it.
this is what they do. This is why they call it film study. They're watching
So that you're assuming
watching
that Keyshawn
it's
Davis is not
study.
watching film on Devin. You're
It,
assuming that it's just one sided. It's one
I'm
sided, and it's
he can
already
watch
decided.
all the film on Devin Haney, but
See, that's the
he
thing.
has
You are
no
you are completely
experience.
isolated. Like it's
He
not
has
possible for
no
Keyshawn Davis, but it's only
experience,
possible for Devin
but he
Haney. That
doesn't have
doesn't make sense.
experience.
It's boxing.
He doesn't have the experience. Just like how
Okay.
Brian Norman was watching the Lomachenko fight. Ooh, I can nigga, you're not. He's not. Brian Norman's not Lomachenko. He's not fucking Ryan Garcia on pads. Keyshawn is not Ryan Garcia on pads. He's not Lomachenko.
What is Keyshawn Davis flaws? Keyshawn Davis
Keyshawn,
flaw.
he is
Oh,
somebody that showed us that he can beat who Top Rank puts in front of him.
oh,
That,
let me answer somebody's question. He said, Yonko, what are Keyshawn Davis flaws? Keyshawn Davis flaws are pretty much when you'll even ask, like most boxers will say Keyshawn Davis is an all around great boxer. Like if you want all around Keyshawn Davis, even more than Shakur, even more than Boost, I have to give credit to Keyshawn Davis that he is an all around great boxer. But Keyshawn Davis does have temperament problems. He can stay composed after a point, but it's like he does have this point where it's like, okay, like with Albright, yeah, let me go ahead and give you a receipt. But there's nothing wrong with giving receipts in boxing. Like say Jahad Tucker, right? He got hit in the nuts. He gave him a receipt right back. Hit him right in the nuts too. Okay. Some people can see that as like, oh, a mental lapse, but at the same time, you gave him a receipt. But at the end of the day, Keyshawn Davis doesn't. His form does not collapse at all. He looked the same from round 1 to round 12. If it goes 12. So, but Keyshawn Davis, that's the criticism that I will give him as far as his punch it, as far as like basically him in the ring. But me, I haven't seen enough flaws from Keyshawn on a fundamental level to say that what are his flaws. Like I can't because when I look at him, like he's able to get out of the way of punches. Defensively, he's great. Offensively, he's great. Great body puncher, great IQ, great lead hand, great distance control. He's a complete fighter. So it's like for me, I can't necessarily criticize him in the way that even my favorite fighter, Boots. My
he,
my I,
he,
I can criticize Boots more. The problem with Boots is that Boots, and you notice this in sparring, when you are levels above your opponent, you can start to fucking daydream into where you beating his ass, you start daydreaming. And it's like you can get hit with some shit to where it's like, hold on. And even people thought Boost was more hurt than he actually was. He wasn't. But the thing is, you start to daydream. You can get caught with some shit just from being like, okay, you're taking, they call it taking screenshots, admiring your work, right? You could literally get caught, just be like, okay, you're zoning out because you're not really respecting or you're not as sharp as the guy that's in front of you because he's in survival mode. You're like, this is just like another day for me. I'm beating his ass. I'm winning these rounds to where you can get very lazy, mentally lazy. Me, I've suffered from that in sparring, where you're so levels above the person that you're sparring to where you get hit with some shit like, how the fuck I got hit with that? I got hit with that shit because I'm daydreaming in a fucking boxing ring. It happens to the best. Okay. But it's like as far as Keyshawn Davis, I'm more likely to criticize like Boots, even though he's my number one favorite fighter. Is just that Keyshawn Davis doesn't have the same lapses that Boots has. Every fighter is different. Um, every fighter is different. Every fighter has different flaws. But when it comes to Keyshawn Davis, it is a lot harder to nitpick because when you look at him fight, he is complete, even more complete than my favorite fighter. Like so I can't really criticize him outside of his temperament at some points in the fight. With him, he's able to stay composed for most of the fight, but he will have a lapse here and
I,
there, but
I
it's
can
not going to let him
I
get
can tell y'all the
cooked.
flaws. I can tell y'all the flaws because he ain't gonna tell you the real flaws.
Okay, no,
This is
no,
this is the flaws.
no, no,
He
no,
Keyshawn is flat footed.
no,
He's
he's not.
only able to let off his best work when his opponent is standing right in front of him. Keyshawn lacks discipline in the ring, where if his opponent has success, he's going to do things like grab him or slam him. He has history of this. Keyshawn Davis he's undisciplined outside of the ring. He showed up to many weigh-ins out of shape. You know what I'm saying? Which has people believing, like Yanko, believing that he's a welterweight when he's really not.
Nigga,
And then
I articulated
and on
myself
top
well,
of
and
that,
they still say I'm glazing. It's crazy.
Keyshawn has what they say Devin Haney had in the Ryan Garcia fight, which is the bow and arrow jab where you throw a punch and he drops his fucking whole fucking left, I mean his right, right? Keyshawn, he doesn't have enough experience. He's going to lose this fight bad, bro. I'm trying to tell Yonko before he invests all his money into this shit. Keyshawn is going to lose this fight. The keys to victory, because a lot of people don't want to break it down. I'll break it down.
I broke it down, and y'all still couldn't
The
accept it.
keys to
It
victory,
wasn't what y'all wanted to
the
hear.
keys for to victory for Devin Haney is just fighting in mid range. Fighting in mid range.
Woo!
Keep him at the end of your jab, and when he gets closer, land that sneak right hand. Hit him with a lot of feints. Hit him with a lot of feints, and hook with while he's hooking. Punch when he's punching. Right.
You gonna
Use,
try to time
hold
Keyshawn
on.
Davis?
Of course. Use the legs. Use a lot of lateral movement. That's also going to frustrate Keyshawn. And when Keyshawn get close enough to land off the combinations, just pull him in. You're going to be the bigger man on fight night. He's not going to be able to outmuscle you. So pull him in and then fight him off the clinch. Break him out. Punch him out the clinch like a veteran always does, like Devin Haney. And it's that simple. I guarantee it's going to be like this. Yonko's going to be sitting in his fucking chair around round fucking 9. And he's gonna be like, damn, man. He's gonna be looking at the clock like, fuck. It's too late to fucking renege on these bets because he's gonna see Keyshawn is not going to have the answer to beat Devin Haney because he knows, Yoko knows that Devin Haney has the power to slow the fight down and nullify his opponent's attack by doing something they hate, which is clinch work. And it's gonna go round 10, round 11, round 12, unanimous decision and still. And Yoko's gonna be telling me how he can't beat Shakur Stevenson or that jab and grab style not gonna beat the next person. And we're gonna do the same cycle for the next fighter.
Okay. I mean, once again, it sounds like you trying to convince me of your narrative rather than what I've already said.
I don't have to convince you. I'm just telling you.
No, that's what you're saying. What I'm
Or
going to be sitting here doing, I'm telling you that the fight is going to happen. If it does happen, that I am 100 and like I said, like I'm willing to bet anyone. Okay, I'm good for it. I already got a bet with you, right? So it's like for me, I don't need to say like how the fans are gonna be and this all that. I'm saying we're gonna watch and we're gonna see. And then me, I hope once again, I hope you guys give Keyshawn Davis the credit that he deserves when the outcome is in his favor. I really hope that y'all don't make any excuses, okay? I hope that y'all don't say Devin was injured or Devin had something in his eye, hair grease. It was the dye. I hope. I
I
really.
don't
I
know.
need you guys to understand. Like I get. Like here's how I need you guys in the chat to understand that Abdullah Mason is also one of my favorite fighters. Like just right above Keyshawn Davis. I went to the Abdullah Mason homecoming event. They have a little spat back and forth. Like me. Ray Ford is in Shakur's camp, right? I'm an Oshaki Foster fan. It does. I am not against. I just go off of boxing. It does not matter. I don't have to be with this person. I'm not on a side. I'm not on a side. I go off of what I see. I go off of what I see in the ring, the sweet science. If I just so happen to be a fan of that fighter, but I'm not going to let my emotions get involved to decide the outcome of a fight or what a fan should believe or what another person should believe. Because once again, some of my fighters beef, like say, Amari Jones and Jai Tucker. I don't want them niggas fighting if I'm keeping it real because they're my two favorite fighters at 160. I'm keeping it real. I'm keeping it real because I would just have to. Hey, we just gonna see. We gonna see because I
And
don't
I'm
want either fighter to lose, but
real. I
we
think
just
that
gonna
you're
see.
looking at Devin Haney as if he's a pussy because he
No, you're isolated to Devin
right.
Haney.
Because
I believe
yeah, they
Keyshawn
go.
Davis. I believe Keyshawn Davis can
So
beat
Yonko, you
Tank.
don't think
Does
that's
that mean I think
crazy?
Tank is a pussy?
You
No,
don't think that's crazy?
no, I don't.
A nigga with 15 fights, bro.
No, I don't think it's crazy at all. Because when you're downplaying
So
this
Keyshawn,
you're
give me
downplaying
wait,
his skill level because of the amount of fights that he has
no,
instead of
no. What I'm
looking
looking
at
at,
the
what
type
I'm
of
looking
fighter
at,
he
I'm
is.
not just looking at Devin Haney. I'm looking at the history of the sport. How many times have you seen a fighter with 15 fights go up and just beat and dominate a fucking fighter who just stopped his last guy at a whole new weight class? You think that he's gonna just jump up? and just beat him like that with ease.
He didn't stop Brian Owens Jr.
I haven't seen that. I haven't
He didn't
seen that.
stop Brian Owens Jr.
No, I'm saying that he hurt and dropped somebody who just
But
visually
what did he do after that?
stopped his opponent before that.
But what did he do after that?
He
What
won
did
the
Devin
fight.
Haney do after that?
He won the fight comfortably.
Tell me what happened in round 8.
He won comfortably against a dangerous puncher.
That once again, that's all Brian Owens Jr. was. He was not a skilled fighter. He was a dangerous puncher. That's what
Bro,
he was.
Keyshawn fuck around be slower at 147. Keyshawn fuck around gas
It
fast.
is you want to know
All
something? It's a lot easier to fight closer to your natural weight than it is when you are cutting down. You know that, right? It's a lot easier to fight. It's a lot easier to fight. Like say if Keyshawn Davis walks around at like 150 something and he was cutting down to like 135, it's a lot easier to fight closer to your walk around weight
so
because
why
you're
was
not
he
draining
much
yourself
faster
over
at
war.
135?
You said what?
Why was he much faster at 135?
He was a lot more active at 135 than he was at 140.
Because he's just more active. That's why.
Yeah, yes, because he was a lot more sharper when you were in the ring. He only had 2 fights at 140. He
You
only
said
had two
you've
fights.
been in the boxing gym, right? So
He
you
only
know.
had 2 fights.
You should
One
know.
came after a year. One came after like a year or damn near a year out the ring, and he stopped Jermaine Ortiz, right? And then Albright, he looked better against Albright than he like. It's like the Albright is just the fucking guy that won't go away.
That
Cool,
dude was
fine.
fucking
But
lackluster.
he only had two
Forgot
fights
about
at 140. Let's stop acting like he's been hella active lately. He's trying to be active. He's trying to get back to where he was, but you're saying he was faster at
it.
135.
Yes,
He
because
had but
when you
listen, he
add
had 13 fights at 135 versus 2.
when you add muscle and you add weight, it slows you down.
You forget he's
It slows you
rehydrating.
down.
He's already at like 147, 150. So he's just rehydrating from 135 up into those weights. Do you not understand that?
I'm not gonna lie to you. Devin's gonna stop this kid
That's what I'm saying. You're skipping over what I'm saying. You're like, he's going, okay,
because
you're allowed to believe that. That's cool.
because you know why? Because
Our money is on it. Our
I'm
money is on it.
no matter
It's
what you
cool.
say, I cannot. I'm stuck in my old man ways because I
Bro,
cannot.
you're only 30.
I I can't see a nigga with 15 fights going and dethrone
And there's nothing
in
wrong with
his
that. Listen,
in his
listen. I'm
prime.
not I'm not trying to tell you
In
that you're
his prime.
delusional for believing that. You have every right to believe that Devin Haney is levels above Keyshawn Davis
And then
based on
look,
the amount of fights, based on his experience, based on
it's
him being
like this,
undisputed.
bro.
I'm telling you that styles make fights. And Keyshawn Davis' style is really fucking
So I
bad
don't
for Devin Haney.
understand this. So Shakur fans, they can understand size matter when it comes to Devin versus Shakur, but they don't understand size matter versus Keyshawn versus Devin.
Because Keyshawn is bigger
He's
than
never
Shakur.
Keyshawn's never fought at welterweight.
Keyshawn Davis is bigger than Shakur. Keyshawn Davis is a bigger fighter than Shakur Stevenson.
All right, bro. You can
But
believe
that's
that.
what I'm saying. Like, it's like, why would we have the
So,
same rules to
so
different fighters?
come fight night, you're gonna see a real full 147 Keyshawn put the beats on Devin Haney, right? Is that what you're
Yes,
telling me? Okay.
yes.
All right, bro. I'm gonna be right here with my joint in my hand saying, hey, look, you know what's so funny?
Shit,
The
I
last
might be at the fight.
the last the last fight, the last fight, right? Niggas sent me their money around round 7 because they knew. Because they knew after that, there's nothing he can do. There's nothing he
so,
can do.
so you want the money in the pot
No,
before
no,
or after Keyshawn
no.
wins?
What I'm saying is, you're gonna be sitting back and you're gonna be looking at the clock at round 7. And you're gonna be like, damn, how long? How much
But
longer?
you're telling me a reality that is just a hypothetical. I'm telling you that I'm
You're
okay with
you're
whatever
saying
you're
it's
saying.
hypothetical, like a nigga with
I,
50.
I'm not telling you I'm not telling you like, hey Art, you're gonna be sitting back here, you're gonna be where I'm not telling you that. All I'm telling you is that I hope you guys give Keyshawn Davis his credit and don't make up any
How
excuses.
is
That's
Keyshawn
all that
style
I'm asking.
Devin?
You said what?
Has Devin not seen a style like Keyshawn before?
Fuck no.
What is
Fuck no.
Keyshawn? What is
With
Keyshawn
black
doing different?
athletic fighter, with black athletic fighter that was a Olympic silver medalist has Devin Haney fought.
He fought Gamboa, who's a gold medalist.
You mean old ass, not like old ass Like, is he a black American?
No, he's fought somebody that is black and athletic and a gold
And
medalist.
who the fuck beat the fuck out of Gamboa? Tell me.
Tank did. Another fighter I
No,
bad
no,
name.
no, 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 no. Who
And
before Tank?
Terrence Crawford.
Exactly. And what does Tank and Terrence Crawford and Keyshawn Davis all have in common? Where are they from?
They're all FBA.
Okay,
Oh,
right.
I
What are we known
take your
for?
point.
We are known for being the
You
best at
asked me a
fucking
question
boxing.
and I answered it. So
No, I'm saying that's what I'm saying.
understand, like
So
you
once
want me
again,
you asked me
you're trying to
what
compare Gamboa to the Black American fighter when Gamboa has gotten his ass beat by the Black American fighter.
I mean, Gamboa is more proven than Keyshawn Davis. So as
Okay,
a
that's cool. Guess what? Guess what? Keyshawn Davis would have beat the fuck
who
out of Gamboa too.
Keyshawn Davis is because I seen the nigga, his own team ratted him out. His own team said the nigga wasn't
Nigga,
this.
everybody's salty when you leave.
No, his
Everybody's
own
salty.
Bomac done said that nigga was fucking undisciplined and he showed up to the fucking the Bomac fight.
You want to know? You want to know who also Bomac hate on a lot?
Hey,
Who Bernie the Boxer hate on a lot? This is an easy answer now. Who did them niggas hate on a lot when the motherfucker don't even talk? Like this is the easiest answer. Chat, can you answer me this question, right? I know regardless of how logical I'm being and just being like, I'm not trying to tell y'all how to think, but once again, y'all want me to say what y'all like literally I didn't have to come up here, right? But me, I'm so confident in what I'm saying, and I don't get knocked off of my square, right? Y'all could say this, y'all could say that. Everybody got their own opinion, everybody got their own pick. Like so he playing audio, but what I'm telling y'all is that y'all are allowed to feel any type of way that y'all want to feel. If y'all have so much faith in Devin Haney, everybody's going to bet what they want to bet. I'm going to bet what I want to bet against who I want to bet against, and we are all going to see. It's not to make somebody a dick rider. It's not to make somebody delusional. It's not to mean that you hate the fighter, right? If you really believe in the
I'm not saying
fighter that you
you hate Devin. I'm
no,
just
but
saying
you're saying I think that Devin is. I don't because I don't believe too many fighters like 147. I think if he rematched Ryan Garcia right now, he could beat him. I think so. That's just me. But I think if you're not going to run it, then fucking why talk about it?
man.
I think that he could beat
All I'm
Stanionis.
saying is, nigga, I've been
I think
watching boxing. I've been watching
listen to me. I think he could beat Stanionis, right? I think that he could beat Karen. You feel me? I think that Devin Haney can beat a lot of guys, bro. But it's not an indictment on Devin Haney to say that Keyshawn Davis will beat him. It's to say that Keyshawn Davis is a
this is
unknown fucking talent. To
equivalent
where
of
it's
I have black friends, so I can't be a racist. That's what this is sounding like exactly.
no, no, no. What the fuck?
That's what it
No,
sounds like.
no.
Yeah, I have
This
black
nigga
friends,
here,
so of course,
dog. This
I'm not a bro.
this nigga here, bro.
No, nigga, you're telling
No.
me a nigga with 15 fights is going to
But
dethrone
I think
battle
Keyshawn
tested
Davis can
young
also beat those
veterans.
fighters that I named as well. So that's the thing. If I think both fighters can beat the names that I listed, why would I not think if they squared off against each other that it could be a competitive fight, but one fighter has to win? I think one fighter has to win. One fighter has to win unless it is a draw. Okay? Do I think it'll be a draw? No. It's either gonna go one way or the other, and people are inclined to believe what they want to believe. Okay, Devin Haney has done enough in the sport for anybody to have enough confidence in him to say that he can beat Keyshawn Davis. And you're not wrong for feeling the way that you feel. Like, nigga, are you insane? 15 fights against the youngest undisputed champion of ever in the sport of boxing, 3 division world champion. You feel me? You're not crazy for thinking what you're thinking. But once again, there is a bias to that opinion that is not based in X's not X's and O's in the sweet science. It's a bias based off of how you feel about one of your favorite fighters, and that is perfectly fine. Everybody can root for who they want to root for. It doesn't mean that I'm a dick ride because I go against that, right? It doesn't mean that I hate Devin Haney because you
I'm
know
I'm
I'm
saying
going against that.
you don't hate Devin Haney. You just look at him as a pussy because you're saying somebody with 15 fights is going to knock off a tested veteran who is in his physical prime in the weight class that he does not have to train himself to make. You're telling me
Hey,
that hold on, let me cook. Because I just
No,
want
no, no.
you're,
I gotta ask you. Like,
I'm hearing you, and I'm telling
got
you
you.
what I'm hearing. I'm hearing that you're saying a guy with 15 fights is going to beat a battle-tested veteran who is in his physical prime, who is now in the weight class where he's not killing himself to make the weight. And this is his third fight at that weight class. Because I mean, you can technically call the Ramirez fight a welterweight fight. So this is his third fight at that weight, and
Why
you're
can't I post my Twitter? I
and
was
you're
trying to post my Twitter to the chat.
I don't
Like,
know, but you're telling me that this guy is going to beat him, and I'm just rejecting your claim, bro. I'm saying nah, it's cap. It's either Keyshawn is just this super extremely talent, or you just feel like Devin is a pussy, and my eyes are deceiving me because
wait, wait,
when I
wait.
look at
I
Keyshawn
have a
Davis,
question. Bernie the boxer be hating on Devin.
duh, of
I
course,
see. Like Bernie, like you know what was that Richard Torres? That's why Torres got knocked out. Anyway, go continue.
man. Like I said, I'm a boxing fan. If I would be nervous for Devin if Keyshawn had a year to get prepared for this fight. He
You
knocked
don't
off
need to be
somebody else
nervous.
147, and he was able to go up to the in the weight class, the right way. But you know what happened with Keyshawn? You know what happened with Keyshawn? He woke up as the mandatory because the pressure was on his big brother Shakur Stevenson to fight Devin Haney. And Jay Prince being who he is and his mob ties or whatever, he was able to put his fighter in a position where he has 15 fights and now fighting a world class fighter in a higher weight class he's never fought in.
It's wait, listen. Did Devin Haney have a fight at 147 before he was able to challenge Brian Norman Jr. for his title?
He fought at welter. He fought at 144 against Ramirez, which is
But
welterweight.
listen,
And he
yes,
fought Brian Norman.
yes, but once again, did he have any title eliminators to be put in that position?
Yeah, this nigga's he fought. Look,
That wasn't a title eliminator.
Devin Haney.
That wasn't a for
Yeah,
the a fight to be the
that's what I'm
mandatory.
trying to tell you. Devin Haney, he's been ranked high in these divisions since he was a fucking in his early 20s because he's been fighting championship level fights before this nigga even career even jumped off. So like you're trying to tell me that somebody who's already established is about to get knocked off by some young nigga coming up is crazy.
Bruh, they're the same age, nigga. And and
Not
and
really.
Keyshawn Davis is a
And
former
that's
WBO
my
champion
hashtag.
as well.
That's what my hashtag for this fight is Devin versus Lil Davis because he's a little pup. He ain't ready.
I mean, but that's what I'm saying. That I'm glad. Listen, I am so glad. You know what? I want everybody to feel that way because not only am I betting niggas directly, but to the guy in the chat, my name, like my Twitter is my name that you can see on here. Like it should pop up. I deactivated my old Twitter and I didn't know that Twitter deletes it after 30 days, but it should pop up as story of Yonko. You'll see, a handsome young man, with a goatee or whatever. So that's my stuff. You want to bet me? That's fine. You feel me? I ain't ducking no smoke, but I hope that the odds are exactly how y'all feel because once again, I'm going to be betting on Keyshawn across the board. I know I ain't gonna give all my money because niggas are going to disappear, but I got faith in you. I believe you. I trust your word. You feel me? You trust mine, and that's what. Once again, I'm excited. I want the fight to happen more than anything else. I want the fight more than anything else. So hopefully it does happen. And it's like me, you ain't ducking no smoke. I ain't ducking no smoke. Feel me? You got a lot of people, talking on both ends. Me, once again, I'm a always respect Devin Haney, but right now, I think that he's about to clash with a generational talent, and we are gonna find out how
Hey,
great that generational talent is.
pussy, because you're not looking at Devin as a generational talent. You're looking at him as some nigga that's just holding the title for Keyshawn Davis.
I think Devin Haney is a hard worker. I think Devin Haney is. I like when I look at certain fighters. I look at Devin Haney as. Don't say I'm comparing him. I'm talking about in terms of what they're able to achieve in the sport. I look at Devin Haney as an extremely hard worker. That's the reason why he has better discipline than Keyshawn Davis. You have certain guys that have tangibles and intangibles. The tangibles are what you're able to get through hard work. The intangibles, it's in your DNA. It's what you've been given by God. So you have certain guys that have certain reflexes, certain gifts, power, whatever like that. You can train You can hit the heavy bag. You can do all this stuff, and you may not never have the power of a guy who was given that like by God, you know. So there's certain fighters that have intangibles, and there's certain fighters that have tangibles. Devin Haney has a lot of
I do
tangibles.
78 Sport. He asked me what happened at 78. So basically, what's happened is he's basically telling me that Devin Haney's a pussy and
No,
a nigga
don't do
with
that.
15 fights.
You put
A
words
nigga,
in my
a nigga
mouth, man.
that's what he's. I'm telling you what I'm here. I'm breaking it down for my brother 78. He's basically saying Devin Haney is a pussy and a nigga with 15 fights is gonna be able to jump up and knock a nigga off his prime, knock him out in his physical prime in a weight class that he's looking the tip top, the best shape he's ever looked in. He's looking at welterweight. He's telling me a nigga with 15 fights who just had a very competitive with a CNA, a very competitive fight with a CNA. He's telling me that guy
No,
is going to jump up and beat Devin Haney, a battle
hey,
tested young veteran in his
no,
prime.
no, no. Check
That's
this out. Like, just side note. Shout out to 78 Sports because I used to watch a lot of Two Raw, a lot of what's his name? What's his name? Fucking the guy that he used to play overseas. He talks a lot of shit. I forgot his name. Your name used to always come up in some of the discussions or where like that. I was the Lions Den, I believe. Ticket, yeah, Ticket TV. I used to hover around y'all channels a lot years ago. So
but today,
I don't know you directly, but
no,
I just want to say shout out to you.
basically.
You said what?
But today, you're basically saying that Devin Haney's a pussy because somebody with 15 fights can just jump up and beat him.
No,
Like
no.
you watched the Albright fight, did you not see him get frustrated because Albright was doing basic shit
I
like
saw him beat the
throwing
shit out of
punches?
Albright. That's what I saw him beat him worse than the first fight. That's what I saw.
People looking at
That's what.
the second fight and they're saying it's lackluster. They expected him to knock him out, and you
Why would you? That nigga's never been dropped. That nigga's never been
by
dropped.
Ortiz.
Why was the
By
expectation a
Ortiz.
knockout? Of
That's what
course, that's what we want to
we see.
see.
Ortiz put in better
But
work on
the
Albright.
nigga has never. Albright is extremely durable. When are we gonna give credit to these fighters for being durable instead of blaming the fighter for not knocking him out?
Bro, I'm rejecting your claim because Albright is not
It's
dedicated
it's okay. Like
fight.
Jojo Diaz, was he not given credit for being a durable fighter?
These are all champions that you're talking about. Then you're talking about a CNA.
I can't hear. Is that 78? I can't hear him talk. I can't hear him.
Oh, my bad. Do I got a background noise or something?
Oh no, I can hear you. I couldn't hear Art man. He just went out and came in. This you 78?
Yeah, this me, brother.
Yeah, man. Like I've been around y'all niggas channels for the longest. I ain't seen Two Raw and Ticket in a minute, but you know, I've been surrounded by y'all channels for years.
Can y'all hear me?
I hear you good. I hear you good.
Okay. Okay, so I don't know if you heard of 78,
I
but
can't hear you, Art man.
you can't.
You might have to leave out and come back in, brother, if you can't hear. I mean, I hear.
Yeah. I'm gonna leave and come back in.
Okay.
Can you hear me, 78?
I hear you wonderful. I hear you, man. Wow. Okay. Dang. What you doing? Man, you two hating on me, bro. They won't let me get 100,000 subs. Now every time I come on somebody live, they hate.
I'm back in. Can you hear me, 78?
I hear you good, brother. Can you hear me?
Okay, yeah. I can't do it for too long because I'm gonna almost have to get up out of here. But
Yeah.
we're just cooking on the Keyshawn Davis thing, and I was basically saying that I feel like he doesn't respect Devin Haney because if you're looking at a guy with 15 fights against C-level fighters and saying that this guy he's capable of jumping up and beating a battle-tested veteran in his prime, you must not look at that fighter as a good fighter. You must look at him
Right.
as somebody.
No, I've given Devin Haney his credit. You just want me to say that Keyshawn Davis is so green and that he's
Well,
going to get stepped on. That's what you want me to say.
this is what my thing is that I just want people to be on the record. Like,
Yeah, I'm on-
if you listen, hear me out. If you go, because I heard the same stuff with Brian Norman, and everybody named Mama was telling me Brian Norman was going to dog Devin. I even heard some people saying Ramirez is going to beat Devin. Everybody's so fixated on this Ryan Garcia cheating fight. Everybody, oh, Devin, I can't unsee what I seen. Cool, that's your loss, because you believe the hype that Devin he's shot fighter and he got PTSD. Y'all believe all that crap. Now, when Devin go here and step on Keyshawn and make him look easy, when he step on Keyshawn and make this boy look easy,
Easy.
everybody and their mama gonna say, I already know the narrative. Keyshawn wasn't ready, man. Keyshawn had no business in there, man. Keyshawn had no man. Man,
But
Devin
I
beat him.
can't listen. I can't speak for other
Most
people.
of
I said I would give
it.
Devin Haney hella credit. I said I would give Devin Haney hella credit for
But
beating
you, but you,
Keyshawn
but you
Davis
put
because I know what
And I
my
Keyshawn
good
get
brother,
is.
my
and
good brother,
I'm
my
saying
good
that
brother.
you're obviously you're not giving him enough credit because if you still after all that you still feel like a nigga with 15 fights is gonna jump
But
up and
that's what I'm saying. I'm
do
making my
what
pick.
other guys couldn't do
He's better than them
without
niggas.
any proof. Bro, like no matter how you try to spin it, bro, Albright is not on the level of Devin Haney, dog. Not even close. Not even close. It's low key disrespectful to even
Hey,
say
the
it.
I
homie.
ain't never say he was.
Hey, it's a
Keyshawn make
dude.
everybody look easy work, man.
Hey, one second, one second. It's a dude in the chat named Kevon Hamilton. He said 78 on. No, that's not Kevon Hamilton. That's a dude named Will Davis Sr. Will Davis Sr. says 78 on Bill Haney payroll. Hey, check it out, Will. I never seen you before, but check it out. Guess you know who else is? If I'm on Bill Haney payroll, guess who else is? Keyshawn. Because Keyshawn finna get paid from Devin Haney. You understand? Top Rank is not finna win this purse bid.
Nobody betting against Top Rank. Nobody's betting against Top Rank. I hope you know that.
What you mean?
When that shit go to a burnt purse bid, right? There's nobody betting against Top Rank for the
Whoa,
for the right to
are
the
you
purse.
saying Top Rank gonna win the purse bid?
Yes.
Oh my god. Okay, I ain't got nothing else to say. This man don't know nothing about boxing.
What you mean? Yes, I do.
You think
Like,
you think Top Rank
yes.
is gonna outbid Turkey outshake for fucking?
Turkey's not involved in this fight.
Yes, he is. That's what you
No, he's
talking about,
not.
bro.
Turkey's not involved in
Do
this
you know
fight.
who does Devin Haney rock with? Who's supporting Devin Haney?
I don't know right now.
Oh, bro, I can't. All right, man, this is a waste of a conversation.
It's not.
And
I
I,
was saying
This is a
when
complete
at the
waste,
last time Turkey hasn't even said Devin Haney's name this year.
dude. Oh my god, I'm brought from the go. I can't do it. I can't do it. Bye.
But
Goodbye.
that's a fact though. Am I lying?
shit.
Nah. It's like it got too hot. It got too hot, y'all. Because has Turkey said Devin Haney's name this year? No. He said Shakur's name. He said Ryan. He said Connor Ben. He has not said he
Nah.
even like
The
threw
reason why,
hard eyes at fucking boots. Like
nah,
it's like
it's like this.
Devin Haney has been the only fighter that he has not spoken about this year.
Yonko, can you hear me?
Like this is not a If it was going to Turkey fight, it wouldn't be going to a fucking purse bid. Come on now, because
Yonko,
both fighters would get paid on both ends.
damn,
Like
Yonko.
there is no purse bid when.
Hold on, he can't hear me. Hold on. He can't hear me. Hold on. Yo, can you hear me? Shit.
Mm-mm-mm. You see how it got hot in the kitchen, y'all. Man, I ain't gonna lie, it got hot in the kitchen. But you see how I'm able to. I'm not going off of my emotion, bro.
Yo,
I see. I stood in here, man. I
can you hear
stayed in here. I can't hear you, Art, man. I'm finna go in and out.
me? Yeah, no, I'm about to okay. So before I wrap it up, man, I'm gonna just say this, man. This fight is gonna be interesting because as we see, we still have people who believe that Devin Haney, you know, is a pussy. They still believe that Devin Haney, that he can't box, he's chinny, all this shit. Can you hear me, 78?
I hear you wonderful. I hear you good, bro.
Okay,
I want the brother to come back. I got something
I
to
am.
say.
I am back.
Okay. Listen. First of all, not to cut you, Art, man. I got. Listen, bro. I left because I'm like, who am I talking? I thought I was coming here. I made the assumption that I was coming here talking to somebody who at least knew basic boxing.
I do.
Brother, you just said Turkey haven't mentioned Devin all year. Do you know anything about who Devin is with currently?
Devin Haney.
This is what I'm tripping on. Like,
Listen.
y'all,
Devin
listen,
Devin
brother.
Haney fights for DHP Promotions.
Listen,
That's what
brother.
he fights for.
Listen, brother. And this is what bothers me about people who say, "Oh, 78 be glazing Devin." I talk to the Haneys on a day-to-day basis. I talk to people in boxing. on a day-to-day basis. If you don't talk to these people, why? How do you know how ignorant you have to be arguing with me about some shit that I know? You ain't even asking
Or-
questions. You making an assumption. You like, oh no, Turkey haven't mentioned that. What the hell you? So I'm just on here. I'm on here with all my 90-some-thousand
Actually,
subs capping for you. I don't even know who you are, bro. I'm on here
listen,
just
listen,
capping. I'm on here
listen,
capping
brother.
for you, my good
Listen,
brother.
listen, listen, listen,
Give me a
listen.
no.
Listen,
Give me
why
out.
is it going to a
No,
purse
brother.
bid if Turkey's
Listen to me.
involved?
Listen to me.
Why?
You already messed up when you said that Devin is not with Turkey. You already
Mm.
messed up when you said that because that's when I was like, man, forget it. Who am I
This
talking to?
fight has nothing to do with a ring card. You know
Dude,
that, right?
listen to me.
Bro, we trying to
Listen
tell.
to me, sir.
Go ahead.
Okay, I'm listening.
Turkey Al Sheikh. You do acknowledge at least this. Can you at least not acknowledge this? Turkey Al Sheikh is behind Zufa. Can you acknowledge
Yes.
that?
Yes.
Okay, thank you. Okay, fine. So you acknowledge that part.
Yes.
Zufa,
TKO, Dana White.
Zufa, okay, cool. Zufa has been negotiating with Devin Haney and Shakur Stevenson for 3 months, trying to lock them in to a deal to fight. They just signed Shakur because he's a ducking ass mark. They just signed Shakur. They just signed Shakur, and they have signed Devin. They haven't announced it yet but I've known this for over a month. They haven't announced it yet because they're waiting on Devin's fight to be announced so they can say, hey, Devin's fighting X, Y, and Z on Zuffa. However, for you to say that Turkey haven't mentioned Devin as if to say that Devin is not with these guys is crazy to me. Like, what are you talking about, dude? Like,
Okay, but
So you're
hold on. Somebody,
hold on.
because I'm gonna have to get out here pretty soon. Somebody said make this point. Zufa can't bid on the sanctioning body purse bid.
Thank you. That's what I was just about to say. Zuffa is not a
wait. Excuse me,
license.
sir.
They
Excuse me.
can't bid on nothing.
Excuse me, sir. You said Zuffa. Zuffa can't bid.
Who is
Zuffa.
bidding for
Zuffa
Devin
can't
Haney?
bid because Zuffa doesn't have a promotional license yet. However, that's one paperwork filing away. However, that has nothing to do with Turkey.
That nigga got
That
2
has
weeks,
nothing to do
brother.
with. That has nothing
That
to
nigga
do
got
with.
2 weeks.
Excuse me. That has nothing to do with DHP. DHP. I guarantee you. How much you want to bet? I guarantee you, DHP. When this goes to purse bid, the DHP or anybody representing Devin Haney is going to win that purse bid. Top Rank is not about to outbid because Top Rank is not going to pay Keyshawn or Devin what Devin requires to get paid. It's not going to happen.
So
Not going to happen.
DHP. So DHP. When the last first bid DHP won?
Nothing.
No. When the last purse bid, Top Rank won.
Was they bidding against
Top Rank
DHP?
is an actual promotional company that's been out here
But I'm
since
saying,
the 70s. So
if who's beating
tell me
you?
when the last when the last one they won.
Who
Hey,
are they bidding against?
we
Excuse
gonna
me, sir.
this show's good. I'm gonna have to do. I gotta do some important shit, but
I feel you, brother.
but I'm gonna run it right back. I'm gonna handle this, and I'm gonna come back. We're gonna run it right back.
I put BTA, y'all.
All right, no, we don't.
Okay.
In the calmest way possible.
No, we just having a conversation.
Hey,
We gonna come
first
back.
of all, I don't know who this guy. He don't know nothing about boxing, but he's clearly a Devin Haney hater, and he's trying
No.
to pretend like he's trying to pretend like he knows about boxing.
Come back.
This man
and
said Turkey
come back
haven't
in 1
mentioned
hour.
Devin all year.
10 o'clock, we're gonna be right back. 10 o'clock.
Okay, yes, sir.
10 o'clock.